ever been, all my numbers. And this is the only supplement I take now. Whatever I'm doing, he said, keep it up.
We're landlords, and I have about 3 people moving in, and it's been very strenuous, but I have the energy to do it, thanks to, balance of nature.
My blood work has been getting better and better every 6 months, and I have no explanation for it other than I'm taking a balance of nature. All the numbers are always changing for the better, every blood test.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. Call or go online now and become a preferred customer, which gives you our best pricing and free shipping. And we'll take off an additional $25 on your first order. This will be a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code
The Answer.
Stuck in traffic? We've got the answer.
A car fire in Suffolk County shuts down Sunrise Highway around the Manorville area. Both directions, all traffic being detoured while they work on this between the William Floyd Parkway and Wading River Road. We have delays in Nassau County coming into Queens on the Southern State Parkway, heading west right at the end as it gets to the Belt Parkway and Cross Island Parkway on the city side. There's an accident. No problems to report once you're in Queens on the Belt Parkway, just typical volume passing by JFK. The New Jersey Turnpike heading south, seeing delays. The outer roadway south of exit 9. That's the truck lanes. Accident involving a flipped-over tractor-trailer blocking one lane. 2 lanes blocked on the car lane side, the inner roadway, with emergency crews helping out. Alternate side parking rules are in effect today citywide. Weather-wise, we could see a few more showers throughout the morning hours, otherwise mostly cloudy by midday, maybe a few peaks of sun. Highs will be in the upper 60s. For tomorrow, another mostly cloudy day, a chance of showers throughout the day, highs in the low 60s. Now you know how not to go. I'm Tom Note on AM 970, The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday morning briefing. Here's what you need to know to start your day with your host, former Saturday Night Live superstar Joe Piscopo. Produced by Frank Morano, with news guy Al Gottulo, and traffic with Debbie Duhame. This is the Joe Piscopo Show on AM 970. The Answer.
Dan.
Thank you. Here we go, George. I'm over here, baby. It's hello. It's okay. There we go. Oh my God, it's gonna be one of those days. Al's happy. Al's happy today, baby. Look out! Come on, everybody, Frosty. Oh, we lost Smart already. He's gone. Looking for rubber bands. I walk in the studio. I have this wallet. This is my wallet. I keep a rubber band around my money. I've never met a wallet that I like. So it always falls out, flies around, and I put the rubber band on. Now the rubber band, of course, last night in the middle of this crazy schedule, I had boink, it just breaks. So now you see how wifey Al comes through. There, I got a rubber band. Because it really makes more sense when you have. It's just easier. Look at that. Now I got my little credit cards. I got my money I could give to everybody. My tip money. So virtually why I carry cash is to tip people. Okay, I wish people would tip me. Wouldn't that be great? We walked in the station. Hey, Joey, thanks. Great to see you, pal. How are you? Here's a little something. outside. Hey, Al's calling it out. Peel it off.
What do you need?
Peel it off. Hey, give me a 20, sure. Hey, look at money bags over here.
Listen.
Hey, good morning. And so I walked in. I said, where's my rubber band? And we're going, I don't think we get rubber bands around here. So now, thank you, Al. We got the rubber band situation. And we're on the air on YouTube and on Facebook. And great to see you. Then Al said, don't keep the music going too long because we'll have to pay residuals. Well, God forbid. And then this is because if YouTube blocks us, because if you have gone on, and I apologize for that, if you go on and you look for us and it says Joe Piscopo, YouTube, check it out, and you hit it, YouTube blocks us. Why? Because they don't get residual payments for the songs that we use on the show. I promise you they do that. And don't think like YouTube is great, Facebook is great, Apple's great. They are corporate monsters of the worst degree. They really, all they wanted is our money. So Facebook can't play this so don't say, you better hurry up, Joe, because we don't want to play residuals. God forbid. Hey, 607, how are you? Not only that, then this is the best. And we'll get to Siri and we'll get to it all. I come in, doors are open, everything's open, everything is spotless. Oh, spotless. Like you walk around, everything's in order in the station, the quote-unquote VIP restroom, like I've never seen it ever. What could be going on? Oh, yeah, corporate's coming in today. Ah, ha, ha. Somebody gave the word, man. Corporate's coming in, clean it all up. And it's absolutely great. My, it looks great around here. Looks really great around here. Yeah. Well, that's because you're here, corporate, so we appreciate it. We welcome corporate to New York City. Hey, 8 minutes after 6 o'clock, Joe on the radio. I never had the privilege to serve in the United States military. And I told you the story many times. My father always said, you're not going to Vietnam. And I was ready to go to Vietnam, man. I said, I can't do this college thing, Pop, And it was the one thing that my father always told me, the one thing that he said to me. He never said to me, go to law school. Look, Joe, I worked hard. Your grandparents came from another country. I learned the language. I learned the laws of the United States. I'm an American. I became a lawyer as an Italian-American. Very difficult to do. You should do the same, son. Never got that speech from my pop. He was just a great guy. Always, always, always so supportive, But believe me, if I did something wrong, boom, in the back of the head, like 2 seconds. I mean, right? Or the belt. I got it all when I was a kid. But he was always such a great example, a living example. So I'm in college, and I'm thinking, all right, let me just, I can't do this. I'll go in the service for a couple of years. He wouldn't let me go because, of course, he was in the Second World War, and he saw the horrors of war. So I never went and served. But he taught me how great the military is. He taught me how great the country is. My father did. And he served the country valiantly, even though he didn't even speak English when he first, he spoke Italian. Yet here's a guy that grew up. Where did they go? Where did they send him? Where did the United States Army Air Corps send him? To Italy. To Italy they sent him. And he went to where he just freed the villages that the Nazis took over. So I just say that because I think we need to, we could hold the chairs. Everybody stop the movement in there. I'm just trying to talk a little bit. Oh, my God. I am trying to do a radio show. It's the toughest thing I've ever done in my life is this, and I just need a little help. We have chairs that squeak. I'm trying so hard. Stay with me. Will you stay with me? I feel like Rodney. No respect at all. Nobody cares, right? Hey, so you go into Syria, drop the mother of all bombs, flatten it. This is my head. I'm a hawk. Get in, take it out. But you can't do it with American troops. You can't do it with American troops. Where is NATO? Where's the UN? Why can't we have I keep talking about it, like an allied force like we did in the Second World War where everybody's in this together? Why is it always us? Now the president is allowing Turkey to go into Syria, and now it's bad. But that's what the president campaigned on. So you see Colonel McGregor, a regular guest on this show, saying this is the right thing to do. You see a lot of folks saying, going up against this president. But I have to tell you this. This is a healthy debate. This is a healthy criticism of the president. This impeachment inquiry is scary. It's scary, and they won't stop with it. And it's all a hoax. It is a witch hunt. It's all fake news. That whole impeachment thing is a concerted takedown of President Trump. But when it comes to Syria now, when the president goes in and goes, look, I want to get out of there. I got to get out of there. This is a healthy debate. And you got to give the president credit for standing his ground and actually fulfilling a campaign promise. Dying to hear what you think about it. Because as the son of someone in the United States military, and they always say I'm a hawk. But I'm more like a chicken hawk because I never served, right? All right, guilty as charged. But do we indeed get out of Syria and just leave it? What's going to happen with ISIS? Do you hand what happens to ISIS over to Erdogan in Turkey? These are, what? I'll tell you, I'm emboldened because this is a healthy debate to have. And you can criticize the president. It's a healthy criticism of the president. Let me tell you that's great. The impeachment thing is scary. It's just that whole thing. They won't stop with that. And you think this Ukraine impeachment thing is done? No, they got the next one planned. You don't think they have the next one planned? They went with Mueller. That failed miserably. That was the biggest embarrassment to the Democratic Party in the history of American politics, was the Mueller probe. Somehow, the press doesn't go to that. What Joe Biden and Hunter Biden did, that was as criminal in my mind as anything that anyone's done. Talk about pay to play. I'm from New Jersey. That's the way New Jersey government works. That's exactly how New Jersey government works. Oh, you want to be the law firm for the Democratic Party? All right. Okay. Then so now you got to go and you got to get some kind of special interest. You got to go get some kind of deal. All right. I need the account. I mean, we would like to have the account of that big municipality. We would like to have the account of that big utility company. That's the way New Jersey works. It's called pay to play. It's rampant. It's corrupt and it's rampant. But hey, man, I'm from Jersey. It's the way it works. You know what I'm saying? So you wish that they would just take some of that money and help out, and rebuild Patterson, and they're doing good in Camden, I must say, but go to some of the stressed areas of this state. So what's going to happen with what's happening in the United States government? In regards to what's happening with Syria and how they settle that, I don't have the answer to it. Because I like to just take them out, flatten them. You know what I mean? And go in there and don't do it just because you'll make more money in the military, like you always talked about, the military-industrial complex. Let's just see what's going on. Give me a call at 877-970-2999, and we'll get to the calls early if you'd like on our Balance of Nature phone line, because you know what? I'm not sure how to react to that. The Mueller, I could tell you about the Mueller probe. I could tell you about this Ukraine fiasco. I could tell you about that. But when it comes to Syria, do you step out? Do you indeed step out? But yes, it's a healthy debate to have, So we got a full show for you at 6:14. Colonel Jack Jacobs is the guy that is so objective. He's so calm. Colonel Jack, Medal of Honor recipient and a friend. And we're going to have the Colonel come on in the 7 o'clock hour, okay? And we're going to talk about exactly what we should do with Syria. And trust me, whatever Colonel Jacobs says we should do is most likely 99% what we should do, because he's that good, Andre DiMino's with us. There's a lot of talk about Columbus Day. What's happening with Columbus Day? It's coming up next week. We're celebrating it. I'm done with it. This Columbus Day is an Italian-American holiday. I don't want Indigenous People Day. Take your own day. God bless you. We love you. We don't disregard your what you've done, your contributions to North America. But take your own day. Don't kind of take away Columbus Day, because that is our day and we're celebrating it. Columbus discovered America. Okay, just deal with it. Just deal with it. Move on, because we're not going anywhere in New York City. I'll tell you that. Even though there are some very weak municipalities around the state of New Jersey who are taking away Columbus Day, we are not in New York City. We stand strong, and happy Columbus Day, and that's coming up. And next week already, Andre DiMino will talk to us about that. Giada Valenti is one of the great vocalists, just a great Italian gal, and she will join us as well. She's performing at Carnegie Hall this Friday. David Burke back in the house, man. We got the chef back in the house. I'm very excited to see David, man. He is so cool. Just since he's been on the Piscopo show, I have to tell you, I hate when people use a name like that, but I will, because I won't get credit for it otherwise. So thank you. This is why the president goes, the best president is Donald Trump. You got to promote yourself every once in a while. Maybe I should start tweeting more. Okay. So I'll tell you, the reason I think that David Burke is just like, this guy is exploding as a super chef. He came on our humble morning show, and ever since then, but he doesn't forget us. He comes back, and he's back this morning. Chazz Palminteri. Chazz, you don't want to miss Chazz in the 8 o'clock hour. He's going somewhere. He's always busy. He's shooting a film. I talked to him last night. He's upset about Mother Cabrini, how they treated Mother Cabrini in New York City, how she was voted one of the most admired women, and then the mayor's wife just said, no, that's not going to happen. How does that happen? And Mother Cabrini is one of the most stellar individuals to walk the planet. And now Saint Mother Cabrini, but we'll talk about that with Chazz Palminteri. You don't want to miss that, and I love that Chazz is fired up about that and true to his heritage. Mike Gallagher is going to join us. Chris Kataan, Chris Kataan. Well, he's got a Family Feud live celebrity edition coming up, and former Saturday Night Live cast member, and Chris will join us, and Nick Langworthy, chairman of the New York State Republican Party. So we're all set to go and locked and loaded. So I'm running out. This schedule is nuts for me. That's why I always get frustrated. I'm always frustrated. Whereas what's going on, and I'm the last to know everything, and what's going on, and who's going on, and I just don't. I'm the last to know about everything, and nor do I get any respect. I'm the last guy they call, so I'm running like a madman, right? Running all around the city, and I'm step out, and then as I step out, go into Mike. Mike is driving my car, Big Mike. Thank God for Big Mike. And I get a phone call. It says Al Gattulo on the phone. So I pick up the phone. I go, what, Al? What's going on? He goes, don't go down Broadway. They're protesting. The climate change protesters are protesting Broadway. Don't go by the Bull. I go, Al, you ready? Go by. And thank goodness Al called, because I go down. We start down Broadway, and of course all these protesters, for whatever reason, get a job. I mean, that's what I would love for these protesters to do, but they're not. They're at the Bull protesting, blocking traffic. The police are there, and so we took Morris Street and went down on the west side. So I thank Al for that. Now, we are blessed to have with us this morning the real traffic lady, Debbie Duhame. Debbie, good morning. How you doing? It's great to see you live in studio.
Hi, Joe. It's such a pleasure.
How you doing? Going in for a hug. How you doing? How are you? Good.
I'm great. Thank you so much. I love the tie.
You know what?
Nice.
We're doing an event. We're doing like a political event later, so I thought I'd wear red, white, and blue. Deb, and Al, good morning, and thank you for that,
morning.
Albert.
You're welcome.
He did the traffic yesterday morning.
Hey.
He did the traffic.
They were dropping behind me. They did a die-in. What happened, I'm driving down Broadway, and I see these 3 SUVs, police cars. So I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on here? And then I see this phalanx of cops, had to be 150 police officers lined up going down Broadway, I guess to protect the people from going into the street. And I'm hearing all these protesters. There's a woman standing on the Bull, waving a huge green flag, and they're throwing red paint on the Bull.
Oh, that's horrible.
And then all of a sudden, as I'm passing them, I see behind me in my rearview mirror, these people are in the street and dropping like they're dead, and they have blood on their shirts, and they're staging this die-in or whatever. That's why I called you immediately. I'm like, you come down here, you're not going to get out.
They're painting the street with oil paint, I guess. So this is good. So they're totally just ruining and environmentally ruining Wall Street.
All I said was 3 minutes later, and I would have hit. I would have gotten right in front of them.
Right.
I would have hit them all with my car.
Debbie, but thank you for that.
No, you'd be in jail. That wouldn't be good.
That's okay.
You did. Hey, Deb. So what do we owe this great pleasure of having you with us?
Jerry invited me to stop in one Tuesday, so Frank and I decided this Tuesday would work.
That's good. It's so funny. Corporate's coming in. Who we love, by the way.
Because we booked this a few weeks ago.
That's right. Yeah, it's great. But the studios never look cleaner. Everything is everything is so awesome. Like have you seen it? You notice it, guys? Everything is meticulous. Because corporate's coming in, which is always good. Yeah. What a pleasure to have you with us this morning.
Thank you, Joe.
It's been crazy. It's a crazy morning, running around like a madman.
Yes.
And we'll tell you all about what's going on because I want to go see him. I'm on the road and I want to see everybody out there. I had a great time in Philadelphia last night. I'll tell you about that.
Saw the pictures,
you know what? It turned out with the Midtown Man. How great are they? They were
fabulous.
just great.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of and Bernie Perrant with your Flyers boy. I was with Bernie, the man, legendary goalie for the Philadelphia Flyers.
The guy who won him a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, he really is. He really did. 20 minutes after 6 o'clock. Joe and the radio. Debbie's right here. Look, live in the studio.
Hi.
And good morning, Debbie Duhame. Traffic with you on AM 970. The Answer.
Thank you so much, Joe. Let's see what's happening. First of all, I want to tell you, PATH trains delays system-wide. It's all due to signal failure at Journal Square. Also, downtown F trains are on the A from West 4th, getting down toward J Street. This is all due to some ongoing maintenance work. Now, if you're heading inbound at the GWB, at this point, only about 5 to 10 at the GWB. The Lincoln Tunnel starting to build to about a 15-minute delay. Holland Tunnel, pretty tough already, 20 to 25 in from both approaches. Now, remember, alternate side parking rules are in effect here in town on First Avenue in the 30s. Watch out for some fire department activity. There's some type of a steam leak over there to deal with. And heading out to the island on William Floyd northbound, getting into Sunrise Highway, everything closed. It's a car fire, so you're subject to closure there. And on the Cross County East into New Rochelle Road into Eastchester, a collision, 2 lanes blocked. And in Jersey, on the New Jersey Turnpike, the truck lane south, getting down toward exit 9, it's an overturned tanker truck, a 6-mile delay there already this morning, so prepare for some delays. Checking the forecast, partly cloudy today, high of 68. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Buy one, get one free offer today for MyPillows at MyPillow.com or call 800-651-0798. Order now. Use promo code AM970.
Hi, my name is Ryan Bourne.
And I'm Danica Bourne.
And we're the owners of South Coast Tax.
We started our company 10 years ago in an effort to help our fellow Christians experiencing tax issues resolve their matters by taking a simple 3-step approach.
South Coast Tax are Christian-based tax accountants and attorneys that specialize in releasing bank levies, wage garnishments, and filing complex tax returns. We are the leaders in acceptance of offers and compromise with awesome results. We're also a small firm who will treat you like family, not just a number.
Call us today at 1-800-TAX-1176 for a free consultation, and we'll take the time to explain all of the programs that you qualify for in order to allow you a fresh start.
Proverbs 15:22 says, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. Call us today at 1-800-TAX-1176, and together we can help achieve this goal by putting the IRS debt behind you for good. Again, that number is 1-800-TAX-1176.
ADP isn't just in the payroll business. We're in the people business, helping companies find them, train them, and empower them by clearing the way for them to do their best work. Because when your people thrive, your business thrives with them. HR, talent, time, benefits, and payroll. Informed by data and designed for people, so you and your company can achieve what you're working for. Learn more at design.adp.com.
Like AM 970, The Answer? Then don't forget to like us on Facebook. Interact with us. Share your thoughts about your favorite shows. Give feedback to our hosts. Share your opinion on hot topics. Learn about events and more. AM970theanswer.com. Dennis Prager, coming up at 1 on AM 970. The Answer.
This portion of Piscopo in the Morning brought to you by Modell's Sporting Goods Stores. Oh, Lou Rolls. I need Lou Rolls this morning, baby. Come on, Debbie. We got dance here, baby. Well, we got this. We got it. Come on, girl.
She's in the groove. Forget it. She's in the groove.
I was, you never find for as long as you live. Lou Rolls. Come on, baby. You never. Debbie's in. There's Debbie grooving to Lou Rolls. Thank you, Al. I needed it. I definitely needed that. It's just, when I have the schedule crazy, I have no sleep at all. I go 24/7. It's one of those weeks, and it's all good. It's all minor problems. It's just the little things that we put up with. I'm telling you, one day I'll write a book. I don't want to write it right. I just don't like to talk about it. Like they say, you should write a book about Saturday Night Live. I'm not going to. You know why? I don't talk. I'm Italian. I don't talk. I'm not gonna. I can tell you things that will make your head spin. You think I tell you stories now? Oh, what I can tell you about SNL. I don't, because you know what? You shouldn't talk about, like, when they write about the ball players, write about what happened in the locker room. That should not be written. There's like a code, like the old man used to say, Mr. Sinatra, the gentleman's code, when he sang 2:45. So now there's a lot of stuff going on, and I just kind of put up with it, and we deal with it, and it's all good, and we're going to go ahead. Travel-wise, was in Philly last night, and this is when I talk to you and I tell you about how great the country is. It was for it was like a fundraiser for a school out in like King of Prussia out that way. People were so nice. Went down there, and with my buddy, he goes, Joe, could you come and be master of ceremonies? I meet the best people, and they're all helping. You know what? They're kids. That's all it is. And it's in a beautiful section just outside of Philadelphia. I'm the MC. This is great. Who's the entertainment? The Midtown Men. You got to see Michael Longoria and Christian Hoff and these guys, and J. Robert Spencer and Daniel Reichert. These are brilliant guys, all from Jersey Boys on Broadway. And my buddy Ray put them all together. They just smoked it. What a successful night. But I got out of there late. I came home late. Now, what am I doing today? Do you think I get... No, we're going to broadcast today, have some fun. Then I got to go. Frankie, you love this. I'm going to go record a Christmas song, which will come out in November with Dave Damiani, my buddy. Is that great?
It sounds like a lot of fun.
It's great. I'm going to do Santa Claus is Coming to Town swing version. Damiani
Awesome.
Dave put together the greatest arrangement. So I'm going to go in, and I go from here to a recording studio, and then we go and we do an event tonight with Madison Jessiotto, my buddy. We're going to go out there and do a quick little hi, hello, how are you?
just to support my buddy Joey out there in Madison, New Jersey. So we'll have some fun. But that's a Joey benefit. Hey, Joe, you got Columbus Day this weekend? Hey, Joe, you coming in from Philly? Hey, Joe, you going on stuff? Could you drop in and do my thing for nothing? Could you just drop by and did nothing? Why? Who's going to be there? Madison, Jesse Oates. I went, okay. So, I'll be there. Okay. I swear to God. And I'm going to Madison. Are you going to really go to Madison, New Jersey? She goes, yeah, I'll be there. Okay.
Madison and Madison.
Well, that was the whole thing.
I was there last night.
What were you doing in Madison?
I was in Gillette, actually. I was at the Sterling Hotel.
Which is beautiful.
Drinks,
beautiful.
Dinner.
You know,
but a Grateful Dead cover band. Not a fan.
Do you see what I'm saying? He goes. You see, he just goes out and does stuff.
I know.
Doesn't he?
That's how it works. Well, he'll be with us Sunday at Michael's of Brooklyn. I'm sure.
No, I won't. I have a game. I got to work the Jet Cowboy game.
Well, but that's me. Right there. Everything I do is work related.
Besides,
everything.
You know what?
Everything
I love
he goes
Michael's
out. Hold on, Albert, hold on. Debbie, he goes out. Look, Debbie's here. Debbie's gonna be she's the moderator.
Laugh like I always do.
No, listen. No, listen, Debbie. So he goes out, and when he goes out, it's like, so what are you doing? Well, there was a new beer. I had to go find a new beer. Like he's going to Sterling. He's going to Gillette. It was great. Oh, where did you go? Sterling. What's on Sterling? The St. Joseph Shrine. Maybe Al found Jesus. He found St. Joseph.
No,
he found a Grateful Dead cover band in Sterling,
which was terrible.
No,
as my
you're
friend
gonna
said
pray
last
to
night,
St. Joseph at the shrine. No, you're listening.
As my friend said last night, all of the people were dancing like the Charlie Brown Christmas special, and the whole Peanuts gang just starts, jumping all over the place. That's how they dance.
That's you old white people,
right?
Man.
Exactly.
That's all right.
Entertaining.
Although one woman was staring at my friend that I felt dirty while she was staring at him.
Is he single?
Yeah, he's single.
Yeah. Right.
So I said, I'm leaving. You take care of business.
But you're the wingman. You're the wingman. Come on.
No. I didn't need to. Not last night. I didn't need to be the wingman.
You didn't need help like that. All right.
No.
So,
but
hey.
I did not find Jesus unless Jesus makes beer. He does make wine, turns water into wine. But no.
Lacrima Christi. You guys know what that is? Lacrima Christi. Someone just. I know someone's listening, saying, "Wow, got it." The Tears of Christ. It's a great wine from the Master Antonio Vineyards outside of Avellino. It's a white wine.
Are you going there when you go to Italy?
No, I'm going to go. You know what I'm doing when I go to Italy? We're going to go in, and Deb, when we're there, when you guys, we're going to go head down towards Sorrento, and we go down. I'm going to take you're going to make mozzarella, and you're going to be in Sorrento.
You haven't done that?
No, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, you could go to Capri. I want to pay respect to my grandfather's hometown in Avellino.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Gerardina. We're going to go see the family in Avellino.
Good.
I got to do that. I would honestly. Sorrento was like my dad's favorite town. And he was all over Italy during the war. He said Sorrento was a vide mare quanta bella. Can I sing to you when we're in Sorrento? All right. Before I leave, I'll sing Sorrento to you.
You got to bring back some of that wine though. If you can get it there,
you can get it here. You can get it.
Oh,
here.
you can?
Yes,
all
you
right.
get it here.
I have to look for it.
Hey, Joe on the radio. What am I? It's good to see you guys. The family is here. You have your morning team here. See, but I say there is a comfort. There's a comfort in the angst, in the anxiety, in the scheduling. There's a comfort when I come in and this is my family
Don't touch
here.
me.
And you just don't touch me.
That's right.
Don't shake my hand.
That's right.
And I'll be
Don't
fine.
look at me.
Don't look. No eye contact. And we're gonna
15-minute mass, Father. Yes.
I'm working on it. You think I'm good? Oh, that priest was good this week.
Can you imagine? Well,
he crushed it. He was a new priest, and he got it. He was at it. We were out of there in about 45 minutes. I'm telling you.
The Pope
is a record.
Yeah.
The Pope is talking about relaxing the rules of celibacy for priests.
Whoa!
Because they're having such a,
so
obviously
I could join the priesthood then.
Well, they're saying they can't recruit enough priests in the Roman Catholic Church, so they're thinking about relaxing.
You know what?
The celibacy.
I said, Debbie,
rules.
I know you go around. An interesting conversation I had, to your point, Al, with the priest that I was after the mass, and we chatted, and I said, we're being persecuted. And this priest told me the best thing I heard. He goes, that's when Catholics shine the best, when they go after us and they persecute us. And he's very throughout history,
because
and he's
you
right.
come through it, and we get together, and
I'm telling you what's happening now is they try to shut us down. So, but they said I got one priest here. They got two more priests in Hunterdon County. They're all showing up. So that's a nice sign. This guy was a great young priest. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see.
Recently, I was invited to a barbecue for the seminarians over in the Archdiocese of Newark.
Is that a ball
in
club?
South
Is that a baseball club out?
There was no beer there, so Al wasn't there. There was no beer.
They're playing the Yankees in the playoffs.
There were so many young guys there,
yeah.
and I also met a man who just became a priest after his wife passed, and he got his calling, and now he's a priest, and his son is a priest.
Wow!
Isn't that
How
beautiful?
old's the guy? If I can,
the guy, he was probably
40s?
He was probably in his 50s.
Wow.
And his wife had passed, and then he said in 2011.
Yeah.
And then he went through a lot of, like, soul
Sure,
searching, and he said he got his calling.
Absolutely.
And he answered.
What's the cutoff age? I'm way too old.
I think you retire at 75, as far as I know. So probably anybody can join anytime.
Why not?
I always
but if you get the younger priests that are married, you'll have those 15-minute masses because look, we got to go shopping, kids, got to go.
But there were a lot of
That's great. You're right.
Am I right?
And there were so many young seminarians there, young guys, like 20, 21,
That's great.
from all over the world.
Normally it's 10 Hail Marys. Today, 4. Right? In, you out.
A married priest will go like this. Look, I'd love to tell you about Matthew. I got it. She got me.
I gotta break bread.
Go. We gotta go. I gotta go see the in-laws today. I gotta go. Like a regular
But I'm just
person.
saying, you never know. But I think it's interesting that the Pope wants to do that. That they're considering relaxing the celibacy laws because they need more Roman Catholic
By
priests.
the way, before we break, thanks for reminding me, Al, is that it was good. Mike Pompeo, who I'm a huge Mike Pompeo fan, Secretary of State. This is a great American. This is a great guy, and he was with the Pope. You don't see any of that in the news. You don't see any of that. And you know what else you didn't see in the news? And I talked to you on our intimate hour here at 6:33 with Joe and Debbie right next to me. Frankie is here, and Al. The young black conservatives went to the White House, and this was a few days ago, and it was monumental to watch. I've never seen fervor. I've never seen the excitement inside the White House that I saw when I said, "No, I'm going to post something that I saw." I didn't see one little mention about it in any news outlet. They just didn't. Young black conservatives that are huge, not just pro-America, and yes, they were very patriotic, pro-Donald Trump. And wouldn't like a news outlet go, interesting that the young black Americans are supporting the president the way they are. I'm going to tweet this out. At Jersey Joe Piscopo. It doesn't. And I think, Frankie, what we got to start doing, every time the president does something good, because all we hear about is the bad, we should talk about it. Got to talk about Syria. You're very happy this morning.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at him. He's excited. We're getting out of Syria. Yes.
He came in with pom-poms this morning.
Right. No, but Frankie's been saying this, as Tucker Carlson's been saying it, as Colonel McGregor's been saying it. Get out of Syria. I don't know. I don't know that I agree with that, but I love that it's a healthy debate with the president because this impeachment situation is scary because it's a takedown from the deep state going after a president. The Mueller probe failed miserably. They're going to try something else, and trust me, right now. They have lawyers within Congress on the Democratic side that are now looking to take down the president for something else. They have somebody spying on the president. Yes, they do. They will not stop. And we just have to stay vigilant and stay stronger, But when you talk about, Mr. President, you shouldn't pull out of Syria, you're making the wrong move. That is a healthy debate to have. So 877-970-2999. On our Balance of Nature phone lines. So Frankie is here, and Debbie Duhame is in the studio today. Yay. And yay. Look great, Deb. You look great.
Thank you.
And we had a good time, and then we're going to have a great time when we go to Italy. That's already in a couple of weeks, right?
I know.
Just like that. So we're all excited about that. And everything's in order as far as I could see. And Big Al is here, and he's got the headline news on AM 970, The Answer.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970, The Answer.
58 degrees at 6:35. I'm Al Gattullo with local news first. Here's what's going on. Nearly 100 people are arrested at a climate change protest in Lower Manhattan that involved mock deaths and the use of fake blood. A group surrounded and poured fake blood on the Wall Street Charging Bull statue yesterday, while more fake blood was poured on the cobblestones near the New York Stock Exchange. In total, 93 people arrested, with demonstrators saying they're part of the Extinction Rebellion, which has events planned worldwide. Their aim is to draw attention to what they say will be dire consequences if more isn't done about climate change. The Transportation Security Administration says a man flying from Newark to Brazil last week tried to take a sword with him through security as a carry-on. TSA spokeswoman Lisa Farbstein released the details of the incident on Twitter yesterday, saying the traveler thought he'd be able to bring the sword with him because of its value. Farbstein says he was sent back to the airline counter to check the weapon in his luggage and was then allowed on the flight. In sports, Yankees headed to the American League Championship Series. They swept the Twins with a 5-1 win in Game 3 of their American League Division Series in Minnesota. Gleyber Torres, Cameron Maybin hit solo homers for New York. And as you heard here on The Answer last night, Nationals beating the Dodgers 6-1 in D.C., forcing a winner-take-all Game 5 in the NLDS. That game will take place tomorrow night in Los Angeles. Stuck in traffic? Debbie Duhame's got the answer.
Hey, good morning, Al. Thanks a lot. Let's go to the inbound GWB. You're waiting 30 minutes into town already. Lincoln 20. Holland still about 30 to 35 in from 1 and 9 through that construction zone. 20 minutes in from the Turnpike. Watch for a problem on 22 West at Meeker Ave in Newark. All lanes subject to closure with a crash. And 280 West getting into exit 14 in Newark. An accident there as well. Over on 80 East getting into exit 63. An accident getting out toward Lodi and Saddlebrook, so watch for slowdowns there as well. We're still seeing some volume this morning on First Avenue, getting up through the 30s. That's ongoing fire department activity. And heading over to the Cross County East at New Rochelle Road into Eastchester, an accident taking a couple of lanes there. Over on William Floyd North, getting up toward Sunrise Highway, everything closed in Shirley with a collision. And finally, on the New Jersey Turnpike, the car lane south at 9, an overturned tanker truck. 2 lanes remain blocked. Partly cloudy today with a high of 68. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Sponsored by Napa. At Napa, get $20 back when you buy oil, air, and cabin filters at participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care Centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household. While supplies last, offer ends 10/31/19.
Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I am hosting the Great American Wealth Project. It's a free online presentation that will show you exactly what it takes to get wealthy in the bustling Trump economy. It's booming beyond belief with record low unemployment, record high jobs numbers, record high stock markets, and nearly 12,000 Americans becoming new millionaires every week. But I recognize that not everyone's getting ahead, and I want to change that. Joining me is an award-winning financial strategist whose work I've been following for 15 years. During our event, he'll detail his new #1 stock in America, which could be the next stock to create a new set of millionaires in this country. So please be sure to join us for the Great American Wealth Project. And I should mention, you'll also discover how to get my brand new book, The United States of Trump, absolutely free. Just go to O'ReillyWealthProject.com to get started. Again, that's O'ReillyWealthProject.com.
Presented by the Oxford Club. You'll do it right to protect your home and family. Lowe's is here to help with trusted brands to give you the peace of mind you're looking for. Now get $10 off a First Alert 10-year battery smoke and carbon monoxide alarm with voice and location for just $49.97. Plus, pick up a Ring Alarm Security Kit and get a First Alert smoke and carbon monoxide combination alarm with Z-Wave compatibility for free. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Valid through 10/9. Ring alarm offer available in select stores and online. U.S. only.
Are you a responsible person who finds yourself growing deeper in credit card debt? Then get ready for a toll-free number that will put you on a path to financial recovery. Trinity Debt Management will consolidate your accounts and work with your creditors. You'll save thousands and become debt-free for keeps. If your debt has you down, we should talk. Call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976. 1-800-990-6976. 1-800-990-6976.
Noise and everything. Okay. All right, we're trying.
So time stops for no one. I can't stop time.
Put us on. Like Debbie.
I love when he does. It's the best part. Hold on. He goes, hold on. There's no holding on. Time, that's it. When it stops, you got to talk.
On radio, right?
Right.
It's so funny.
I love it. I love being in here.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
seeing
the
all
worst.
The
Oh,
bags
we like
of
that.
going on
There's no
here.
DeLorean parked outside. We're not going 88 miles an hour. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Lord Jesus. Hi, it's 20 minutes before 7 o'clock. Can I tell you about Michael's of Brooklyn and this big Columbus Day cook-off? This is going to be great. It's going to be Sunday, October 13th. My weekend. Do we have a little time out? Do we have a little time? We're under the gun. No time, no news break?
You can
Can I embellish, as it were?
Sure.
We love Michael's of Brooklyn. They've been with us since day one. Debbie, am I right?
We've been there a few times.
And
so great.
When other sponsors come onto the show, and we're always proud to have, and by the grace of God, everybody's on the show. We always say, look at Michael's of Brooklyn. When Mary took me out there, our wonderful sales guy took us out there, and then I met Fred and Johnny and Mary Ann and Michael himself. They started then. This was years ago. Now they're all across the country. This is like the #1 sauce. They just are crushing it with sauce. So now we have this cook-off thing. We can't. You went to the wedding. You're going to Italy. I can't ask you to go Sunday.
I actually have planned Sunday. Otherwise, I would go.
Which is church-based, I'm sure.
Well, I've got a couple things going on, yeah.
So the 11th, I got to go back to Philly on Friday. Saturday, we have a big event at the Columbus Citizens Foundation, which I'm going to be performing there. Maria Bartiromo, Mistress of Ceremonies, is going to be great there. But getting up and I'm running right out to Brooklyn on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We have the cook-off. This is going to be great. I'm going to be on the panel, one of the judges, with Fred and Johnny and with Michael himself. And if you'd like to attend this cook-off, this is this Sunday. This Sunday, Michael's of Brooklyn, Avenue R, Nostrand, one of the 5 best Italian restaurants in all of the United States of America. 718-998-7851. 718-998-7851. Remember, the contest starts at noon this Sunday, October 13th, okay? I will see you there. Michael's of Brooklyn, serving the most authentic tastes of Italy for over 50 years.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Hey, look, usually we're all Italian all the time. Debbie, it's nice you have a little, bringing that little English into the morning show right here, huh?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, oh, are you kidding? It's great to see you, and I love that you're here. You are welcome here. So welcome anytime. Speaking of Italian, Chazz Palminteri is going to jump on. I love Chazz because he's a great actor, right? You know him from The Bronx Tale. You know him from the stage, the Broadway show Bronx Tale. His film. His whole catalog of films that he has done, he's always great. Academy Award nominated actor. He's fired up about this Mother Cabrini thing. That Mother Cabrini, we need a statue. And now I want to clear this up. Is there indeed, someone called and said there's a statue outside of Grand Central. Is that true? Do we know? Can we deke that out, Frankie? Is there?
I will look that up.
But in any regard, when the mayor's wife said, "What women do you?" They should put that like this public voting situation where you can go out and you could vote for the most admired woman. Mother Cabrini, Mother Frances Cabrini was the number one. She won, and then the mayor's wife said no.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would she say no if she asked for a vote and then the vote came in?
Because we're Italians and we get no respect.
Cabrini.
I swear to goodness gracious, Christians and Italians. It's a bias. It's an absolute bias. If it was any other ethnic group and you did that, oh, sorry, that you're this ethnic group and you can't be that. No, it's wrong. So Chazz is now on the, and you don't want to mess with. And I want to talk to the First Lady of New York. You don't want to mess with Chazz. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So you don't want to miss Chazz. At least I love when Chazz is true to his heritage. David Burke will be with us as well, and Colonel Jack Jacobs coming in because we're talking about Syria, and I don't know that we step away from Syria. I don't know, the way the president went after ISIS is great. They handed it off to Erdogan. It makes me suspect that will work. But again, it's a healthy debate to have. Lindsey Graham, everybody, oh man, all the hawks down there in Washington, man, you can't, Mr. President, you can't. So let's see what happens there. But this is the kind of debates we should have, not this impeachment fiasco, not this hoax, not this fake news extravaganza. That's all they want to do is take the president down. No, let's talk about this. Is something serious that we should talk about. And I wonder if sometimes if the president brings this up, and right now, he's got a real brilliant knack to shift the topic of the day. And so, but I'm not saying that's why he did that about Syria, but you never know, he might have brought it up now just to take, everybody's mind off of this ridiculous impeachment fiasco, because it is indeed that. It's a fiasco. Hey, but Debbie, the wedding, how great was Frank's wedding? Was that great?
It was so much fun, and
huh?
Rachel looked so beautiful.
Oh, well,
you looked so handsome.
It was so nice of both of you to be there. So it was very, very special that you guys were such a big part of it.
It was, everybody was just enjoying it, and I love the mix of people.
It was a diverse crowd, that's for sure.
So many politicians and so many people in radio, people that I haven't seen in a long time.
You had a lot of fans, I noticed. People running up to you just by voice, immediately recognizing that it was Debbie O'Haney.
I don't know about that.
That's what I saw.
No. But we had a great time, and I got to see, Flipper, who I haven't seen in a long time, and Richard Bay, and so many great Curtis. It was nice to see so many people, yeah.
It was good. And you danced up a storm, girl.
I did, but we danced more at the after party than at the
you're
wedding.
Kidding me.
We were dancing like crazy at the wedding.
Yeah,
I tried to get on the kicking that Margot was doing. Remember the kicks?
Joe's
when
cane
Joe
can
was
only
singing?
hold so many women.
And you threw the cane to Margot, and the ladies were kicking, and then Arthur's mom and I tried to squeeze in and start doing the kicks.
Yeah.
So we got to do a few
There
kicks
you
with
go,
the
there you
ladies.
go.
You know,
That was great.
that was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun like that. I just can't believe that we all finally got together. It was very, very nice, and it was fun. It was festive. And then I can't believe you went on to the after party, and then the after party.
Well,
she
It was
was
Saturday.
kidnapped by Arthur Ragala.
It was great. Well, you know what happened? I went to the after party at at the bar.
Lorenzo's. It was there, right?
There, and we were hanging out with Bridget and
She's
you know,
great.
so many wonderful people having a great time. Mark and Maureen and just so many people. And then next thing I know, they were saying, oh, well, there's an after party now at John Tobacco's house. And I'm like, well, it's getting a little late. Next thing I know, I'm like being kidnapped onto the bus. And then I'm
wait. So in Lorenzo's, which I'll be at, by the way, plug March 27th, just saying. But so.
I think it's the 22nd.
22nd? Is it 22nd?
Yeah.
All right, we'll check it out. Thank you. Whatever it is.
You got to show up on the right night, Joe.
Huh? Yeah, because, he had invited Mayor Guardian and, he showed up on the wrong day.
Suspect
double
of that.
check. Just make sure.
I'll check it out. But how did you have an after party? Lorenzo's the best club, by the way, that Richard
it's a
and Lois
terrific
built.
venue,
Best
yes.
club in America, and I played them all. This is it, right in Staten Island, right there. So what were you guys were just sitting around? Was there music playing?
There was a DJ.
There was a DJ at Lorenzo's too. Look at this.
It was so much fun, and Frank, you were having a good time.
Oh, I had a blast.
So many.
It is his wedding. I mean,
Did you go, Al? You didn't go to the after party. You didn't go.
I left.
Why? Because you had to go shopping.
Well, I had to pick up my kid too.
No, he had the wife. He was on his best behavior.
No.
Yeah, he was. He was on
What do
his
you mean?
very best behavior.
We had shots.
If you had platonic friends, you would be at Lorenzo's partying with these guys.
Isn't it funny?
Yeah,
He tells the story of going out without his wife, especially if there's two other women involved. He stays out, misses meals. Wife hasn't seen him in days.
No. I don't miss meals.
She gets mad.
Yeah.
She gets mad.
She didn't talk to me for 2 days.
Well, I think
Tuesday she thought out, but she knows these two women that I was with. I've known them since I was 6 years old.
But you still didn't
they're
come
sisters
home.
of the.
You didn't come
No,
home
I did. I came home eventually.
Eventually.
Well, I'm already in trouble. What am I supposed to do? Go
It's a
home and
good
grab?
point.
I'm gonna
If
keep
Al-
going.
I
Right,
agree
exactly.
with you.
That's exactly
I
what
agree.
did.
If Al had his posse with him, if
Frank agrees with
he
me.
had the platonic posse with him, he would.
Platonic posse?
He would.
You're right
He
about
would
that.
have been. He would
You're
have
right
stayed
about
to the after party. He'd still be partying. We'd be looking for you now.
We knew that we had to go pick up my son, and so we had to do food shopping too. So we did the food shop, and then we picked up my kid. And then we went out to dinner. We got home. We went out to dinner at our local bar.
And Joe, as usual, I bow to your superior intellect. You are correct. It is March 27th.
See? Now, what did I tell you? All right?
Joe knows
Do I
the
pretend?
schedule.
Do I help you or what?
You're right.
Rubber band, correct date.
However, I will be appearing at Lorenzo's March 22nd for Sunday brunch.
Oh.
So if anyone wants to come by and buy me a Bloody Mary, I'll be there for the 2 o'clock
this
seating.
is great. See how he works out in the
Dysfunctional
studio.
family that we are.
I love it. I love
So
it. I
Frank
love it.
says it. I got a red flag from Al
When's
immediately.
Italy?
Double
When's
check
Italy?
that.
Because he's going to go, yeah, it's on the 15th, and you're going on the 19th or whatever.
The Mayor Guardian will show up. Yeah.
No, he needs to get back to Atlantic City.
Oh man, we need Mayor Guardian. in
You
Atlantic
should
City.
run for mayor of Atlantic City.
Well,
Move to Jersey. He's got to move to Jersey.
Well,
yeah.
I'm just saying, if he's going to move anywhere
Yeah.
in Jersey, Atlantic City would be the spot.
You know what? I'll talk to you guys. I got to talk to you. Long story short, we got a break. I know we're gonna go to Debbie. I came home. It was late. The traffic was crazy, and I'm running through, and I got a piece of pizza in Staten Island.
You kidding?
No. And I can't. I wish
Wait,
I could remember the
yesterday?
name of the place. Yeah, I did it. You know, I mean, truth be told, it's an intimate hour, and forgive me, Debbie, but I kind of needed to use the restroom for a second, so I said, let me go.
Don't tell me what happened in the 7-Eleven happened here.
No.
No.
Yeah,
So
if you
I
got a
went-
piece of pizza on Staten Island at 7-Eleven,
guys
I'd
didn't
smack
come
you.
out,
No. So I went to a pizza joint, and I said, and I felt obligated not to say, can I have a restroom, please? So I said, yeah, give me a slice, please. It was great. The Staten Island. See, I'm a Jersey pizza guy, but Staten Island, the Staten Island pizza. I'm telling you, and I wish I knew.
Do you know what street you were on?
No, it was by a CVS. It was by
Does narrow
a
it down.
Dunkin'.
I mean, really. Can you give us a more esoteric CVS and a Dunkin'? There are millions of them all over the place.
That's everywhere.
Oh yeah, Frank. You know he was at.
You know where it is, right?
That's right.
It was
That's
by
right.
a
Where did you
CVS
come off
in
the
Del
highway?
Monte.
There
And
you
a
go.
Hold on. Where did you come off the highway?
I have no idea.
Were you on the Staten Island Expressway?
Huh?
Were you off the Staten
Poor
Island?
guy.
No, but right before the Verrazano
You
Bridge.
could have come over. I would
Oh, you know what? Same
Right.
lane.
No,
Frank made
probably
the
off same
point
lane.
is, Danny Aiello told me years ago. He goes, you know, Joe. He goes, I'm a he's a New York guy, of course, but he goes, Danny goes, you know, I live in Jersey. I love Jersey. He goes, but the Staten Island pizza thing, and it's true. And now I'm telling you, arbitrary, and I don't eat pizza because it's my favorite food aside from my mother's lasagna is pizza. I took a bite of this pizza, boom. And I wish I remembered then because I glanced
now,
at
don't tell me you did what you did at DiMino's where you took the cheese off and ate just the crust.
I
with
ate
sauce.
2 bites with the cheese, Frank.
Oh,
That's
boy.
huge for
That's
me.
big.
And it
then
was
he
a
took the
lot
rest
of
off?
cheese. Yeah. It
What
was
is
so
the
good I
matter? What
forgot
kind
to
of
use
Italian are
it
you?
was so good I forgot to use the restroom.
When
It
we
was-
get when we get Chaz on, Chaz has to yell at him for eating pizza. I had 2 bites with cheese on it, and then I took the rest off.
I'm
What kind of
amazed.
Italian are you?
I'm amazed you made it out.
Forget Mother Cabrini. We got a
Staten
problem.
Island without being arrested for that. I mean, come on.
We did. Hey, 6:52. Debbie New Haven's in the studio this morning right here on AM 970. The Answer. Thank you, Debbie. Great to see you.
Great to see you too, Joe. Thank you so much. Good morning, Frank and Al as well. Alternate side parking rules are in effect. First Ave is closed here in the 30s. It's all due to fire department activity. There's some type of a steam leak going on, guys, and that's the problem there. Jackie Robinson westbound at Kew Gardens. Watch out for a problem there. It looks like an accident blocking one lane. We're still seeing problems here on William Floyd northbound. That's going to be slowing down by Sunrise Highway. Everything closed with a pretty serious accident. Looks like some type of an investigation going on there as well. Inbound side of the GWB, getting reports of an accident just being cleared. 40 in at the George Washington Bridge. Lincoln, that's 30. Holland, 20 in from the Turnpike, about 35 to 40 in from 1 and 9. It's always kind of tough from that 1 and 9 approach. And over on the New Jersey Turnpike, the truck lanes, as you head south, getting down toward exit 9, it's an overturned tanker truck. You're going to see delays with a lot of emergency activity at the scene. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Buy one, get one free offer today for MyPillows at MyPillow.com or call 800-651-0798. Order now. Use promo code AM970.
The Orange are back into ACC play the rest of the way. They visit NC State Thursday night, the 10th. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff with Orange pregame at 7 on AM 970, The Answer. New York's radio home for Syracuse University football.
National competition for your business is eating away at your customer base. Like digital marketing minions swallowing your customers one by one. You need Salem Surround. When a customer does a search, they need to find your business, not the competition. Your contact information needs to be accurate and all over the web. You need the right tools to turn visitors into leads. Contact Salem Surround for a free evaluation of your digital presence. Learn more at surroundnewyork.com. surroundnewyork.com. Connecting you with new customers.
Whether you need help with drafting a will or trust, power of attorney, healthcare proxy, living will, or protecting your assets from nursing home costs, Connors & Sullivan's goal is always the protection of your rights and interests. The professionals at Connors & Sullivan have been helping people like you plan their estates and protect their families for over 30 years.
I'm Mike Connors. Come to our office for a free initial consultation. Talk with me or one of our experienced attorneys to see how we can help you protect your family, your assets, and your legacy. There is no one strategy that fits everyone, but the biggest mistake when it comes to estate planning is no planning at all.
Call Connors & Sullivan, attorneys at law, today to schedule a free initial consultation with an attorney at any of their convenient locations in Brooklyn, Midtown Manhattan, Queens, and Staten Island. 718-238-6500. That's 718-238-6500, or visit their website, connorsandsullivan.com. It's the AM 970 Weather Answer Forecast.
It'll be damp this morning with areas of fog, a little bit of rain and drizzle around as well, and then clouds giving way to some sunshine this afternoon, the high 68. Breezy and becoming chilly for tonight. We'll see rain moving into the city later on tonight, the low 54. For tomorrow, windy and chilly with occasional rain and drizzle, a high just 58. Then for Thursday, still cloudy, windy and chilly with more rain and drizzle at times, the high on Thursday, again, just 58. AM 970, The Answer.
Who are these strange weather voices?
I don't know.
Just
I don't know.
I am going to.
Can you complain about anything else today?
I'm done. Oh, look, I just raised up. But Debbie, are you okay with that chair here? We've got a chair problem.
Very comfortable.
It's okay. But the restroom is clean, so that's good. 6:56 right now. I want to talk about balance of nature. I've been on a balance of nature journey. I invite you to do the same. Debbie, to my right, is on balance of nature. Frankie Fibros is the guy. Give him the credit. He's told us first about balance of nature. Big Al, look at him. Look, balance of nature. He carries it with him. I have my little balance of nature packs with me, my little balance of nature bottles. We are on the balance of nature journey. antioxidants in capsule form. I should tell you it's fruits and vegetables in capsule form, but within fruits and vegetables are antioxidants. The antioxidants fight all the free radicals in your body. My schedule is so nuts this week particularly. It's going to be the craziest all year. I have just upped my dosage, if you will, of Balance of Nature on the advice of Dr. Douglas Howard, the fine gentleman, brilliant gentleman, who came up with the whole concept of Balance of Nature. I feel great, and you know what? I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it, and I take it, and I try to sleep when I can. You know, you got to take care of yourself, but you got to at least try Balance of Nature. You got to try it. So it's 800-2468-751. You know the number, 800-2468-751. And here we have this for you, because I care about you when you're watching us, when you're listening to us like this, and we're all with the family here on the radio. This is something that we think will make your life better. Call or go online now, become a preferred customer, which gives you our best pricing and free shipping, and we'll take off an additional $25 on your first order. How about that? Limited time offer, so please don't wait. 800-2468-751 or balanceofnature.com. Use the discount code The Answer. Need that Balance of Nature? Let it rip, Al. I don't even know what song that is, but I like it. Frankie
Brian
Five
Adams
Barrels in the house. Is it what?
Brian Adams and Tina Turner.
Brian Adams, all right. And Debbie Duhame is with us in the studio. Yay. A round of applause for Debbie, boys. Come on, we got this. Debbie with us. It's going to be a wild show this morning, so put your seatbelt on. And Chaz is going to be here. Chazz Palminteri. Terry's going to be here. Talking about Mother Cabrini, one of the great humans to walk the planet. She's a saint to those of us who are Italian Catholic. And as we approach Columbus Day, we're a little concerned that Mother Cabrini doesn't get the credit that she deserves from the city of New York. You don't want to mess with Chazz Palminteri. Chaz on in the 8 o'clock hour. Colonel Jack Jacobs is a hero. He's a Medal of Honor recipient, a great warrior, and he is a gentleman like I've never met before. He will break down this serious situation and make all the sense in the world. Colonel Jack Jacobs with Piscopo and Frankie and Al and Debbie all in studio, and we're coming right back at you. Please don't go away.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970, The Answer.
58 degrees at 6:59. I'm Al Gattulo with local news. First, here's what's going on. 3 of the 4 homeless men randomly attacked and killed over the weekend in Lower Manhattan being identified. Police have identified the victims as 83-year-old Kwok Chun, 55-year-old Nazario Vasquez, and 49-year-old Anthony Mason. Another homeless man who was attacked is in critical condition. Authorities have charged 24-year-old Randy Santos, who was also homeless, with the murders. The woman who climbed into the lion exhibit at the Bronx Zoo last week is still on the loose. Police Commissioner James O'Neill had little to say about 32-year-old Maya Autry, who recently taunted the police in a social media video post. O'Neill says Autry is not his number one focus. Meantime, Autry is wanted on trespassing charges. In sports, Yankees headed to the American League Championship Series. They swept the Twins with a 5-1 win in Game 3 of their American League Division Series. You now know what's going on. I'm Al Gattulo, AM 970, The Answer.
From the studios of AM 970, The Answer, on Broadway and Wall Street in Manhattan, this is WNYM, Hackensack, New Jersey, New York City.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Facing criticism from both sides of the aisle, President Trump defending his decision to withdraw U.S. troops from northern Syria, clearing the way for Turkey to move against Kurdish fighters who have been allied with the U.S. The president says he's making good on the pledge to end America's involvement in endless wars. Later today, the Supreme Court takes up several cases focusing on federal employment protection for LGBT individuals.
In what could be among the biggest and most consequential issues of the new court term, justices will consider whether federal civil rights law protects LGBT people. 2 cases, which will be argued together, involve 2 men who say they were fired because they were homosexuals. The other case involves a Christian funeral director who fired a male employee after he began dressing and identifying as a woman. Greg Clugston at the Supreme Court.
China State TV pulling the plug on NBA preseason games after the Houston Rockets GM tweeted support for Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement. The BBC's Celia Hatton in Beijing.
NBA games have been shown on Chinese state television, CCTV, since the late 1980s, drawing audiences in the hundreds of millions. CCTV highlighted comments from the NBA's Commissioner Adam Silver, in which he told a journalist his organization supported the general manager, Daryl Morey's, ability to exercise his freedom of expression after he tweeted support for Hong Kong's protesters. China's broadcaster said it believed that remarks challenging social stability were not within the scope of freedom of speech.
E-cigarette giant Juul Labs being sued by school districts in Kansas and Missouri, accused the company of marketing addictive products to teens. Wall Street, Dow futures down 155, S&P futures off 16 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Sebastian Gorka here. Maybe you've been hearing about Relief Factor, the 100% drug-free supplement that helps a person's body deal with inflammation and pain. You've heard all the wonderful testimonials. Well, I have my own testimonial. For many years, my lower back pain was becoming a serious problem. The short story is, I finally gave it a try, and now I'm out of pain too. So if you're in pain, you can order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com.
Hi, this is Dennis Prager, and we just launched a new Pragertopia membership called Pragertopia Unlimited. Members can listen to any and all audio programs that are in the Dennis Prager store. That's over 400 programs to choose from. Show segments, talks, lectures, courses, even full access to all 5 books of my Torah teaching. For a limited time, an annual Pragertopia Unlimited membership is only $119. Join Pragertopia Unlimited today. Go to pragertopia.com.
Joe Piscopo here, coming to you from the smartwaytobuy.com studios. If you look around these days, everything is getting smarter. Smartphones, smart TVs, even smart refrigerators. Well, now, after 100 years of the same old dumb way of buying cars, there's the smart way to buy a car. Just go to thesmartwaytobuy.com and see how easy they've made it. With really smart things like the Smart Way to Buy's 110% low price guarantee that ensures you are getting the best price for your next used vehicle. Need a car for commuting to work? Do you have a teenager looking for the first car? Well, then you should definitely visit the smartwaytobuy.com. It's your go-to place for the widest selection of used cars in New Jersey. Plus, every vehicle comes with a 5-day, 500-mile exchange policy, so you can't lose. Now that's smart. The Smart Way to Buy, only at the smartwaytobuy.com. That's the smartwaytobuy.com. Anything else just wouldn't be smart.
Stuck in traffic? We've got the answer.
A multi-mile mess on the New Jersey Turnpike heading south down to exit 9. Both the car and the truck lanes have 2 lanes blocked as crews continue work on a flipped-over 18-wheeler. The Parkway heading north has a crash before exit 136, and heading east on Route 80, just after the Garden State Parkway at exit 62, there's a crash. The George Washington Bridge heading out of Jersey, a 1-hour wait at the upper deck tolls with an accident just after the tolls, 20 minutes to the lower level. On the east side, 1st Avenue, heading up just after East 34th Street, we have 1 lane blocked with fire department activity. We do have heavy delays on the Jackie Robinson Parkway in Queens coming out of the Kew Gardens interchange. Just as you get off going west, there's an accident blocking a lane. Path trains are dealing with system-wide delays because of a signal failure at Journal Square. Alternate side parking rules are in effect. Weather-wise, a few morning showers, otherwise mostly cloudy today, highs upper 60s. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a chance of showers throughout the day, again to the low 60s. Now you know how not to go. I'm Tom Note on AM 970, The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday morning briefing. Here's what you need to know to start your day with your host, former Saturday Night Live superstar Joe Piscopo. Produced by Frank Morano with news guy Al Gottulo and traffic with Debbie Duhame. This is the Joe Piscopo Show on AM 970. The Answer.
The Kiss. We're with Joe Piscopo on the radio. Oh, it's one of those mornings, baby.
Like this. I do.
Al loves it. He brings out the worst in Daddy. I'm telling you something.
No, I don't.
No, this. You know, I'm looking at my microphone. I am like really not cranky. I guess I didn't get much sleep, so it's the little things that bother me.
You're kidding. I would never have guessed. I stopped at Staten Island. I had 2 bites of a piece of pizza, and then I took the cheese off.
Great pizza. Great pizza.
Italian.
What is the name of that?
Terrible.
What was the name of that place?
Well, it was near a CVS and a Dunkin' Donuts. Good luck, everybody. I mean, really. Might as well have just said there was a White Castle
Victory
there.
Boulevard, by Victory Boulevard.
Okay.
Victory Boulevard.
Could have been Joe and Pat's.
Oh,
No.
maybe.
I know Joe and Pat's. That's legendary.
Yes.
No, this is. It was like a place that you wouldn't think. It was next to.
I think,
Hold it. It was like Dunkin' Donuts. There was another store there, and then there was a big CVS and a parking lot. Al, does that help?
Near the King's Arm Diner?
No, it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, man.
Oh, I know exactly where he's talking about. It's near near not Clove Lakes, near Silver Lake.
It was nuts. So Big Mike, thank God for Big Mike. What a great! I'm just blessed to have this kid. He's gonna be a police officer soon. He
Nice
he goes to the
Near Clove
academy.
Lakes Park. I know exactly where he's talking
He
about.
goes to the academy. So I said, Mike, wait,
Not
just
that
pull, just let me go in that pizza joint. I go in there, and I had to order pizza. And the guy, I'm waiting for him to go, "Hey, Joe, what are you doing here?" It was great. Never got recognized. It was great, you know. And he was polite. That pizza, it was crispy crust. I know. For me,
that.
and for me to take like 2 big bites with the cheese. You know, I'm counting the grams of fat. I said it was great. And that's what's great about living in New York, because you could go anywhere and get pretty decent pizza in New York. Yet not around the rest of the country. In Jersey as well, you get great pizza in Jersey. Not as good as Caldwell pizza. That was my favorite. Back in the day, they put the olive oil on the bottom. Oh yeah, and they put the olive oil all over the top. And my guy's Nick, they would have the cigar, and the cigar ashes would be in the sauce. You know, just to add the flavor like that. So hey,
Round Pie Pizza Company.
Oh, that's supposed to be good. I haven't been there.
Round Pie Pizza Company. It's
they-
right next to the Dunkin' Donuts and CVS off Victory Boulevard. That's where you ate.
It was small kind of
Small
restaurant. But whatever it was great pizza, and my kudos, man, because that's my favorite food is my mother's lasagna.
Near Victory and Jewett.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Very-
Al, you're
I
a
haven't
good
been there yet.
detective.
I'm supposed to
smart.
be great.
I'm
Supposed to
smart,
be
not
great.
like they say, Mike.
It's like a little small place. I'll ask out 10 times. Small, right? Small. Smart.
Smart.
Like
I'm
everybody
smart.
says. Not like
That's
everybody
right.
says.
That's right, Michael.
So my mother makes lasagna to die for.
Right.
To die for. How she does it, and we videoed, we've documented, and my nephews
idea.
Brian and Brett are
Great idea.
are great chefs in their own right. So and they've learned about how to make grandma's lasagna, you know.
Nice.
But you can't make it like mom, you know, like mom makes it, and it's great. And then when it comes to Thanksgiving, this is when I'm off my diet, and I'll gain 10 pounds.
No,
because
you won't.
Oh,
You'll gain maybe 10 ounces.
no, so
You never gain weight.
So Thanksgiving, that's when, you know, and we go, well, okay, Thanksgiving, lasagna, boom. Then Christmas, boom. And then I go into a little diet till Easter. Then we have the lasagna again. My favorite. So, and I love it. I just love it. So but after that, I love pizza. It's like my favorite food. It's a great. Who came up with this concept? Probably the Chinese, right? Weren't we supposed to remember? They invented the noodles, right? So they invented the pizza too.
No, they did not.
When we go to Italy, you will find what I just said about Staten Island. You will find pizza in Il Bar. You'll go to Il Bar. You go to a place, it'll be just like a stand-up bar.
Right.
Best food you can't believe.
Wow.
It. Yeah.
I did have Sicilian pizza once when I was in Sicily.
Oh.
That was a treat.
Oh, yeah.
That was a treat. Yeah.
I got to go to.
The question is, will you eat in Italy, or will you stare at the food like
Stare at
everyone
the
else
food.
does?
You need to
I'll eat. I'm going to eat.
Because somebody has to video him in Italy when he gets the food put in front of him to see if he actually eats it. Because I can see him.
They're going to cancel his visa.
Right.
It's really good.
Can I have chicken and rice there? Chicken. Last night was great. I don't know how they know, but I walked in and we had a long night, and we're gonna I was gonna be the master of ceremonies. I want to make sure everything was okay. We're doing sound check. A big night out in King of Prussia yesterday. So all of a sudden, what appears before me? Plain pasta and grilled chicken with nothing on it. I go, somebody likes me, baby. It's power food. It's power food.
Yes.
The
Bland, too.
The pasta gives you. I put olive oil on it and a little.
What a
olive.
cooking show he would have. Everything would be bland. It has no taste. It's delicious.
It'd be the most boring cooking show. You're right. Here,
And Joe, is there any
now,
added ingredients?
we're-
Just burn it. It's great.
But it's healthy. I mean, I think it's great because,
Look at that beautiful filet mignon. What do you do? How long do you cook it for? Until it's black.
That's what
And then
I
you
love
eat it.
that.
How do you eat it? With a chisel. It's great.
Oh, I love well done.
Can you imagine the cooking utensils he'd have?
He's
a big hammer and a chisel. Ding, ding.
And let's dig into the steak. Ding, ding.
And then the other person along the way, he's trying it. And I can't really chew it. No, it's all right.
We'll keep Dr. Ed Romano around so when you break your
Pour some
teeth,
maple syrup on
break
it.
your
It's
tooth on that.
fantastic. It's a slow burning sugar.
And let's try rice. And there it is. It's cooked. Leave it the way it is. But you see, the thing about
How
Debbie,
about butter? No butter. No butter. He smacks the butter away.
you can spray it with Durasan though, because that'll add a little flavor to it. Debbie, the natural flavor of natural food is people forget. If you eat pasta, I challenge anybody today to eat pasta plain, whatever it is, whatever pasta you like.
A little salt at least?
No. Salt, sure. If you want
Why?
salt. I had a little salt yesterday
Okay.
because I wanted to raise my blood pressure. Great.
Yeah.
No, but the natural taste of pasta is spectacular. You forget. You
do.
forget the natural taste. If you have rice, just regular, plain, white or brown rice, whatever it is, it does. Al's not buying any of this.
like
If
much.
if there was an
Doesn't
EMP,
taste like
It
fudge.
doesn't. That's kind
if
of
the
bland.
North
I'm
Koreans,
English.
if the North Koreans decided to launch an EMP and technology was useless, Joe would survive. You know why? Not only because the bag that he carries,
It's
60
true.
pounds
It's
of
true.
survival gear, he could eat anything bland and he'd be fine
Oh,
with it.
he'll survive.
He'd survive. We just picked this stalk. It's great. It's all natural. Eat it. Don't worry about
Well,
it.
it's like Carol Altman. Carol's she's all natural.
But even her stuff has taste to it. Yours has none.
She's in great
What
shape.
did she eat at the wedding? What was the raw food she had at the wedding?
I don't think she ate. I think
She
left
did.
before
She was
eating.
sitting next to me, and she did. And I should know this. It's like the salad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she had the salad, and then there was the salad. I think that's all they
really paying
She had
attention.
the salad.
It was yeah. I wasn't looking at the food.
No,
right?
that's true.
Ooh. Hey, Colonel Jack Jacobs is going to join. You know, there is news, and it's
Never
interesting.
know it listening to this.
I know. You never know it listening to us, but I'm so tired of people yelling, and I'm so tired of watching the news. And I speak to you listening and being such a vital part of this morning show and part of the family and watching on YouTube, watching on Facebook this morning. And when I'm out there and I'm out, and I go around, whether it's like, where am I going? Oakland, California. I'm going to Beverly Hills. We're doing a gig in Kansas City, and then I go to Pennsylvania yesterday, and I see America. I'm out there, and I see the Americans, and I see how much they like the country. You know what? They like the president. You know what? They may not like his style, whatever. They like the president. They like the country. It's okay, everything. But they say, "Oh, Joe, yeah, you're on the radio." Some people know. A lot of people don't know because they're outside the area. I said, just go to 970 AM970theanswer.com. You could find us and everything. But I said, it's you want to, when you see, like, for example, I'll use the impeachment as an example. I'm so tired of hearing it's a made-up, concerted, deep state takedown of a president, and that is scary. It's scary. And you will look to people, Joe, what do you think about this impeachment thing? I say, well, it frightens me. Think about the Mueller probe. Think about the Mueller probe. Think of the ancillary collateral damage of the Mueller probe. Think of the hundreds of thousands of dollars people like Hope Hicks, people like Roger Stone, General Flynn still had to sell his house. That's scary stuff, man. And the press doesn't even focus on that. So they leave it. It fails, the Mueller probe. The people are still in jail. The people still have to pay their lawyers, right? Like Michael Caputo, who's been on the show. You hear it. Now they move to the next. This is I have to give Dan Bongino credit for saying it's a rollout. This is a rollout is what this is. It's a concerted takedown. And you see it and I see it. I'm so tired of talking about the negativity of it. Sometimes, and they throw around the word impeachment. They throw it around. That is a concerted effort. They go into the bowels of the Capitol and the Democratic Congress. They go down the United States House of Representatives. It's Pelosi. It's Rashida Tlaib. It's the squad with AOC and Ilhan Omar. They go, just say impeachment over and over and over again. So it's in your mind. And, even like one with my daughter, my beautiful daughter says to me, she goes to a great school, but every school is so liberal. She goes, impeachment. She'll and I said, I say, honey, impeachment for what? They don't know. Obstruction of justice for what? There's no obstruction of justice. There's no reason for impeachment. They throw it around. So to talk about it, sometimes you just get tired talking about it. And sometimes I'm afraid to even say it. Now we go to Syria this morning, and now there is something to talk about. The president has said during his campaign, and Frankie's been all over this from day one, get the heck out. Colonel McGregor comes on this show, tells me no reason to be in Syria. You got to get out. I'm thinking in a military sense, son of a soldier, and a chicken hawk. I never served, but I tell you what, my attitude is if you're going to leave, don't let them like in Somalia, the way we just walked away from Somalia. Do you know there's troops still in Somalia? So maybe there's got to be maybe we just leave it to the military, But that's at least a conversation we could have and something we should talk about this morning. So forgive me if I get distracted or we have some fun with the team here, but only because, I'm so tired of the negativity and the concerted takedown of President Trump. Work with him. Where's the infrastructure? Where's what are we doing about the 3.6 million young black children who live in poverty every single day in the United States of America? Where is that? The infrastructure, come on. Opioid, the mass shootings. I thought we were going to do something with that. USMCA. Listen to what we're not doing because we're too concerned with this quote-unquote impeachment. So there I am. See, now I'm railing already about the news, and I just hesitate to do it because it's so dang negative all the time. So forgive me if we try to have a little bit of fun and break it up a little bit. However, we will turn to the experts, and one of the great experts is Colonel Jack Jacobs. He's a dear friend, a Medal of Honor recipient, just a great guy, and he will. I cannot wait to hear what he has to say about Syria. Also, Andre DiMino is here. He's going to join us. And my buddy Manny Alfano is just so concerned as Italian Americans that they're taking away everything Italian American. There's an assault on anything Christian, anything Italian American. I'm telling you, we fall in this attack on Columbus is not Columbus. It's an attack on Christianity. Trust me, that's what this is. And the Italians are a big part of that. That's our holiday. They want to just take it away. And you know what? In New York, we're not going anywhere. We ain't going anywhere. It's like I told Tucker a year ago on his show when they said they're going to take down the statue. I looked in the camera on Fox News on Tucker's show. He's kind enough to have me on his show. I said, Tucker, with respect, I said, do you really think that they're going to take that statue down? And they didn't take that statue down. And we turned to the Columbus Citizens Foundation, and I turned to my friend Angela Vivolo, and Angela Vivolo fought tooth and nail not to take that statue down. And then they came to us and they said, well, we want to do a little caveat. We want to put a little plaque up that says, well, indigenous, no plaque. You leave the statue as it is. And you know what? In New York, it's exactly the way it is. That statue stands. And the Italian Americans are going to be proud, and we're going to celebrate Columbus Day on Monday. It's going to be on ABC 7, and we invite you to watch it. My co-host will be I will be her co-host because she's the boss. She's such a great gal. Maria Bartiromo will be co-hosting with Kenny Rosado over there at ABC. So we invite you to join us then. Anyway, it's all good, So if we have some fun, forgive me. But gosh almighty, you got to step away from the craziness sometimes, don't you, though? You do. And 20 after 7 o'clock, Debbie Duhame is in the studio, which is great. You got to come in more often. You got to come hang with us more often.
So
you want some French toast at all?
I'm
you okay?
fine. I had my eggs before I left.
See, that's what Frankie always says. He goes, well, why don't you try something interesting, Joe, like having breakfast before you leave? But then it just cuts in. It's just like it takes more time to eat, So you eat something before you eat.
Normally I bring my breakfast with me in my little traffic studio, but... I figured let me eat before I left today, just so I didn't.
I have to tell you, in person, you're just such a joy to work with.
Thank you.
Your family's great. You were so great, Deb. It was great. We had fun. I can't wait for Italy. And
we're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, I'll tell
we're
you.
Gonna make a lot of memories. And your mom's gonna be there.
Yeah, we'll have a blast.
We are gonna have so much fun.
And Al's gonna be all alone.
Al, you gotta change your mind.
Are you kidding?
Join us.
First off, I can't change my mind.
It'll be the most fun he's had in 5 years.
Yeah, the last thing Frank wants is me on a plane for 7 hours just annoying people left and right.
How long is the flight? Do we know?
Look at him.
About 6.5, 7 hours.
It's 7 there and 8 back.
You know what? It's not that bad. Flying over,
You sleep. It's an overnight.
I just flew to Rome.
Trust me.
It was nice. Yeah, it was good. I can sleep 20 minutes, and then I'm so antsy on the plane.
Well, it's tough sleeping on the planes unless you have a real comfortable seat. But if you're it's an overnight flight, so maybe you'll be able to sleep for longer than 20 minutes. So
yeah. So, but it is. It's like 6-7 hours.
Are we all on the same flight?
We're on the same seat. We're in the same seat together.
There's some people are leaving from Newark and some from
Look at
JFK.
whining already.
I'm not whining. I'm asking a question. If we're on the same flight.
I think there are several people on the flight that I'm on from Newark, but then there's a flight I believe from
So
JFK.
why am I JFK? I'm JFK. I want to be Newark.
Some people are going from JFK and some people are
You're
going
probably
from
because you're New York, Frank. You're in New York.
I know, but Staten Island is closer to Newark.
Yeah, you're right.
than
You're
JFK.
right. You're right. We could change it if you'd like.
I had to drive back.
We know the Perillo commercial is coming up. We could just wait and talk about it there.
I took a cab back from JFK. $110 Uber on Saturday.
I know, it's so true.
When are you leaving?
Yeah.
You want me to give you a ride?
$110.
You want me to give you a ride?
Yes.
I'm picking my buddy up next Wednesday from Newark when he comes back from
No.
San Francisco.
That's the problem. I have to go to JFK. And
I
JFK
can't
is the
help you.
worst
Yeah,
airport to get
can't help
dropped
you.
off
It is so.
Wow.
Colonel Jack Jacobs will join
I'll
us.
take you to Linden Airport.
And then we'll get back to the issues of the day.
Make the Colonel drive us.
You get a tank. We're
His
going to
nation's
tank.
calling.
He'll send you a tank.
Love it.
And Debbie's here with the traffic at 7:22 on AM 970. The Answer.
Good morning, Joe. Thanks a lot. The LIE westbound getting into Deer Park Avenue. Watch out for an accident. One lane blocked as you head through that stretch. We're still seeing some delays right now on Sunrise Highway eastbound getting out toward William Floyd. That's closed in an accident involving a box truck that caught on fire. So definitely avoid that area of Sunrise Highway by William Floyd. Inbound GWB 30, Lincoln 25, Holland still about 40 in from 1 to 9, better from the Turnpike. First Ave here in town in the 30s. That's blocked with a steam leak. So definitely want to avoid that area. We're seeing delays on the westbound belt into Lefferts Boulevard with a collision there. And on the New Jersey Turnpike, serious problem on the New Jersey Turnpike South getting down toward Interchange 9. It's an overturned tanker truck. It's an ongoing investigation. This involves the car and truck lanes, so definitely steer clear of this. At least a 7-mile delay in the car and truck lanes there. And this investigation continuing. Reports there may be a fatality there. 78 as you head eastbound express lanes, exit 49. An accident on the shoulder getting out toward Union. Partly cloudy today, high of 68. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Sponsored by Napa. At Napa, get $20 back when you buy oil, air, and cabin filters at participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care Centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household. While supplies last, offer ends 10/31/19.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The online information site Pop Sugar has been sold. The Wall Street Journal says Discovery Inc. is paying more than $300 million. Its unit Group 9 Media will own the Pop Sugar site. Both Kroger and Walgreens say they will stop selling e-cigarettes because of new concerns that vaping could be linked to lung disease and even death. The union representing Southwest Airlines pilots is suing Boeing, accusing it of causing $100 million in lost wages by grounding its 737 MAX fleet. Southwest estimates the grounding of the planes after 2 fatal crashes resulted in eliminating more than 30,000 scheduled Southwest flights. The Dow dropped 95 yesterday. NASDAQ was down 26. S&P lost 13. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola. Invested in you.
How can a fully stocked restroom improve your image? How can serviced fire extinguishers or first aid cabinet make your employees more prepared? How can comfortable work apparel make your business more productive? For over 1 million customers, the answer is simple. Cintas. Cintas delivers everything you need to open your doors with confidence. Because helping keep businesses well-equipped, clean, and looking their best, that's our business.
Oh, I'm ready!
Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
Buy one, get one free offer today for MyPillows at MyPillow.com or call 800-651-0798. Order now. Use promo code AM970.
Hi, Kevin McCullough. Have you ever had a legal question pertaining to elder law or estate law? Well, every Thursday during Kevin McCullough Radio, you hear from Mike Connors of Connors & Sullivan Attorneys at Law, answering a listener's actual question. Simply email that question to askmikeconnors@gmail.com. or call Mike's office at 718-238-6500. And don't forget to tune in to Ask the Lawyer with Mike Connors Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. on AM 570 The Mission and Sunday mornings on AM 970 The Answer at 11.
Welcome back to Amazon Prime one-day delivery trivia. Now to the next question. If Adam can get a chainsaw in 1 day with Amazon Prime one-day delivery, and Sharon can get a leaf blower in 1 day with one-day delivery, what are the odds their neighbor will order noise-canceling headphones with Amazon Prime one-day delivery? Yes, Sarah.
Pretty good?
Correct. Introducing one-day delivery from Amazon Prime. Order from millions of items. Peace and quiet delivered.
AM 970, The Answer, doesn't have to stop when you turn off your radio. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter or Instagram. Download the app. Just search AM 970, The Answer. Take us with you wherever you go.
Joe on the radio. If I say Mr. Italy, what comes to mind? No, not Joe Piscopo. It's Mario Perillo, without a doubt. You know that. Mr. Italy always was Mario Perillo. Well, the Perillo family has been operating top-quality tours to Italy for over 75 years. Consider, please, the popular 14-day Italy North Classic Tour. This is the one. Debbie, I got to go on this trip. This is because I've not been to Cinque Terre. I'm embarrassed to tell you. I know. I got to go.
Yeah.
Now, you could go to Rome, Sorrento, Florence, Venice, Milano. I got to get to Milano. I got to do it.
Yeah.
We'll have to put that into the Perillo a plan
Yes.
in the future, I think. Come home with memories that will last a lifetime. You know, let's see what some actual Perillo travelers have to say.
The service and the quality of everything with Perillo, as well as Italy itself. No book can describe it. No pictures can describe it. It is just breathtaking.
Talk to someone that's been on a Perillo tour. I'll guarantee that they will say that is the only way to go. Perillo has provided every convenience that I could want.
Perillo Tours does everything. They arrange the details. You don't have to lift a finger. They do everything.
Call today at 888-PERILLO. Janice is standing by. Hello, Janice. Hello, everybody at Perillo. Request the new 2020 Italy brochure, please. It's 888-PERILLO, Perillo.
Eric Metaxas, the show about everything, coming up tonight at 11 on AM 970, The Answer.
Portions of this show sponsored by Route 22 Nissan.
On the radio, Colonel Jack Jacobs is a best-selling author, Medal of Honor recipient, a true American hero for his service in Vietnam, military analyst for NBC News, and a dear friend. Jack, welcome back to the program. Always great to have you with us, sir.
Hey, good to be with you, Joe.
Well, Jack, your tone, your demeanor, I'm retweeting that we have Jack Jacobs on Twitter. We're just so excited to have you here, and we, with such respect. Syria, the president now wants to withdraw troops from northern Syria. Jack, you always have a great objective overview. What are you thinking this morning, my friend?
Well, I think it's a very bad idea, and I don't think he's going to do it ultimately, withdraw them all precipitously, because it puts in danger our interests in the region. And there are a couple things about that. The first is that the people who have been our allies in Syria and whom we are advising and equipping are the Kurds. And they've been the single most important reason why ISIS is on the run in the region. If we withdraw them, two things will happen. First of all, ISIS is going to come back. I mean, it's never really dead. You got to keep working on it. And we have to keep working on it. And second thing that's going to happen is that we're leaving the Kurds by themselves, and two things are going to happen there. The first is that the Kurds are going to need an ally, and the ally they're going to run to is Assad and his ally, Russia. So we're basically relinquishing any interest we have in the region, and we're relinquishing it to two really bad people, Russia on the one hand and Assad on the other. And the second thing that's going to happen as a result of this is that Turkey, who has already planned a military operation and was ready to launch it today or tomorrow, is going to sweep through northeastern Syria and is going to wipe out or try to wipe out the Kurds, whom they view as enemies because the Kurds want to have a separate Kurdistan. It's a bad idea from start to finish, and I think the I think the president has decided he's going to think about it some more before he acts precipitously, but it's a very bad idea for our interests, Joe.
Jack, Colonel, President Trump said yesterday that he campaigned on this and we can't stay there forever. Does he have a point in that regard, sir?
Well, forever is a long time. We've been in a lot of places for a long, long time, and it's worked out very well. We've been in other places for a long time, and it hasn't worked well. There's a difference between the actual process of going somewhere on the one hand and going somewhere to get something accomplished. Part of the reasons we've failed in a lot of places where we've been, Vietnam is a great example, is that we did not have any achievable objective when we went there. It's sort of like, let's go to Vietnam and then a miracle happens and everything is going to be okay. But in places like the Middle East, in places like Africa where we want to have eyes on a target, where we have people, in places like Southeast Asia where we have advisors to assist countries in defending themselves, we have actual achievable objectives. It's going to take a long time, but just because it's going to take a long time doesn't mean it's not worth doing. And if you think about it, if the objective is to just get out of everywhere, we are relinquishing not only control, not only influence in the region, but we're also relinquishing our interests. And it doesn't pay for a country like the United States to be an isolationist. So, yeah, a long time, it takes a long time to raise kids, and a lot of money too, but the outcome is well worth the effort. And our effort in Syria is worth the effort, no matter how long it takes. But it's going to take a while to make sure that our interests are preserved, Joe.
Colonel Jack Jacobs, who with Joe on the radio at 7:32. Thanks for staying with us, Colonel. We appreciate it so much. You and I have talked about this many times, and I don't know why the world can't put together an allied rapid deployment strike force that is unified. Where's NATO? Where's the UN? It's always us. It's always America. Always has to come in. We always have to spend our money, Colonel. Why can't we put together? And you told me once, you insinuated that there was indeed some kind of strike force in place. But wouldn't it be great if we had I guess you can't do it with the UN, but maybe a NATO, some kind of force where we could all join together and all trying to just attack Syria, or if we're going to stay in Syria, all do it as a unified force. Is that possible, Jack, or is that going on and we don't see it?
No, it's not. I mean, there is a number of rapid deployment forces with which we're involved. We have our own, but we also have worked very closely with NATO. And one of the things the president's done that makes a great deal of sense is to squeeze the NATO countries, our allies, into making sure they cough up their fair share of money and people and so on. And they're actually beginning to do it. It's not where it should be yet, but we do have regular rapid deployment exercises with our NATO allies. We do it several times a year. Some of them are small. Some of them are extremely large, like the Reforger exercise in Germany. But we do have those, and we are doing them. The second thing is that NATO has deployed conventional forces along the border with Russia in as diverse places as Poland and the Baltic and so on. But one of the reasons we can't put a worldwide rapid deployment force together is something that you already mentioned, and that is we'd have to rely on the United Nations. And the United Nations, from any evaluative standpoint, has done absolutely nothing and won't do anything because other people who may be our enemies have veto power. Russia has veto power. China has veto power. So nothing's going to get done. It's a large bureaucracy that costs a lot of money and has been more or less useless from a national security standpoint ever since it was created, Joe.
And Jack, we always appreciate your time talking with the great Colonel Jack Jacobs. When will this troop withdrawal take place? Do we know, Colonel?
Well, the president would like to do it right away. The question is whether we're going to withdraw everybody or a portion of it. The Pentagon's arguing fair enough to take some out, but not all of them. And I think that's ultimately what's going to happen. The withdrawal of some of the people was supposed to take place as early as this week, though I doubt if that's going to happen. But some will be withdrawn, but they're going to be replaced with. They're going to be withdrawn actually from Syria, but some of them will be put in rapid deployment positions not far away, so we'll be able to go back in quickly if we need to. That's what the Pentagon's been arguing. But yeah, some withdrawal was scheduled to take place very, very soon, Joe.
And Colonel, is it? And thanks for your valuable time, sir. Are we withdrawing from all of Syria or just the northern portion?
Well, the president would like to get out of all of Syria, but the preponderance of our forces are in northeastern Syria. One of the things the Kurds are doing, by the way, in the area is that they're babysitting 70,000 Syrian refugees.
Wow.
And plus, one of the things that Turkey wants to do, and the reason they want to go into northeastern Syria, is that Turkey has a very large number of Syrian refugees, and they want them out of Turkey, and they want to stick them in northeastern Syria. So the refugee problem is a distinct one, and we're going to withdraw. When we do withdraw, we're going to withdraw out from where the preponderance of our forces are, and that's in northeastern Syria with the Kurds.
Colonel, we appreciate your time, sir. Colonel Jack Jacobs. Jack, hopefully, we're so overdue to sit down for dinner. Jack, let's do it. I know as we get around Columbus Day, but when we all settle down, I'd love to do that with you. We have such respect for you, Jack. Thank you for your service to this country and your expertise.
Well, thanks, Joe. We got the Cento Amici dinner on the 14th, Columbus Day.
Yep.
We're raising money to send kids to college. We collect up the money and give all of it away in scholarships.
Jack, I didn't know you were Italian. I didn't know you were Italian, man. I mean, I thought you just.
I had a lot of Italian. I grew up in an Italian neighborhood in Queens, and I had a lot of Italian girlfriends. And I don't know whether there's somebody.
There you go. And I know, and General Labuti's over there. I know, and the Joe Grano and all of our good buddies are over there. Jack, you are a great American. You're a great patriot. I'm so proud to know you,
Thanks,
my friend.
Joe. See you soon.
Yes, sir. I
Thanks
appreciate it. Thank you, Colonel. Colonel Jack Jacobs right there, Medal of Honor recipient. A great guy, just a great guy. 737 with Joe on the radio, and a big Al Gattulo standing by right here on AM 970. The Answer with the headline news, live and local.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970. The Answer.
58 degrees at 7:38. I'm Al Gattulo with local news first. Here's what's going on. A Freehold man who spent 4 days in the hospital with pneumonia caused by using e-cigarettes says he's trying to get people to stop vaping. Michael Mistretti tells News 12 he lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. He had been vaping for over 3 years after using the products to quit smoking cigarettes. He adds he threw away all of his vaping paraphernalia after his diagnosis. State health officials say one New Jersey resident has died from a vaping-related illness. And 2 new pay equity laws now in effect across New York State. Governor Cuomo says one law doesn't allow employers to ask about a future employee's salary history. The other deals with protected classes and unequal pay for work that is much the same. The law regarding salary history applies to public and private employers. In sports, Yankees headed to the American League Championship Series. They swept the Twins with a 5-1 win in Game 3 of their American League Division Series in Minnesota. Gleyber Torres, Cameron Maybin hit solo homers for New York. And as you heard here on The Answer last night, Nationals beating the Dodgers 6-1 in D.C. That forces a winner-take-all Game 5 in the NLDS, and that game will take place tomorrow night in Los Angeles. Sports is brought to you by Modell's Sporting Goods Stores. You got to go to Moe's. Stuck in traffic? Debbie Duhame's got the answer.
And good morning, Al. Thanks a lot. Major problems continue on the New Jersey Turnpike southbound getting down toward exit 9. It's an overturned tanker truck, and it looks like a fatality may be involved in this. Ongoing cleanup plus an ongoing investigation right now. Garden State Parkway northbound at 136, an accident on the shoulder. 78 eastbound getting out toward exit 26. We're getting reports of an accident there as well. Heading out past Hunterdon County, getting right out toward the area of 287. Prepare for some stop-and-go traffic this morning as you head out to the Hudson River crossings. 25 in at the GWB. Lincoln still about 30. Holland still about 30 to 35 in from both approaches. Heading over to First Ave here in town in the 30s. Everything closed with fire department activity. And over on the Hutch as you get up through Orchard Beach, watch for slowdowns. The drawbridge is malfunctioning at this point as well, so do watch for some delays. Partly cloudy today, high of 68. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Balance of Nature. changing the world one life at a time.
Hey, let me tell you something. That balanced nature really works, man. I mean, I work constantly on the road, and I put in 60 hours in 4 days, 15 hours a day, and I'm telling you, this stuff works. I don't get sick. I have plenty of energy. I'm 46 years old. I'm an old man, and I can't tell you how grateful I am to have this stuff. So I just want you to know that this stuff really works, and I'm grateful that this Dr. Howard guy figured it out. So I'll leave it at that.
Experience the balance of nature difference for yourself. Call or go online now and become a preferred customer, which gives you our best pricing and free shipping. And we'll take off an additional $25 on your first order. This will be a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code The Answer.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's Home Advisor. Home Advisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, and even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that Home Advisor is completely free to use.
Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
Home Advisor. Hi, this is Dennis Prager, and we just launched a new Pragertopia membership called Pragertopia Unlimited. Members can listen to any and all audio programs that are in the Dennis Prager store. That's over 400 programs to choose from. Show segments, talks, lectures, courses, even full access to all 5 books of my Torah teaching. For a limited time, an annual Pragertopia Unlimited membership is only $119. Join Pragertopia Unlimited today. Go to pragertopia.com.
Hey, Joe on the radio, 742. I see the phone calls. I see you. But let me just tell you about Connors and Sullivan first, if I can. Then I want to talk about Columbus Day. We got a lot of business to get into this morning. But I want to tell you how happy I am with Mike Connors, how happy everybody is with Mike Connors. Connors and Sullivan, attorneys at law. If you have someone in the hospital and you think maybe you're not eligible for Medicaid, nursing home costs could explode to like $15,000 a month, and you're frightened about bankruptcy. If you have any of those concerns, if you're worried about your will, your trust, your healthcare proxy, all of that, Connors and Sullivan, this is what they do. And how do I know? Because I went there. And if my life, with my crazy life, if they could take care of me, and Mike did it bang like that. When I tell you quickly, I walked in, you will call Lisa. I'm going to give you a number. You call Lisa, standing by. Bridget is there, Kelly, Rose, Michael, Beth. You will feel so comfortable. I heard you on Piscopo. Mr. Connors, what could you do for me? 718-238-6500. It's a quagmire trying to figure out your trust and your estate and your nursing home costs. Mike Connors has all the answers. I know because I went there personally. Best thing I ever did legally. I could protect my financial legacy for my children. 718-238-6500. Offices are in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. It's never too late. I know that. I'm a living example of that, right? 718-238-6500. Please don't wait. Call Connors and Sullivan today. 718-238-6500. Don't forget to listen to Ask the Lawyer with Mr. Connors himself Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. right here on AM 970 The Answer, or at 8 a.m. on our sister station 570 The Mission.
America First with Sebastian Gorka, coming up at 3 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Hey, there we go. See, I'm gossiping with Debbie's next to me. It's great, but we got start gossiping and talking. So I got a buddy. I got to tell you, I you know, as I talk to you here on the radio and you're watching on TV, it's like we're at home, right? This is what I feel. So Manny Alfano will call me 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 times a day. Manny Alfano. It's like he's an Italian guy from Jersey. I love this guy. He's head of One Voice. God bless him. He's such a dedicated Italian-American. I'm in Greece. The phone is ringing. Manny Alfano. I'm in Italy. Manny Alfano call. And if you don't call me, you call 10 times a day. Joe, they're taking down the statue. You know what, though? You got to love it. So his lieutenant is Andre DiMino. And you know what? The fight is just. The fight is worthy. As I think about my grandparents coming over, and as I walked the streets of Salerno just a couple weeks ago, and I went to Duomo, right in Salerno, the Cathedral of St. Matthew, and I felt you could feel the vibes, the heart and soul of your family right there, you know? It's something you can't describe unless you're there. And now they're trying to take it all away. They're trying to take it all away. And in the name of my grandparents, I'm standing fast and holding on to my heritage. You're going to have to rip it right out from me, and you ain't going to get it. I'm telling you right now. So we appreciate the fight. So, Andre, welcome to the show, man. Tell
Thanks,
Manny, I'll call him back.
I'll tell him.
I'll call him back.
But you described them perfectly.
Yeah. God bless him. He'll call you. And we all knows about it, but man, he's so fired up about it. Tell us about the heritage that they're trying to take away from us and why they're doing it, man, as we approach Columbus Day.
Rightly so. Manny is absolutely right in what
That's
he's doing
right.
because there's a tremendous attack across the country regarding Columbus Day and our heritage, and it's just something that we just can't sit by. We're working on the battles, and we can't lose the war.
Yeah, it's so true. So you think it's more of an attack on Western culture than anything else, you said?
Well, certainly. I mean, they're using Columbus himself as a figurehead because of Western culture.
Yeah.
And in essence, you know, Columbus Day is an important day for all of Americans. I mean, we're Americans first, but we preserve Italian heritage, just like you said. And Columbus Day was such an important thing to all of our ancestors. My parents, I'm first generation. My parents came here from Sicily, but my grandparents, my grandfather worked on the docks here in New York, and he was always happy when Columbus Day came by because it was the one day that he had that respect.
Yeah.
He didn't have respect the other days.
Oh, man.
Not back then.
You know, to that point, and I did an interview with Fox News, and then the reporter, young reporter, she was nice. She was off camera, and they were asking me about Columbus Day. Well, you know, the Italians weren't vilified like other ethnic groups. And I went, excuse me, the largest mass lynching in the United States of America was of Italian Americans in New Orleans in 1861. It's why they built the statue by Columbus Circle of Christopher Columbus, and remembering those 11 Italians killed and hung from lampposts and their disrespect. And then I would hear stories, and my grandfather would tell me he would get his paycheck robbed. Every time he'd go to the hat, he was a hatter. He made the hats in Manhattan. They would rob him. Oh, those, forgive me, and you and I could talk like this, the guineas, those Dagos. Oh, Joe DiMaggio would never eat garlic because he didn't want to smell like garlic because they would say, oh, look at the whoppers. He smells like, the disrespect people don't understand. I saw it. I lived it. I know it. We spoke Italian in the house. My parents would not allow me to speak another language outside the house. Why? Because we're American and you speak English now.
Absolutely correct. When I was a kid, I only spoke Sicilian growing up in Brooklyn, and then I moved to New Jersey, but I grew up in New Jersey. My parents kind of made me feel like Italian was a bad thing because they didn't want it spoken outside of the house. It was kind of like that shame. But now I think I've revolted against that because I'm so proud of our heritage. And we got to work on this because when you look at Italian Americans, we're the last ethnicity that it's okay to bash. You see the stereotyping is rampant, and with these attacks on Columbus Day and so forth, we just can't sit back and let it happen.
You can speak Sicilian?
I do, yes.
Oh! So you and again, now my Italian friends are gonna get mad, but I'm gonna make a Godfather reference. They're gonna get mad at me, but no. Just let's look at the artistic value of the Godfather of Coppola and all the Italian Americans in that film. Let's not the subject matter. Did you understand the Godfather when they would talk Sicilian? When Robert De Niro starts talking and Albert, they start using. I couldn't understand. It's a whole nother language. You understood that?
Actually, those scenes in Sicily sounded just like my family.
Wow.
Absolutely identical and perfectly spoken.
I thought they were faking it when I first saw it. No, absolutely. And then I saw, but that is authentic because it's Sicilian. And then when I went to Salerno, and I'm trying to speak the university Italian that I actually learned later, and I'm talking to my driver, and he's with the Southern Italian accent, you know, aspetta, you know, and I had to stay with him, you know, because I couldn't quite hear it, you know. Yeah, no. And when I go see my family in Avellino, when we go there in a couple of weeks, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and let's get them talking. So what do you think we could do, Andre, before we let you go? Andre DiMino, and the name of the organization, by the way, is an Italian-American One Voice Coalition. Executive board member is Andre DiMino. And a big shout-out to a lot of folks helping Manny, like our buddy Sal Divino, I know, steps up, a really dedicated Italian-American. What can we do? How do we maintain the legacy?
Well, we have to fight things. For example, the NEA, the largest teachers union in the country, passed a resolution to change Columbus Day to Indigenous People Day. We have a petition up there right now. We got thousands of signatures. We're opposing it. We're going to be going to the Secretary of Education because this is an inappropriate thing. You've got Princeton, New Jersey now is changing to Indigenous Peoples Day. And just last night, we heard a sneak resolution being brought up today in Washington, D.C. to change the district to celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day. It's the wrong thing to do. This is a false, fake news narrative about what Columbus did. They're attributing all these things to him, and it's just absolutely incorrect. This was no Garden of Eden when Columbus got here. So they want to raise up indigenous people. Well, we can't accuse them of what they did. They shouldn't do it to Columbus, too.
Yeah, Andrea, well said. Very well spoken and very, very, very well said. Thank you. Andrea DiMino, Italian-American One Voice Coalition. Appreciate it. Give Manny our best. I'll call him back, I promise.
Absolutely.
I'll call him back.
Thanks, Joe.
And thanks for your fight. Andre, thanks so much. Piscopo in the morning, it's 10 minutes before 8 o'clock. I see those phone calls right up here at our call board. I apologize for not getting to them quick enough on our Balance of Nature phone line. We're going to go to Debbie right next to me right now, live in the studio. Yay! With traffic on AM 970, The Answer.
Thanks, Joe. The inbound GWB 25 minutes in. Lincoln 30 to 35. Hollis still 35 to 40 from 1 to 9, but it's better from that Turnpike approach. First Ave here in town in the 30s, still closed with some ongoing fire department activity. It's a steam leak that you have to watch out for over there. We're getting reports of a problem at the Whitestone Bridge into Queens. Watch for a crash over there. Major problems continue this morning on the New Jersey Turnpike. The New Jersey Turnpike, the car and truck lanes, a couple of lanes blocked in both the car and truck lanes. Again, this is all due to this overturned tanker truck. It's an ongoing investigation. We're getting reports of a fatality there as well, so watch for the ongoing investigation. And taking a ride to 78 East Express Lanes, exit 49, a collision on the shoulder. And finally, on the westbound belt, getting into Lefferts Boulevard, it's an accident blocking one lane. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Just freedom.
It is the right given to every American by the founders in our Constitution to live out our faith in a robust way. You can live out your faith 24/7 when you're on the job, when you're in school, when you're teaching school. You can be who you are. You don't have to hide it. The founders gave that to us.
The Eric Metaxas Show. Weeknights at 11 on AM 970. The Answer.
Buy one, get one free offer today for MyPillows at MyPillow.com or call 800-651-0798. Order now. Use promo code AM970.
Something you need to know about Pete and Seth Talbot, the father-son owners. They're on a mission to help as many people as possible to get out of pain. They've been a consistent sponsor of this show. In radio, sponsors come and go. They may even stay for a year or so, and then they're gone. Not so with Relief Factor. Pete and Seth are consistent year after year. Why? Because tens of thousands of people are now taking Relief Factor every day for their back and neck pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, knee pain, etc. And now they're in less or no pain at all. That's the truth. I'd like you to try it. 3-week quick start is just $19.95. In 3 weeks, you'll know if it works. How's that? Is that a great thing or what? Cancel if it doesn't work. Otherwise, it's the best $19.95 you will have spent. That's the quick start, ReliefFactor.com.
National competition for your business is eating away at your customer base.
Like digital marketing minions swallowing your customers one by one.
You need Salem Surround. When a customer does a search, they need to find your business, not the competition. Your contact information needs to be accurate and all over the web. You need the right tools to turn visitors into leads. Contact Salem Surround for a free evaluation of your digital presence. Learn more at surroundnewyork.com. surroundnewyork.com. Connecting you with new customers.
Want more? AM 970 The Answer? Go to am970theanswer.com to listen live. Tune in to podcasts from the shows you missed anytime you want. Learn more about our advertisers. Join the AM 970 fan club and sign up for events. am970theanswer.com.
Oh, man. We are here. We are live. It's Joe Piscopo on the radio. How are you? Debbie Duhame is in the studio. Hey. Hi, Debbie.
Hey,
and Frankie and Albert is here. So funny. So we love John Bramnick, you know. I'm going to hold up John's book right here. I haven't marked. It's the name of the book is Why People Don't Like You. He's a good guy. Great public servant, but, you know, hysterically funny. Mm-hmm. And I know how cynical Al and Frank are, you know. When, you know, they really are, you know. So when they met, they came to me after they hung out with John and John's beautiful wife. They're on the cruise.
Yes.
This guy's great. We love John Bradman. Yeah. They were.
I'm moving to Westfield to vote for him.
It was all I could do to get them go upstairs, downstairs to see the performance that we were doing on the Schmooze Cruise.
Right.
So John has this great book called Why People Don't Like You. He's buddies with Mike Marino. They go out. They're at NJ Pack, by the way.
So funny.
This Saturday.
I've seen them both.
So he has little advice. This is what this book is great. You have to keep this book around. So when you have friends over, you go, hey, let's look at what we do and what we should not do in society. Why people don't like this is why people don't like you, because of this. For example, chewing gum never looks good. Am I right or wrong?
That's a very good point.
People keep the jaw moving. They go, it's just rude. Am I right or wrong? Is it rude? Like it's
definitely a good.
I mean, it's nothing major, but it's just something that you want to keep. I marked a couple of other things like this. This is true. If I told you this yesterday, if someone cuts you off when driving, have the decency to wave and acknowledge that you were the one who was wrong. Debbie, you're the goddess of the gowannas, as Frank says.
Yes, I am.
Isn't it nice if someone cuts you do something wrong? Sorry, you could do a wave, thank you, and acknowledge.
It's not always easy if you're like in a bad mood one day. You don't always want to just wave.
I know, and I'm guilty that when you're driving. I think we're all guilty of this. When driving, put down the phone. No texting, no Facebook, no Instagram, no shaving.
No shave. Well, I've never done that.
With the electric razor. So you got to check out why people don't. And this is the favorite one I keep telling you about. So true. You look tired.
Oh, that's the worst.
Is that the worst one?
I'm like, I gotta go put some more makeup on.
Why would you tell someone that? Why would you tell someone that?
I know.
I am tired. I've been up since 3:00. Doing traffic, I'm on the news, and oh my God, I'm on the radio. So just check out the book, Why People Don't Like You, by John Bramnick. Why People Don't Like You by John Bramnick. Check it out on Amazon today.
Did you miss what happened on the Joe Piscopo Show live stream? Catch up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AM970 The Answer.
Portions of this show sponsored by Route 22 Toyota.
Has the weather at the weather desk. Good morning, Jason. How are we looking today?
Good. Actually, it looks a little bit better than yesterday. We'll see some clouds around this morning. Could be a little shower around as well this morning, but we should see breaks of sunshine this afternoon, getting up to about 68. Dry early tonight, and then maybe some more rain and drizzle moves in late tonight and continues through the day tomorrow, and probably even more rain and drizzle as we get into Thursday. But I don't want to make it sound too wet. It's just going to be occasional light rain and drizzle, probably from late tonight through Thursday, but most of the time pretty quiet. Just a lot of clouds, windy and chilly.
All right, Jason, thank you so much. Jason in for Joe Lundberg. I got to go to Charlie Finch. I know, Charlie, we got 2 seconds, but I wanted to get you on the air, Professor. How you doing this morning, my friend?
Hi, Dream Drive, gentlemen. Great film about the statues in Central Park. Portrait of Jenny with Joseph Cotton, one of Jeffrey Lyon's favorites. When President Trump looks at a map of the world, he sees that geography is destiny. All these trouble spots bordered by Russia. Taking a hint from détente with Nixon and my old friend from Bravo, Johnny, Dr. Henry Kissinger. I had dinner with him back in the day with Dr. Rock Positano.
Yep.
President Trump is trying to create an alliance of convenience with Russia. Everyone's opposed to it. Just like Nixon with Watergate, he's under the gun, and he's trying to save the world. He's going to do it. Wait till next year, Mike Lindell. Onward and forward.
All right. Thank you, Charlie Finch. I see the rest of the calls. We're going to grab them when we come back. Giada Valenti is with us. David Burke, super chef David Burke with us live in the studio. Cannot wait to see our pal David and Giada as well. Chazz Palminteri and I had a great chat on the way back from Philly. I called Chazz. You don't want to miss what Chazz has to say right here on the radio. It's AM 970, The Answer with Piscopo, coming right back.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970, The Answer.
58 degrees at 7:59. I'm Al Gattulo with local news first. Here's what's going on. Just as the morning rush getting underway, a high-pressure steam leak on the east side causing some problems. Utility workers think a valve failure has caused the leak at 1st Avenue and East 36th Street. Traffic being diverted around the area. That is causing slowdowns. Con Edison workers are at the scene. The MTA is planning to add 70 subway elevators within the next 5 years as part of its capital spending plan. Officials have pledged $5.5 billion towards the construction. The transit agency has faced criticism and lawsuits as many stops along the subway system are not accessible to people who use a wheelchair. One example, the N line in Queens, a train many disabled people simply have no way of using. In sports, Yankees heading to the American League Championship Series. They swept the Twins, a 5-1 win in Game 3 of their AL Division Series. You now know what's going on. I'm Al Gattulo, AM 970, The Answer.
from the studios of AM 970 The Answer on Broadway and Wall Street in Manhattan. This is WNYM, Hackensack, New Jersey, New York City.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Saying it's time to end America's involvement in endless wars, President Trump is defending his decision to withdraw U.S. troops from northern Syria.
We're like a police force over there. We're policing. We're not fighting, we're policing. We're not a police force.
The troop pullback faces criticism from Democrats and Republicans who say it leaves America's Kurdish allies vulnerable to attack by Turkey. It could be among the biggest, most consequential issues of the Supreme Court's new term. The justices today will consider whether federal civil rights protections extend to LGBT individuals. ADF Senior Counsel Kate Anderson says the judiciary should not be adding anything to the law that wasn't there in the first place.
Americans really should be able to rely on the law as it's written instead of having unelected officials try to change the law without it going through Congress.
Two cases which will be argued together involved two men who say they were fired because they're homosexuals. The other case involves a Christian funeral director who fired a male employee after he began dressing and identifying as a woman. China State TV is axing NBA preseason games in a free speech dust-up over Hong Kong.
CCTV will no longer air the NBA early games set in China after Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey tweeted an image that supported anti-government demonstrations in Hong Kong. The state arm says it's reviewing all its cooperation and exchanges involving the NBA now. Morey's tweet has provoked a wave of censure from Chinese companies, including a major sports merchandise retailer that has halted its partnership with the Rockets. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Wall Street futures pointing to a lower open later this morning. Dow futures down 165 points. S&P futures off 17. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Sebastian Gorka here for Relief Factor, the 100% drug-free supplement that was formulated by doctors to help your body deal with inflammation and pain. The reason I've told so many of my friends about the 3-week quick start is because as we get older, occasional aches and pains can be a real problem, keeping you from sleeping through the night or doing the things you love and need to do, like taking walks or playing golf, going up or down stairs, or simply playing with your kids or grandkids. Tens of thousands are now like me, glad they ordered the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. After years of back pain, I found relief, and I believe you could too. Folks, this is why the father and son owners of Relief Factor, Pete and Seth Talbot, created the 3-week quick start, and they discounted it to only $19.95. Approximately 70% of those who order it go on to order more. Let's see if we can get you out of pain too. Go to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com, or call 800-500-8384.
Honor, tradition, strength, pride. Representing the United States Military Academy, a new class of Black Knights will find out what it's like to wear the black and gold. Go Army!
This is Rich DeMarco. Tune in this Saturday at 6:30 as the Black Knights travel to take on Western Kentucky on our sister station, AM 570, 102.3 FM, The Mission.
If you're worried about your cholesterol, hear how others are taking charge with garlic.
My doctor said my cholesterol was borderline, but I've been taking garlic, and it works.
I've been taking garlic for years.
My pharmacist recommended garlic. He said there's an ingredient in garlic that helps maintain healthy cholesterol.
I take garlic every day. No garlic breath. Lots of people like you are choosing garlic to help maintain a healthy cholesterol. Garlic, it's cholesterol's natural enemy. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Stuck in traffic? We've got the answer.
A massive delay continuing heading south on the New Jersey Turnpike down towards East Brunswick. Crews are still working on a flipped-over tanker truck from last night just south of Exit 9. While they work on this, there are 2 lanes blocked in both the inner and the outer roadways. The car and truck lanes both affected. If you're heading out of Jersey at the George Washington Bridge, close to a half-hour wait at the upper deck tolls. If you're not driving a truck, you can cut that down to about a 5-minute wait downstairs. We have an accident on the Whitestone Bridge coming out of the Bronx down to Queens. It's blocking the right lane right at the Bronx side at the tolls. No problems at the Throgs Neck Bridge. The Hutchinson River Parkway being held up in the Bronx both directions. The Hutchinson River Drawbridge is in the up position. Alternate side parking rules are in effect today citywide. We'll see a few more showers possibly through the remainder of the morning. Otherwise, just a mostly cloudy day, rather brisk, highs in the upper 60s. A little chillier even tomorrow. Mostly cloudy, chance of showers, highs in the low 60s. Now you know how not to go. I'm Tom Note on AM 970, The Answer.
Live from the Smart Way to Buy.com studios. The following segment sponsored by Perillo Tours.
Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday morning briefing. Here's what you need to know to start your day with your host, former Saturday Night Live superstar Joe Piscopo. Produced by Frank Morano with news guy Al Gottulo and traffic with Debbie Duhame. This is the Joe Piscopo Show on AM 970. The Answer.
Là dove il mare luccica.
Columbus Day. We're doing a lot of Italian things, and I do that with great pride in the name of my grandparents and my parents, you know, because I always feel the Italian-American heritage always gets shortchanged. They get stereotypically portrayed. You know, hey, listen, I've done the jokes, you know, but if you're Italian, you can do the jokes, you know. But if you're not, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. So we roll into Columbus Day. That was Giada Valenti, his beautiful, beautiful voice. And I want to give a big shout-out to my dear, dear friend, Sonny Grosso, who has just been, he's the French Connection cop. He's really one of the great cops in the history of the NYPD. The French Connection cop, you know the movie French Connection? That was about Sonny Grosso. And he's just a great, great Italian-American. And Sonny introduced me to Giada. Says, hey, you got to meet this great girl. She's got this beautiful, beautiful voice. And I've had the pleasure of working with this gal all throughout. We've been all over Giada. And now she's in the studio with us this morning.
Good morning, Joe.
How are you?
Good. Nice seeing you.
So you too. Great to see you again, girl.
Yes. I moved to the West Coast, so I don't see you that often.
Are you in? Is that right?
I moved to Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas resident since December. I mean, I moved to LA before, so I've been there for 2 years, and then last December I started to get a little residency at Vegas. So I said, why not?
Where are you in Vegas? And you play like some of the.
I play several times at the Smith Center. It's this new performance arts center that they built there. I don't know. You never been, Joe? It's one of the.
No.
They call it the Carnegie Hall of the West.
Oh, cool.
It's a jewels. They spend tons of money and they build this spectacular place. It's mainly for the residents of Vegas. State of the art sounds, lights. The big room, the Reynolds Hall, was inspired by the La Venice, the theater in Venice. So it's very like Carnegie Hall, very old-fashioned build. I mean, it's a new building, but yeah, you have to come, Joe. You have to do the show there. Come on.
I'll do it with you. We've performed before many times with the National Italian American Foundation.
That would be nice.
Are you going to the big foundation, the Columbus Citizens Foundation this weekend?
I have to go back to Vegas
Go
because
back to
I'm
Vegas.
working. I know.
That's all right.
I miss the parade. I mean, I know.
Yeah,
but I will be watching on YouTube.
It's so nice. So tell us where you're from. You're from Northern Italy, correct?
I am from Venice, Italy.
Yeah. See, I could now. When I thought Debbie's here, and when you hear Giada speak, you could hear the Italian clearly. And because you speak it more. The northern I could hear. The southern, where I'm from, my people are from Avellino.
See, Napoli, the heart of Italy.
And I always go like this. They always go. My grandmother would go, Aspetta,
vieni aquí. But you know what? My father is from the south. My father is Cicciaro, so between Naples and Rome.
Yeah.
So I know both, so I can fake both accents. But
yeah,
I mean,
you can.
I can. Yeah, because.
I was just saying to Andre, I was saying that when I was in Salerno, man, I couldn't understand the guy speaking so quick with the southern accent. I was trying to stay with it. In the north, I could hear it a little bit, you know.
But we know what is funny. My parents, they've been married for so long. My mother, to this day, she doesn't understand the dialect of my father. So when we go to my grandmother's house, my mom is like, "What are they talking about?" I said, "Not you, Mom. They're talking about other family members."
And when a Sicilian too, you can't.
Oh, Sicilian.
It's a whole other thing.
It's charming how in Italy, but I think also in America, but in Italy especially because it's a small country, how north and south, est and west, we have different dialects.
You know what? That's a great analogy. Yeah. It's so true in America too. People go, "What are you talking about?" It's the exact same thing. You go down south.
Yeah.
You talk to folks way deep down south, man. Down Louisiana, you know, it's a whole other language.
I wish I could do them all because I think they're so charming. Dialects and accents are so fantastic.
But you know, you're such a proud Italian American, which we appreciate. But you're such a great American too, and I know you play all over. I played with you at the San Gennaro Festival. We've been
at
at
Milwaukee. We I remember I have a picture of you that I posted on Facebook. Me and you in Milwaukee. And
that
Tony
was
Desser.
so much fun.
Yeah.
My God, that was
I think
great.
that's the first time I catch your whole show, and I thought, how freaking talented.
Yeah. That was an outdoor Italian. I said, there's Italians in Milwaukee.
Me too.
I said, this
we
is
are
great.
everywhere, Joe. We are everywhere.
I'll tell you, we're taking over. We're taking over.
Yeah, we are.
And Neoff is great. And now of course, we're at a plug with Angelo Vivolo, your buddy.
I love Angelo.
They love you.
I love the Columbus Citizen Foundation. They've been nothing but grateful.
You've sang many, many times during the
10
parade.
years in a row.
Which is tough. People don't understand. It's Debbie. It's live as live can be when you do the Columbus. You know, doing the Debbie's always live with the traffic.
There we go.
When we go on, we'll be on Channel 7 on Monday, and it is like live as live can be. And when we go live, and then I think Valerie Smaldone is going to be there.
Oh, Valerie.
You know, she was on the station as well, so she's going to introduce the act. And then, man, there's no mercy. Then you got to make sure the sound is good.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And it's not that it's too early in the morning, right?
Oh,
right?
yeah, no, not really. Oh, yeah. And we are not morning person, actually. You're pretty awake for early in the morning for being an artist.
Are you proud of me?
Joe.
Are you proud of me?
I'm
We've
super
known each other.
proud of you.
Usually we'd be on the road sleeping till noon. And then, okay, what time is show?
I see your post sometimes. He's awake at 5:30 in the morning. I said, Joe really changed his life. He's a radio man now.
It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I did it because I'm really literally getting up when we used to come in. You know, and that's my head, is that it being in the nightclubs like that. Hey, Giada, but we appreciate you dropping by. And how do you know Steve Perillo, if I can ask?
Because we are doing, I know him for a long time. I met
Great
him
guy.
actually, then a fantastic guy. And we are doing, once a year I do a trip in Italy.
You know
with
what?
Fans and Fancy. And this year he's organizing it together with me. So
you're doing a Giada Valenti trip to Italy?
I take me to Italy,
This is great.
And you're
And
doing something too, right?
yeah, well, please, Steve, he's been great because I wanted to go. I always wanted to. I love the Perillo name, you know,
Yes,
and it's
they're the
beyond like advertise. It's not even advertising. This is all
No.
family at this point. It's
Yeah.
all Italian family at this point. So Steve came on. We chatted. Let's go on a tour. Giada, we put it out there saying we're going to go on a tour, and Debbie's going, Frankie's. We sold out in 36
That's
hours.
awesome.
36 hours, boom, like that. And Steve did mention, so you have a Giada Valenti
A Giada
tour.
Valenti tour next year. We're still putting the things together, but it's going to be in June, if I remember well. But they can go on viavalenti.com and they can find information. Oh, Steve Perillo also will have.
How beautiful is this guy with the accent like that? Come
Love
on,
it.
it's like
I love
Sophia Loren in the studio.
Absolutely.
Am I right, huh?
Absolutely.
Well,
And you've changed your life, Joe. You get up early. man. I love it.
Yes.
Well,
coffee has a lot to do with it.
No.
Yeah.
Crankiness.
Espresso.
I'll get
Well,
to this was
And
6.
he's all dressed up. Look how how good he looks.
Everybody goes.
You know what
"Well,
his way of dressing down is?
Yeah.
Takes the tie off. That's it.
That's all. That's all. We don't get
But
jeans
you know,
and
in the
sneakers
old,
with Joe.
my father would
No.
always have a shirt and tie, and no matter where he would go, he would go visit the
true.
relatives with a shirt and tie, suit and tie.
But that's an old-fashioned something that I'm very proud of. What my grandfather used to say: if you see other people, people will see you. So then it meant that you have to. I mean, you see other people, so
Yeah,
the way you
yeah,
look, they see
yeah.
you. So I always had to go out dressed up nice. I was, and nowadays you don't think people are a little bit not taking care of that?
I'm the slob guy. So.
No, you're not that slob.
Oh,
You're
no,
ju-
trust me.
no, are you the one that goes to the airport with your pajama and your
You know, I
flip-flops
do wear
and no-
sweats on a plane when I travel. I want to be
I
comfortable.
will stop you next time, and
Okay.
I will remind you. Hey,
If I'm wearing a suit, I'm either going to a wedding or a funeral. So it's
you
one
don't
or
need
the
to
other.
wear a suit. You just need to wear good shoes and an iron shirt.
There you
That's
go.
all.
We have some guests come in, like a police commissioner or some.
Oh, wow.
No, somebody will come in, and I will be dressed out of respect. Al's got a T-shirt on, man.
Your T-shirt or something. You know.
But then they always say, I wish I could dress like Al, you know. He's the
Commissioner
guy.
did say that.
He
See?
did. Giada at 8:13 with Joe Piscopo. Giada Valenti is. And where can we find you? And where can we find you in Vegas? And when are you going on the Perillo tour?
The Perillo tour is in June next year, so they can go on viavalenti.com. To find all of my information is giadavalenti.com, and you spell GIADAVALENTI. It's very difficult. And if they want to see me this Friday, I'm at Carnegie Hall.
This Friday, you're going to be at
This
Carnegie?
Friday, 8
Look at
p.m.
you,
Carnegie
girl.
Hall. Steve is going to be there. I asked him to play piano, but he got too nervous, so I don't think he's going to do it. But you never know.
Oh, Steve should play because he
Still
does play
should
the
play,
piano.
right?
He does.
Steve, if you're listening, you have to play. He's too shy. He said, "It's Carnegie Hall, girl. I can't do it." You can.
Well, break a leg, and it's always
so much.
always a privilege and honor to be with you on
Thank you
stage.
for having me.
You really are magnificent talent.
you, Joe.
magnificent. Keep me posted. all my love to you, and thanks for dropping in, Giada
Thank you for
Valenti,
having
right
me.
there.
Thank you, Joe.
God bless. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. Ci vediamo presto, huh?
Ci vediamo prestissimo in Italia, in America. Se sei libero, vieni alla Carnegie Hall venerdì.
Well, yeah, beautiful.
There we go.
We're going to do the traffic in Italian now, too, right?
Oh, yeah, right. Want to do the traffic?
Debbie Duhame is in the studio with us. She's the only non-Italian in the studio.
1%. I have my DNA done. 1% Italian.
1% Italian.
I will be proud of that.
8:15, the great Debbie Duhame on the roads on AM 970, The Answer.
Joe, thanks a lot. We're going to head to First Avenue. First Avenue here in the 30s. Watch out. Everything closed. It's all due to fire department activity, a steam leak over there, and that's what's causing the problems. A lot of volume at the Brooklyn Bridge getting into town. Westbound Belt, that's going to be stop and go as well, getting out toward Bay 8th Street with an accident. Traffic is still moving pretty slowly this morning as you head over to the Cross Bronx West. Solid traffic heading out toward the area of 3rd Avenue. Major problems continue on the New Jersey Turnpike. The New Jersey Turnpike southbound. Bumper-to-bumper traffic getting down toward exit 9. It's an overturned tanker truck. It looks like 2 lanes blocked in the car lanes, 2 lanes blocked in the truck lanes. A major investigation going on. Looks like a fatality involved as well. So crews are still at the scene there. Inbound GWB 15, Lincoln 20. Holland still about 30 minutes in from both approaches. So expect some delays there. And we're still seeing some volume on 1 and 9 northbound as you get up through Woodbridge with an accident as well. Partly cloudy today with a high of 68. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Jay Sekulow explains the lies coming from the swamp.
Adam Schiff made a public statement that he had no previous contact or a staff with the whistleblower in this case, right? No previous contact. Completely false. A completely false statement from Adam Schiff. His team had already spoken to that whistleblower over a month before.
Jay Sekulow live. Weeknights at 6, right before Larry Elder at 7 on AM 970, The Answer.
When backyard fun in the sun moves indoors for game day, watch parties, and family get-togethers, you know fall is finally here. Larry Elder here. Make sure your home is all set to impress with SelectBlinds.com. Interior designers agree that one of the easiest ways to improve your home's appearance is by upgrading old blinds, shades, and shutters. Select Blinds makes ordering blinds online simple and easy. Select and order high-quality, easy-to-install blinds, shades, and shutters today. Select Blinds takes the guesswork out of ordering blinds online by offering high-quality blinds for an unbelievable price. Read more than 300,000 reviews from 1 million happy customers at SelectBlinds.com. It's easy to see why they've been featured on TLC, HGTV, and Netflix. To get the best deals on blinds, shades, and shutters, shop today at SelectBlinds.com. Remember to mention our show, Larry Elder, at checkout using the drop-down menu. Let SelectBlinds.com upgrade your home today. SelectBlinds.com, that's SelectBlinds.com.
ADP isn't just in the payroll business. We're in the people business, helping companies find them, train them, and empower them by clearing the way for them to do their best work. Because when your people thrive, your business thrives with them. HR, talent, time, benefits, and payroll. Informed by data and designed for people, so you and your company can achieve what you're working for. Learn more at design.adp.com.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher. I'm thrilled to be co-hosting the Stand With Israel tour with my friend Dennis Prager. This tour of the Holy Land will bring us face-to-face with one of our country's most important allies and one of the most fascinating spiritual regions on earth. More than a vacation, this bucket list trip will deepen your faith and expand your mind. I personally want to invite you to join me on this journey. Register today, and I'll see you in Israel.
For more information and to register for this trip, go to am970theanswer.com. That's am970theanswer.com.
I love telling you about Headline Harness 818 with Joe on the radio. Headline Harness is one of the most brilliant products ever invented, and I love it because it comes from Marilyn and Peter Pianelli. And no, not that they're Italian. That has nothing to do with it, really. It's just, you know, you sit around. How many times you sat around with a loved one and you say, we should do this. Hey, let's do that. I got this great idea. Well, Marilyn and Peter came up with the Headline Harness. It's brilliant. I'm a dog owner. Otis is my dog. Really Mikey's dog, but I haven't heard of the dog because that always happens with parents. You buy the kid a dog and then you end up having the dog, right? So I got Otis. He's 115 pounds or so, a Bernese Mountain Dog, beautiful, and I worry about him. The headlight harness is a harness that it puts around the body. It's around the body of the animal. So, and it's got an integrated light in it, a LED light. So if I go on the roads, I told you before, I've come down here to the office at night, for example, and if it's Otis has to do his business, I don't want all the cars around. With that light, they cars see Otis in a second. And now I live in an area out in Western Jersey. There's coyote out there. There's bear out there. The raccoons, the foxes, all sorts of wildlife. I put the headlight harness on Otis. No animal's going to come near him. He looks like a little SUV running around out there. One of those little go-karts in the back. It's brilliant. And then when you hook on the dog, because it's around the body, it's not a choke-style collar. And I love that about the dog. So I can put the dog in the car, which is law in New Jersey. You have to secure your pet, and I put that little hook. It's right on the back on the harness. It's as safe and as comfortable, and I customized it. And Marilyn and Peter Pinelli have come up with one of the greatest products that you need to get. Headlight harness. Bought one for my sister Carol. Got personalized it. She loves it for her dog. Here's the way you got to go. If you would be so kind to go to headlightharness.com. Just go to headlightharness.com, all right? This is a no choke, no pull design. You got to check out the headlight harness. You can call 800-597-0181, 800-597-0181, or again, headlightharness.com. Use the promo code AM 970.
Did you see what happened on the Joe Piscopo Show? Tune into the show every Tuesday morning, 6 to 10 on Facebook, YouTube, and AM970theanswer.com.
Portions of this show sponsored by Hudson Honda.
Go to the calls immediately. Need my Bruce fix. I need my Bruce fix in the morning. Oh, yeah. Dancing in the dark, baby. This is my life story as well, Al. This is my Bruce impression. When Bruce sings this song, it goes like that. I think he choreographed that. Am I right? He'd have the hands out like this, and his shoulders would go. I think he could. I heard rumor Bruce does that in front of the mirror. He does it because when you see Bruce on stage, I go, and he's older than I am, man. I watch the great, and politics aside, I know people get mad. Talk about if I say anything positive about Bruce, God forbid Bobby De Niro. Oh, I don't want to hear it. But acting-wise, talent-wise, Bruce, he'll go in front of the,
He does do that.
and he'll take the guitar. He'll take the guitar like this, with his shoulders up like this, and I got it down.
That's his workout.
Yeah.
That's the
See,
man.
I'd rather see Joe doing Bruce than Bruce. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Because like that right there, I found more exciting than Bruce doing.
No.
I've seen Joe's version of Pink Cadillac and heard it.
That.
This is not a joke. I really so much more enjoy Joe's version of Pink Cadillac than Bruce's.
I have to do a cover version. Thank you, Frankie.
Yeah.
I'll do a
You
cover.
can actually understand the words occasionally when you do it.
Yeah. So great.
Wait. Hey, let me go to Ann. She's been holding on Long Island. Ann, I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. Good morning, and what is on your mind this
morning?
morning?
Good morning, Joe. I overheard a conversation recently, and I was wondering if you knew anything about it. I heard people talking about a statue of Mother Cabrini, and it was supposed to be erected somewhere. I didn't get all this information in the city, but Mayor de Blasio's wife was really leading a campaign against erecting this statue. Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, there was a vote. It was, and Frank will verify, there was a vote on the Women Admire. Thank you, Ann, for calling. Thanks for holding. Sorry to keep you waiting. But there was a vote on the most admired women in New York, and Mother Cabrini won. And I'm telling you, put religion aside. You got to put religions aside, because this woman, what she did, how she went around America, Mother Cabrini, she came from Italy. They always say she was the patron saint of immigrants, because she always helped the Italian immigrants coming into the country. She went around and helped out the less fortunate. They want to put a statue up. They wanted people acknowledge her. And you know what? Fill me in on that, Frankie.
Yeah, so there was this acknowledgement among the city's leaders, cultural leaders and political leaders, that there were not enough statues of women. And hey, look, who can disagree with that, right? There are not enough statues of women. There's a lot of great women in American history and world history that should be recognized with a statue. So they launched this She Built NYC competition, where they allowed the public to vote on which female people should get statues. Great, all great. The person that got the most votes was Mother Cabrini.
Boom.
And in spite of the fact that she got the most votes. Chirlane McCray, the city's first lady and the person in charge of this She Built NYC competition, ignored the public's choice. And they're not moving forward with a statue of Mother Cabrini, even though she won the contest.
What was her excuse? What was
I haven't heard any rationale at all from either the mayor or the first lady.
But the press should be all over this.
Yeah,
This is what I
well,
can't
you know
stand.
what? The New York Post has been, to their credit, they've been covering this very, very vocally. And Monsignor Casada, who they call the Pope of Brooklyn, he is leading a fundraising drive on his own to try and raise the money for a statue to do this. And Bishop DiMarzo has also been very, very vocal, pointed out that she's very, very deserving this honor because she literally helped build New York City. She worked to establish orphanages,
That's right.
schools,
That's right.
A hospital, and she's the patron saint of what? Immigrants.
I know. That's
Right?
right.
So
That's right.
I don't
That's right.
understand why Bill de Blasio, again, seems to have such a problem with immigrants.
And-
If you look at the cab drivers, Joe, that are being fined to death, all of them are immigrants. If you look at the students that he is trying to deny a space to in New York City's elite high schools, overwhelmingly they're immigrants. And now he's trying to deny a statue to the patron saint of immigrants. Now, Bill de Blasio loves to paint the president as anti-immigrant. I think Bill de Blasio and the first lady should look in the mirror.
You're right. And Chazz Palminteri is going to join us when we come back from news because Chazz is so fired up about this. And it's very, very true. So where do we put the statue? How do we put the statue? Vinny Ricuglia dropped in, our favorite undertaker. He's great. He runs in, and his sister is with the Cabrini mission, with the nuns that we did a benefit for earlier this year. Great mission, and they help the least fortunate folks. They really do. Vinny came in. It was so funny. Vinny, come stay. He goes, I got a funeral. And his sister is indeed a sister. So they're trying to at least acknowledge Mother Cabrini. But I don't know what the problem is and why Italian Americans always get the least respect. And then I don't understand how the press isn't objective on this, saying this is the woman. Look at the people. They just think, oh, it's Catholic, oh, it's Christians. And look at what these people have done. And when you and Debbie, you and I, we could talk about this. Is when you look at the saints. And who was Dallas Jenkins? Was that his name? The director,
Yes, The Chosen.
The Chosen.
Great
he was
guy.
here
He was
yesterday.
on Fox Business right after us.
He did a great. But those saints who walked the earth, they as regular people, and even I hate to say philosophers, but really listen to what they say. And as regular people, they made all the sense in the world, right? And you know that better than anybody. Hey, David Burke is in the house. Hey, a round of applause for the man.
Hi,
Good
David.
to see you,
Nice
David.
to see you.
Missed you, my brother. Good to see you, man. Come sit down. Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Big
Hi,
Al is
David.
here. Frankie giving
Yeah.
up a seat. Chef Burke, welcome back, man. That's yours,
Sit
man.
down, grab that microphone there. You're good to go.
You are the man. Chef, how are you, brother?
Excellent. Long time.
Well, listen, you, Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Super Chef, Mr. Everywhere in the world, on cruise ships everywhere. Where did you start again? Where was
Hazlitt.
Hazlitt. And you came on the Piscopo show.
I'm from the 077. I'm from the 30.
I know. I was just down Route 35. I'm driving around there. Every time I talk, I take little Charlie down there, and I go,
This is great. The whole Bayshore area now, and Seabright, and
Yeah.
Asbury,
Who shot me some pictures I saw online of, was it the Drift
Naughty
House?
Bar. We reopened Naughty Bar yesterday. Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, you reopened it
Beautiful.
like that? Yeah. So we're ready. We stand at the ready.
Meaning it's open to the public. During the summer, it's called the Tiki Bar. It's for the members of the Driftwood Beach Club.
Oh.
Then the club closes for the season,
Yeah.
and we take over that beautiful bar right on the rocks.
Yeah, it's right there.
I mean, the waves, the bands out there. It's great.
The-
And it's casual. It's burgers and wings and pizza, good quality, and it's Jersey Shore. There's a band out there. The guys in the band I went to high school with at Sunday was great.
And we stand at the ready. I said to Mike here, so we stand at the ready to come down to any of your locations.
We talk, but I want to talk to coming down and playing Orange Lawn too, South Orange.
Yeah, well,
the ballroom there.
That looks great. It's a ballroom.
There's a ballroom, there's a wedding facility, but you can have a nice event. Where we throw a party and you play. It doesn't have to be a wedding or a bar mitzvah. It could be, a cocktail party.
Hey, Chef. So
I want to do a fake wedding.
I've had a couple of those.
Here come the
again?
the assisted layups.
Right.
I've had a
Just
couple
a
of
dress
those.
rehearsal.
Hello. Yes, I do. I do. I have and I will. David, so you're down the shore, and now you're a super chef, man, and you really are all over. And the restaurants are great. I took Allie, and we went to Tavern right there.
Nice, yeah.
Wasn't that great, though? We had a little birthday celebration with my ex. How about that? How good was that?
Yeah.
How good was that? Excuse me?
I know.
All right. So you're down there, but you hung down there with your buddies, and now you're like this super internationally renowned chef. What's the feeling when down in Jersey, you know? It's because next door is Bruce, next door is Bon Jovi. Literally, these guys are hanging. And you say, hey, John. They go, hey, David, how are you? Do you ever stop and think, God, I was on Route 35, man?
36. I was
36. Oh, Route 36. That's right. That's right.
Even quiet. Even less chance of getting out.
Less chance of getting out. That's great. That's terrible, man. Because that's a beautiful place.
Oh, it is. You know
with the
you know
water.
what? I like taking 36 down and seeing the bait and tackle.
Exactly.
Here you got bait and tackle shops, a couple used car dealers, strip joints, and a couple fast foods.
A selection for everyone.
It's true. No, but it hasn't changed. And all the Bradley's, a shop right closed. Like the food store. Food stores is out.
The Bradley's is still there. The building and the sign.
The food store is out of business. Strip joints the same.
Yeah.
A&P is gone. The strip joints are all over. Yeah.
Bait and tackle. People still go fishing, drinking. We don't need food.
But it's so funny because sometimes I go and I don't know what it is about Jersey. I joke about it. I've written jokes about it. I've done bits about it. I go down the turnpike as soon as we come back up from Philly with Big Mike. My buddy Big Mike's driving, and I'm looking, and there we hit exit 13A, exit 13, and I see that flame, man, and I see the oil refinery. I see the jets going overhead, right over your head, and I see the boats with those. They look like aliens, those big things. I'm home, baby. I'm home. What is it about that? About Jersey? We just appreciate
That's exactly what it is. You're home.
Yeah.
I mean, the turnpike is the turnpike. The turnpike is
man.
But then when you hit out west where you live and you go down the shore and you go up northern Bergen County and you go up, it's a beautiful state.
I know.
I mean, we joke about 36, but 36 is now, and all the way down to Asbury, the coast, the ocean, and the Sandy Hook comes up the bay. That bay is getting. The ferries helped a lot. I'm snooping around to buy a house in Atlantic Islands.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, very close.
Yeah.
And those towns, Keensburg. I worked at the boardwalk when I was a kid.
Yes.
Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows.
Were you one of those guys?
Oh yeah. I worked at concert T-shirt wheel. It was great.
This is great.
I was like 14. They didn't care. If you could see over the counter, the same as the bars. If you could see over the counter and you had your newspaper money.
I know.
I still had the paper out bag, and I was like, hey.
We used to go to, this is the worst. David's a bad influence, Debbie, because we used to go to the bars, and then when we were 21, we said, hey, we're celebrating our 21st birthday. You've been coming in here for 5 years.
But it was 18 when we
Right,
you're right. So you went in at 15, 16.
Oh, my Lord. Hey, David, tell us about all the new establishments you have. I hear Fort Lee's just ripping it up.
Oh, yeah, Venton. You haven't been there, right?
No, man, I got to get out of it.
We have... It's called Ventanas.
Yeah.
It's a Latin concept with a little bit of Asian and American.
Yeah.
It's got a DJ and music. There's some dancing. So it morphs into a nightclub, too. It's really beautiful space. At the Modern, which I have an apartment there, and the two new high-rises that went up. So Fort Lee's really done a great job upgrading itself. For years, it just kind of sat the same, and they finally built that. There was a big... a few acres in the middle of town, once owned by Leona Helmsley, and the property had to get whatever.
Wow.
And then now it's all developed. So Sokolich, the mayor's doing a great job with, and because I've lived there for 20 years. Mostly out of convenience. Now I like actually living there because I can walk to great coffee shops, I can walk to restaurants, and the convenience of being in New York. So, but I still want to get down to Bay to have a getaway. Down Atlantic Islands area. So so Ventanas is great. We're still up in Saratoga. Had a great season. Garden City Hotel. By the way, I'm cooking at Garden City Hotel all weekend next weekend.
Wow.
Friday night, I think I'm either doing a dinner. Saturday, I'm doing a cooking class and a dinner, and Sunday brunch. So if anyone wants to head out to Garden City Hotel, just check on the website. I don't have all the details.
Cool.
But everything's going well. know.
I know, man. You're unbelievable. And you did some of the cruises, didn't I? I called you.
Holland America. I work with them. I go on 2 cruises.
Yeah, Holland America is a great job.
Yeah.
I just got off a Holland America cruise with the Media Research Center. It was great. We did a speaking. They were great. I was so impressed.
They do it most of the cruises, like the casinos in Vegas in the 80s. They got to improve the food. The food has to be part of it because the food on a flight.
Yeah.
Well, a flight's only a few hours usually. You're on a cruise for 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 days. The food has to be good.
Yeah.
That's part of something you look forward to. The entertainment's usually good. And then you go to ports. We went up to Prince Edward Island and Quebec and Montreal. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Rained a lot because we had the tail end of the storm.
Yeah.
There was a lot of ships up north because they weren't down. Down south, and so the ports were packed, pouring rain, and I mean I don't care. I'm like walking in the rain, and
But you're in the kitchen anyway, man, right?
No, they do most of it. Yeah, we give them the recipes. Yeah, we spend a little bit of time there. The class is the fun part.
Yeah.
Because that's the one day at
Oh,
sea.
that's
You don't-
cool.
So we do a class.
We're doing a mozzarella class, right, Deb, in Sorrento.
Yeah. Well, we're going to Italy, with the Perillo tours.
I wouldn't even know how to
How's your
start.
mozz? Is your mozz like,
Mozzarella.
remember the Popegranate Village, that movie?
Yep, sure.
Hey, your mother's mozzarella is tough.
With Mickey Rourke. Hey, David Burke. David Burke is the man. You check out, just Google David Burke. You'll see all the great properties. And then we're ready to stand at the ready with when we want to play down there, man. We're ready. And then, we got the band all locked and loaded at the Drift House or wherever you want to go. Also Ventana, too, because you have a stage up there, right?
We're doing something with Kevin McCullough.
Yes. That's great.
I think it's the 18th.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing
he's,
after.
He's broadcasting live from Ventana.
Great.
October 18th, I believe.
It is
right.
Friday night.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
so
Friday
it's in the
night.
afternoon, 3 to 5. And we're going to have hors d'oeuvres, and there's a chef's table. I think
That's
that's
great.
sold out, but
That's
there's
great.
tickets for the stuff. So,
Don't-
and that's the venue for it. because
This will be great. And also, and everything else is okay, David? Everything else?
Let's say, why some people have exes? I'm more of like a bowler type mentality. I have this slash because when you have a slash, it means you get one more shot. It's a spare.
So what? Are you not with who I think you're with anymore? Did you move on? No, you.
You know what? I don't give up that easy.
Yeah.
I'm a glutton for a little bit of
No,
dramatic punishment.
she's a wonderful gal.
She's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is
Cindy
good
is a
then.
beautiful girl.
Look at you!
Hey.
Look at you! Oh.
All
right.
But sometimes
South
you can't
Orange.
Sometimes you can't get the artwork that you want.
South Orange wedding. I'm just saying.
Oh, South Orange. David
Come on.
Burke Orange Lawn. It's at one of the oldest tennis clubs in America. So that's our newest.
That's be beautiful, man.
And we still got Woodpecker and Tavern
Yeah.
here.
Oh, good.
And we got a couple new things on the horizon I really can't talk about yet, but
Okay.
maybe by next week.
You know what, David? Thanks for stopping by,
good to
buddy.
see you guys.
Yeah,
All
good
right,
to
so
see you
you're-
too. We missed you, man.
Aren't you using a helicopter?
No, I'm normally in the traffic studio in
Oh,
another
okay.
studio.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm here normally in
Get
the
me
traffic
to the
studio.
chopper. Get me to the chopper. Yeah.
Have a good week.
Hey, Chazz Palminteri
Nice
coming
to
up
meet
in a
you, David.
second.
Nice to
David
meet you.
Burke, Chef Burke, thank you. We love you, man. Appreciate it very much. And we're gonna go to. You want to go to Al Gattullo with the news? Yeah, we got Al with the news. Headline news, live and local, right here on AM 970. The Answer.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970. The Answer.
58 degrees at 8:37. I'm Al Gattullo with local news first. Here's what's going on. A trucker is dead after his tractor trailer overturned on the New Jersey Turnpike near Milltown early this morning. Crash took place around 4 a.m. near Exit 9. Police warning there will be delays as they do an investigation. We'll get more from Debbie Duhame after this news update. A Westchester resident is awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or medicine for his discoveries on how cells respond to low oxygen levels. Dr. Greg Semenza of Tarrytown is a professor of medicine at Johns Hopkins University whose research is believed to have the potential to create treatments for a range of illnesses such as blood disorders, eye diseases, and cancer. The prize awarded jointly to Semenza and 2 other professors. And a new research study found that exposure to nicotine from e-cigarette vapor causes lung cancer. According to a study done at New York University, vaping causes lung cancer and potentially bladder cancer in mice, concluding it is likely very harmful to humans as well. Study was funded by the National Institutes of Health and is the first to definitively link cancer to vaping. The amount of smoke the mice were exposed to was similar to a person who had vaped for about 3 to 6 years. In sports, the Yankees are headed to the American League Championship Series. They swept the Twins with a 5-1 win in Game 3 of their American League Division Series in Minnesota. Stuck in traffic? Debbie Duhame's got the answer.
Hey, good morning, Al. Thanks a lot. You mentioned this problem on the New Jersey Turnpike. It looks like you're bumper to bumper for about 9 miles on the New Jersey Turnpike getting down toward exit 9 because of this overturned tanker truck. And again, the ongoing investigation with that fatality involved in that accident and cleanup continuing as well. 18 North right at the New Jersey Turnpike. It's another accident. And the Garden State Parkway southbound getting down past 136. We're getting reports of an accident there as well. Watch out for some stop-and-go traffic this morning as you head to the Cross Bronx westbound. Still slowing down, getting right out toward 3rd Avenue. Traffic pretty busy on the eastbound Gowanus, getting up and out toward the Prospect. More volume eastbound side of the BQE, getting up toward the Brooklyn Bridge. And watch for delays building at the Queens Midtown Tunnel. Avoid 1st Ave in the 30s. It's ongoing fire department activity. Partly cloudy today, high of 68. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Sponsored by Napa. At Napa, get $20 back when you buy oil, air, and cabin filters at participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care Centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household. While supplies last, offer ends 10/31/19.
Save big every week at Modell's. Visit your local store for special unadvertised deals. Shop all kinds of styles from brands you love like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Champion, Unipro, and much more. Are you an athlete and gearing up for the season? We've got you covered for every sport. Whether it's your first time playing or you're a seasoned veteran, Modell's is the place to go. But wait, what about professional sports? Don't worry, we've got that too. Whether you're the casual or diehard sports fan, we've got jerseys, tees, hats, and much more. You gotta go to Moe's.
Gregory Floyd, host of Reaching Out, gets answers to the tough questions from people in the know.
With me is Bishop Taylor. Bishop Taylor is the senior pastor of the Center of Hope International, and he's also the co-founder and chief executive officer of Urban Upbound. Tell us about your organization.
One of the objectives of Urban Upbound was to organize all the social networks that exist in public housing neighborhoods. Your resident leaders, your tenant leaders, your religious leaders, your navigators on the ground, your nonprofit leaders, and figure out how we can change neighborhoods, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. Unless we figure out how to hire professionals, not bureaucrats, to lead the housing authority, we're going to continue to run this valuable resource into the ground.
It's Reaching Out with Gregory Floyd, Saturday nights at 7 on AM 970, The Answer.
This AccuWeather-ready storm preparedness tip is brought to you by Duracell. One of the most important things you can do is prepare in advance with a hurricane kit that's stored away and easy to find. Create an emergency kit to include cash, non-perishable food and water, batteries, flashlights, insurance information, and medical records.
When you trust Duracell, there's no such thing as a power outage.
Duracell batteries available at the Home Depot.
Oh, don't move. I got Chazz Palminteri coming up, please. Chazz Palminteri, the legend, coming up. I wanted to tell you about Mike Lindell, MyPillow. He's got this great deal. If you go to MyPillow.com, check out radio listeners specials. You'll get deep discounts on MyPillow's mattress toppers, bed sheets, and so much more. Also, you can pre-order Mike's book, this incredible book. It's called What Are the Odds from Crack Addict to CEO. I swear to goodness gracious, you can't believe this book that you have to get. By the way, you'll get $10 off that book with the promo code AM970 and free shipping on your entire order. Now, this is great. Now, don't forget, MyPillow gives a 60-day money-back guarantee. MyPillow has a 10-year warranty, but you get buy one, get one free right now. So if you call right now, you're listening to Joey on the radio, please, MyPillow.com, buy one, get one free from Mr. Mike Lindell. You just got to click on the radio listener specials. If you want to call, it's 800-651-0798. 800-651-0798. This is for you to say thank you for listening to the radio. Mike is so hip to that. Go to the radio listener specials at MyPillow.com. Please use the promo code AM970.
They do have faces for radio, but you can still watch the Joe Piscopo Show now on Facebook or YouTube. AM970theanswer.com.
Live from the Smart Way to Buy.com studios.
Cherry is a longtime friend, one of my best buddies, a great guy, one of the most brilliant film talents and actors anywhere at any time ever. And he's kind enough to join us this morning on his way to a film right now. Chaz, welcome back to the show, man, and thanks for calling in this morning. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good, Joe. How are you, Joey?
Well, I love you. I miss you. We got to get together. You're running crazy. I'm running crazy. But then I saw how upset you are with this Mother Cabrini situation, Chaz.
Yes.
Break it down for us, Chaz, because I know how dedicated you are to your heritage. So.
Okay, first, let me be very clear. The First Lady of New York, I appreciate what she's done. She said she recognized that only 5% of the statues, 5% of the statues in New York City are women. So, hey, women have been given the short change for a very long time, and we have to make up for that. Women are, obviously, how important women are. So I thought that was terrific. So she has a contest. Women who built New York. She's going to have 7 statues. So Mother Cabrini is the one who wins. Now, Mother Cabrini, for people who don't know, she was a nun. She was born in 1850. She came here to America. She started the charities Sacred Hearts of Jesus. She started she built, when she died, 67 charities, hospitals, orphanages. She was the patron saint of immigrants. The patron saint of immigrants. She was the first person, a U.S. citizen to be canonized as saint, not woman, man or woman. Okay, so she wins the contest by double the votes of anybody on the list. Double the votes, Joe. And all of a sudden, the First Lady of New York, she discards her and has 7 other people, all worthy women, don't get me wrong, all worthy women who deserve a statue. But how could you, in God's name, ignore Mother Cabrini? I mean, to me, and then when I ask for an answer, they don't have an answer. So as far as I'm concerned, that's implicit prejudice. It's racism.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
Against Italian Americans and Catholics.
Yep.
There is no way. I hate to say that, but
you're
there
right,
is no other answer.
That's right.
If she gave me an answer, I would accept it. If she said, "Well, she's already got 5 statues," all right, I'll accept that. But you have a contest. The will of the people say she is number 1 by double the votes, and you discard her? No,
Chaz, why do they do that to Italian Americans? But we were talking earlier. Maybe it's an assault. They're trying to take everything away from Western culture.
No, you know why? I'll tell you why. Because Italians always keep their mouths shut. That's why. That's why. That's the reason why. Because we let it go. When people say the N-word, everybody gets crazy, and rightly so.
That's right.
When people say something bad about the Jewish people, people get upset, and rightly so. But when people say the word guinea or wop, nobody says nothing. Nobody says nothing.
Why do you think you're right? Because we don't get upset. We don't start, any kind of legislation. We're not.
Right.
Are we not organized enough? Maybe, Chaz. Sometimes I always think the Italians aren't organized enough. Perhaps.
No, I just think I don't know. That's a very good question, Joe. I don't know what the answer is. And look, not everybody. People do say something. Obviously, I'm opening my mouth. Congressman, Peter King, he opened his mouth.
Yeah, he's great.
An Italian,
yeah.
But he's a Catholic.
Yeah.
What a great man he is.
Yeah.
He's a Catholic, and he's speaking up for us.
Yeah.
I mean, so, Joe, please, all I'm asking for is this woman get a statue. It's only right, Joe. I mean, she's a saint, 67 charities, all the great work she's done. She built New York.
Yeah.
And you just want to discard her?
I know. Chaz, I love the passion in your voice. God bless you for that. Because I just did it. We just were at the Metropolitan Club a couple months ago, and we did. I was the master ceremonies for the Cabrini mission. They help out. They do. When you say God's work,
Right.
it's all in the name of Saint Mother Cabrini. So you're right. Have you talked to city before we let you go, Chaz? Have you talked to the mayor? Have you talked to City Hall at all, sir?
We send letters there. She sends a letter. A kind of a form. 3 or 4 people sent letters. She sent the same letter to every person. It's a form letter. It's a total disregard for our rights. It's wrong, and I won't have it. I just want to say before I go,
yes.
I want to remind everyone that October 24th at the Coaches Ballroom, I'm doing a big event for Blue Lives Matter.
Beautiful.
And they're going to be showing Bronx Tale, and then I'm coming out and doing an hour of Q&A, questions and stories about the movie. And October 10th, Thursday of this week, I'm being honored by me and Peter King, the great Congressman Peter King. We're being honored by the NYPD. So we're very excited by these things happening.
Well, and you are much loved and much appreciated, Chazz Palminteri. Sergeant Joe Imperatrice is a dear friend of the program. Blue Lives Matter is great. That's October 24th. And Lorenzo's, what a great room. Bronx Tale. Oh, I know Frankie Morato's going to. 5 boroughs will be there for sure. And congratulations on being acknowledged for all the great work that you're doing, my dear friend. God bless you. Love to the family, Chazz. Thanks for the fight, my brother. Keep fighting, Chazz. Keep fighting. Thank you, sir. Chazz Palminteri right there, 10 minutes before 9 o'clock. Mike Gallagher is going to join us in a second. Let's go to Debbie right next to me in the studio. I love this with the traffic on AM 970, The Answer.
Thanks, Joe. We're seeing some delays still on Sunrise Highway eastbound, getting out toward William Floyd. An accident still out there, and it's in the right lane because of earlier problems. Meadowbrook northbound up by Hempstead Turnpike. Watch out for that accident. Now, we still have major problems on the New Jersey Turnpike southbound, heading down toward exit 9. It's an accident involving a tanker truck. It happened early this morning. 2 lanes blocked still in the car lanes and the truck lanes. As you get down toward 9, it looks like a 9-mile delay heading down through that stretch. If you're heading to the inbound side of the GWB, you're moving smoothly. Lincoln 20, Holland still waiting 20 minutes getting into town. And do expect some delays as well on the Garden State Parkway South down past 136 with a collision in the process of being cleared. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
The following is a public notice for those who are disabled and unable to work. To ensure that all Americans are granted fair access to their Social Security benefits, a team of disability specialists are currently reviewing claims. If you've been denied disability benefits before or are making your initial claim, you may be eligible for this program. You'll be assigned an experienced disability specialist with inside knowledge of the SSDI and SSI programs. They'll evaluate your situation, complete your application, and present a strong, effective case to the Department of Social Security on your behalf. If you suffer from a physical or mental disability, you may qualify for up to $2,800 per month. A toll-free number has been established for you to check your eligibility, and there are no fees unless you secure benefits. Applying for Social Security disability can be a long, complicated process. Increase your chances of receiving the federally mandated benefits you deserve by calling now. 800-329-1117. Space is limited. Call 800-329-1117. 800-329-1117.
Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. And I'm Alexander Green, Chief Investment Strategist of the Oxford Club. Now, I've been following Alex's work here for 15 years. Alex joins me in what we're calling the Great American Wealth Project. It's a free online event that will show you how to get wealthy in the booming Trump economy. Alex, right now, there are more millionaires created each day than at any other time in history. Yet at the same time, many hardworking folks get left behind. And that's exactly why we created the Great American Wealth Project, to help those who aren't ready for retirement and deserve the chance to retire rich. At the event, I'm giving away details on my #1 millionaire-making stock. Alex and I reveal exactly what it takes to supercharge your wealth. Plus, I'll show you how to get my brand new book, The United States of Trump, absolutely free. So please make sure you join us at the Great American Wealth Project. Just go to O'ReillyWealthProject.com to get started. Again, that's O'ReillyWealthProject.com.
Presented by the Oxford Club.
It's the AM 970 Weather Answer Forecast.
It'll be damp this morning with areas of fog, a little bit of rain and drizzle around as well, and then clouds giving way to some sunshine this afternoon, the high 68. Breezy and becoming chilly for tonight. We'll see rain moving into the city later on tonight, the low 54. For tomorrow, windy and chilly with occasional rain and drizzle, a high just 58. Then for Thursday, still cloudy, windy and chilly with more rain and drizzle at times, the high on Thursday, again, just 58. AM 970, The Answer.
Hey, we got 5 minutes. Look at me. I'm going to give you the 9 o'clock because I'm Mr. Generosity. How are you? Where you from? Joey Generosity right here. Mike Gallagher in the studio. He went to Route 22 Toyota. Does Mr. Mike Gallagher go to Route 22? Yes.
Route 22.
Come on.
Are you kidding me? They're
Just
the best.
saying. Just saying.
I'm loving
5 boroughs. My sister Carol went down. She didn't even call me, Mike. She goes to Route 22 Toyota. She talks to Alice Kinsella down there and the team down there. Before you know it, then she texts me, "Oh, I'm at Route 22." I said, "Why didn't you tell me?" I made the deal. They gave me a great,
Oh, no, that's
great
what they
deal.
did. I did a Camry with Route 22 Toyota. These guys are the best in the business.
And Iggy's such a great guy. You're gonna love it. So now look at this. What we got? You first 5 callers, next 5 minutes. First 5 callers, next 5 minutes, plus 855-621-9949. You get a free multi-point inspection, free oil change, and a free filter from Route 22 Toyota. State-of-the-art service center is right there on North Broad Street in Hillside, New Jersey. Largest indoor automobile showroom in the great state of New Jersey. All brand new, by the way. The brand new customer lounge you're going to love. You're going to love Alex Kinsella, who can offer you 0% APR financing up to 72 months for qualified buyers. So we want to get you down there. You won't have to deal with dummies when you go to Route 22 Toyota. You can call 855-621-9949. All European models are excluded, but you get a free multi-point inspection, free oil change, and a free filter. First 5 callers, next 5 minutes, 855-621-9949 from Route 22 Toyota. Right there on Route 22 West in Hillside, New Jersey, or at Route22Toyota.com.
The Joe Piscopo Show, streaming live right now on Facebook and YouTube. Or tune in at AM970theanswer.com.
Portions of this show sponsored by Route 22 Honda.
Hey, Joe on the radio. So I love talking. What was I talking with? I think we're talking to Durasan folks. Joe Giovanello, Daniela, and Arthur. They love you. They love you.
I love Durasan.
And I'm saying, what I love about Mike and his tone of his voice when Mike does the show, Mike Gallagher does the show, it's just positive. There's compassion in your voice. You'll get upset. People will call and say, I disagree with you, but you're never mean. That's a gift, man.
You do the same thing. I always try to remember when I'm really mad at somebody, I figure I've invited them into my home. Like I want to be in their home, have them listen to the show, and now I'm inviting them to come to my home in the studio. So why would you insult or berate somebody who's in your home? Now somebody's a jerk. All bets are off. Speaking of trying to find some common ground, did you see the Ellen DeGeneres monologue yesterday?
No.
You heard about this?
No.
I got to share this with you. Over the weekend, Ellen DeGeneres went to the Dallas Cowboys game, and she sat next to former President George W. Bush in Jerry Jones's box. Turns out Ellen is a friend of Charlotte Jones, the daughter of Jerry Jones, the owner of the team. And I've spent many, many a Sunday at Cowboy Stadium. My wife and I used to have season tickets there.
Cool.
I mean, love the whole franchise. Well, there's a picture of Ellen and George W. Bush yucking it up, having fun together, and it blew up on social media, and they went after her. They went after her in a big way. How dare you sit with the Republican president? He's a warmonger, blah, 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 blah. She addressed it on her show yesterday, and it was so beautiful, and I'm going to play the part of the monologue where she said, you know what?
Yep.
I always say be kind to one another.
Yeah.
She goes, that doesn't mean be kind only to the people you agree with. Be kind to people you disagree with too. She goes, I am kind and I'm friends with lots of people, and we need more of that. I mean, in the Trump era, it's like everybody's trying to eviscerate each other. It's not just about disagreement. Look at the Kurds thing right now. The thing is so complicated. There's no easy answer to that. But if it's Trump's idea, orange man bad, orange man bad, got to take him down. There's no room for dialogue or debate or discussion, and I miss those days, Joe. That's what we do here every day at AM 970 The Answer. We got to do more of it. So beautiful monologue from Ellen DeGeneres, and my tip of the hat to her.
Yeah, man.
And to W, because he's out there reaching out to her and having fun.
So Ellen DeGeneres is being nice and making sense. Dave Chappelle is being nice and making sense. And even, not this week, but the week before, Saturday Night Live did some pretty funny takes on some of the Democrats. So
come on. I saw you on Cavuto a week or two ago talking about how it's comedy gold. Are you kidding me?
It really is.
I mean, Elizabeth Warren can't tell the truth about whether she got fired because she was pregnant. Of course, we know about the Native American status. I mean, some of this stuff, and it's dark humor. It's like a little bit like I saw Joker over the weekend, the movie Joker.
Was it scary? Scary.
Well, it's intense. It's sad.
Well, it's just what we need at this time.
Oh yeah, that's just what we need. This is not more of this. We need more of Ellen and W, not Joker. But there's the comedy, the dark comedy. Poor Joe Biden. I mean, my gosh, his eyes filling up with blood in the middle of the debate on national television, and one night his teeth almost pop out. I mean, come on, that's dark. That's dark.
Did you see Woody Harrelson do Joe Biden?
I did.
Hysterical.
That
was
stuff.
hysterical. I have
Great
to say,
stuff.
you got to laugh, Mike.
If we don't laugh, we're going to cry.
That's it.
Hey, Dennis Prager on at 11:30.
Boom.
Talk about his new movie.
Boom.
And battles with Google and more. And Ellen.
Great
So stick
stuff.
around.
Mike, we love you, man.
Love you too, guys.
We'll be listening
Good
at 10:05. Mike Gallagher on AM 970, The Answer, the best on the radio. You don't want to miss Mr. Mike Mike Gallagher. Hey, Chris Kataan's going to join us momentarily. Nick Langworthy, chairman of the New York State Republican Party, and Francesco Chez Ciccone and Peter Ciccone. I say Ciccone because I'm Italian. It's Ciccone, but we say Ciccone. They'll be on with us. Debbie Duhame is in the studio. Five Boroughs is here. Big Al is here. I'm going to grab the calls when I come back, I promise. 877-970-2999 on the Balance of Nature phone lines. Radio Piscopo, live from New York. We're coming right back.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970. The Answer.
58 degrees at 8:59. I'm Al Gattulo with local news first. Here's what's going on. Efforts to preserve a historic carousel in Seaside Heights are getting a boost. The Preserve New Jersey Historic Preservation Fund is providing a $750,000 grant for the Denzel Loof Carousel pending approval. The 109-year-old carousel shut down earlier this year is set to be disassembled and stored in a temporary workshop for repairs. A new study links heavy caffeine consumption with migraines. The study out of Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Harvard University found that 3 or more cups of coffee or caffeinated beverages in one day can lead to headaches in people who already get episodic migraines. The link remained regardless of other factors like alcohol consumption and sleep. In sports, Yankees headed to the American League Championship Series. They swept the Twins with a 5-1 win in Game 3 of their AL Division Series. You now know what's going on. I'm Al Gattulo, AM 970, The Answer.
From the studios of AM 970 The Answer on Broadway and Wall Street in Manhattan, this is WNYM, Hackensack, New Jersey, New York City.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. It's the latest twist in the impeachment drama playing out in Washington. A lawyer for Ambassador Gordon Sondland says the State Department has ordered Sondland not to appear this morning for a House impeachment deposition. Sondland, the U.S. ambassador to the European Union, was supposed to testify about President Trump's phone conversation with the president of Ukraine. Mr. Trump is defending his decision to withdraw U.S. troops from northern Syria, says he's delivering on a campaign promise he made to the American people.
It's been many, many years. It's been decades in many cases. We want to bring our troops back home. And I got elected on that.
The president vowing to end America's involvement in what he calls endless wars. A legal case involving a Christian funeral director being argued today at the Supreme Court.
The owner of a Michigan funeral home fired a male employee in 2013 when he dressed and appeared as a woman. Alliance Defending Freedom is defending the owner, who is a devout Christian, and says the employee violated the company's dress code. The 1964 Civil Rights Act prohibits workplace discrimination on the basis of sex, so the issue for the High Court is whether that applies to sexual orientation and gender identity. Greg Clugston at the Supreme Court.
Hong Kong's chief executive says she hopes the ongoing unrest in the city can be resolved through negotiations and not by Chinese military intervention.
That is also the position of the central government, that Hong Kong should tackle the problem on her own. Okay. But if the situation becomes so bad, then no options could be ruled out.
Carrie Lam speaking with reporters following an especially turbulent weekend in Hong Kong. On Wall Street, Dow futures are down 177 points, S&P futures off 17, NASDAQ futures down 45. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Sebastian Gorka here. Maybe you've been hearing about Relief Factor, the 100% drug-free supplement that helps a person's body deal with inflammation and pain. You've heard all the wonderful testimonials. Well, I have my own testimonial. For many years, my lower back pain was becoming a serious problem. The short story is, I finally gave it a try, and now I'm out of pain too. So if you're in pain, you can order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com.
Hi, this is Dennis Prager, and we just launched a new Pragertopia membership called Pragertopia Unlimited. Members can listen to any and all audio programs that are in the Dennis Prager store. That's over 400 programs to choose from. Show segments, talks, lectures, courses, even full access to all 5 books of my Torah teaching. For a limited time, an annual Pragertopia Unlimited membership is only $119. Join Pragertopia Unlimited today. Go to Pragertopia.com.
Joe Piscopo here, coming to you from the smartwaytobuy.com studios. If you look around these days, everything is getting smarter. Smartphones, smart TVs, even smart refrigerators. Well, now, after 100 years of the same old dumb way of buying cars, there's the smart way to buy a car. Just go to thesmartwaytobuy.com
.com and see how easy they've made it. With really smart things like the Smart Way to Buy's 110% low price guarantee that ensures you are getting the best price for your next used vehicle. Need a car for commuting to work? Do you have a teenager looking for the first car? Well, then you should definitely visit the Smart Way to Buy.com. It's your go-to place for the widest selection of used cars in New Jersey. Plus, every vehicle comes with a 5-day, 500-mile exchange policy, so you can't lose. Now that's smart. The Smart Way to Buy. Only at the smartwaytobuy.com. That's the smartwaytobuy.com. Anything else just wouldn't be smart.
Stuck in traffic? We've got the answer.
A lot going on in Jersey. Let's start with the ongoing nightmare. That is the New Jersey Turnpike heading south down to East Brunswick. Ongoing work to an early morning tanker truck accident just after exit 9 sees 2 lanes blocked in both the inner and the outer roadways. Multi-mile lines here have developed on each side. We have an accident coming off Route 495 out of the Lincoln Tunnel on the ramp to Route 3 West in North Bergen. Eastbounders, there's a stalled vehicle blocking a lane at Meadowlands Parkway. On the city side, bumper to bumper right now as you make your way out of Queens on the RFK Triborough Bridge with an accident. Looks like it's on the Manhattan side. A few morning showers today, otherwise mostly cloudy, highs upper 60s. This report sponsored by Discover.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year automatically, with no limit to how much they'll match. Millions of people a year are getting their cash back matched. Discover Cash Back Match. What are you waiting for? Learn more at discover.com/cashbackmatch.
Now you know how not to go. I'm Tom Note on AM 970, The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday morning briefing. Here's what you need to know to start your day with your host, former Saturday Night Live superstar Joe Piscopo. Produced by Frank Morano with news guy Al Gottulo and traffic with Debbie Duhame. This is the Joe Piscopo Show on AM 970. The Answer.
Hey,
Sing the song at 2 years old. I couldn't sing it now. If you ask me, I 2 years old. I remember at my grandmother's house in Belleville on Girolamo Street, and I sang it. I remember me singing Egumbare at I don't know how. Why do I remember that? I remember distinctly. I remember where my grandmother was sitting and where my father and mother. Just unbelievable how I remember that.
I wish
right?
I had that on video.
I know. Well, they didn't quite have it then. There were sketches
so
back then.
Stop. I thought it must have been adorable.
Everything was engraved on the side of caves back then.
You're always a performer then.
I know. You're right. You're right.
Awesome.
Oh man. Hey, listen. Before we go, we got Chris Kataan coming on. Keep me posted. I want to grab a phone call. You know, Elizabeth has been holding all morning. Elizabeth, so sorry to keep you waiting. What is on your mind this morning? And a good morning to you. Hi.
Love you. My 98-year-old mother loves you. Saw you at Oceans.
Wow.
Took a picture. I told you I worked for Iggy and Carmelo at Bremen, Brooklyn.
There you go. We love the best. Iggy and Carmelo, the best. We love Iggy. We love the Jew phrase.
My grandfather was born in the heart of Naples.
God bless you, girl.
I'm from Sullivan Street in New York.
I love it. I love it.
Now I live in Manchester.
What is your mother's name, Elizabeth?
Vincenza.
Vincenza. Vincenza. Ciao, Vincenza.
Yeah. She loves you. She'd love to see you again. We saw you a few times.
How old is she?
Maybe in March at Lorenzo's.
Yeah, you know what? You bring her down. You let us know, please.
Oh, thank you so much. Meanwhile, I had read this article yesterday about Mother Cabrini, and it upset me terribly. I almost thought it was a hoax.
Yeah,
it was on Facebook, the whole big article on Glid. Now you know about it and everything. But it says here in the article that the First Lady rejected her for not fitting a fashionable demographic profile.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. And how incensed does that make you, Elizabeth? I mean, as an Italian American, right? And how hard your family.
Around to as many people as I could. It was on Facebook on the Peter King's website.
Yeah, thank God
it talks about Chaz and everything.
Yep. I did see that. I might have I reposted that as well. And Elizabeth, thank
good.
you. Give your mom a big kiss. Give Vincenza
I will.
a big.
Love you.
I love you too.
You.
I love you back.
Congrats to Frank.
Thank you. Hey,
thank you very much.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thanks so much. Hey, let me go. Do we have what do we got? Yeah, number 2, Robert. Hi, Robert in New Jersey. Thank you so much. We're trying to catch up with the calls. I apologize. What's on your mind, my friend?
Is this you, Joe?
Yes, this is me. How are you, Robert?
I still can't get a good cannoli since Dante's, Uncle Pat closed in Nutley over here. Now you're talking Girolamo Street. I got to go up to Valley National Bank to make another Italian-American cash deposit up on Girolamo Street. About you and Chaz are absolutely right from 2 different perspectives. I'm listening to you talk about the left, so everything's supposed to be homogenized. And Chaz is talking about omerta, that we don't talk enough and stand up for ourselves. But I just want to say both of you are right, but also we're, even in spite of the language barrier, the difference coming over and having to make that adjustment, we're so successful as a culture, they just want to overlook us. It's just that simple.
Yeah, Robert, thank you, my brother. God bless you, man, and thanks so much. You're absolutely right. Talking about the Italian-American community, sometimes we don't stick together. But I must say, I correct myself in the regard that we are at the Columbus Citizens Foundation this weekend. All weekend long, we celebrate Columbus Day. And there's a mass on Monday at 9:30 that Cardinal Dolan is doing. And Saturday, the Columbus Citizens Foundation Gala. This is a huge gala. Maria Bartiromo runs that whole thing. She's the mistress of ceremonies. I will be performing there. Ferragamo's going to be there. This is huge. So we appreciate the Columbus Citizens Foundation and Angelo Vivolo for doing such a great job in keeping the heritage alive. And a shout out to our friends at the National Italian American Foundation as well. So we're fine. But for some reason, the Italians are overlooked. We feel it as an Italian. I'm telling you, when people say, and people from other ethnicities say, we're prejudiced against. I understand it. It has happened to Italians our whole career. The problem is no one cares. When it's Italians, they could do anything and say anything they want. And we put our formidable noses to the grindstone, and we just keep going. And they're not going to put us down. That's why I have such Italian-American pride. And you should feel that whether you're Chinese-American, a Jewish-American, Polish-American, Latino-American, Black-American, whatever you are, Jewish-American, we are all in this together. And it's good to have a sense of humor. We could all laugh at each other, but we're all in this together. Put aside the divide and realize that ethnic fabric, that texture, that character, that foundation of the United States of America is the strength of the United States of America. And don't ever let them take it down. They're trying to divide us. But this is one thing, and we'll go on. We are a young country. We're 243 years old. That is a young country. And I'm telling you, it can change in a heartbeat. Once you let, and I don't want to use, the progressive left. I don't like to do labels, but there is a progressive socialist movement that wants to take everything away that we believe in, and that's including the great Mother Cabrini. She's an Italian. She comes over. She does so much. She helps the immigrants. And boom, what happened? They can't even get a statue for her in New York. Hey, Chris Kataan from Saturday Night Live on the radio with Piscopo at 11 minutes after 9 o'clock. Chris, how are you, brother? Nice to have you on the show, man.
Good morning. Good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, how are you? Where are you? Are you local? Are you in L.A.?
I'm in L.A.
Oh, man, I tell you, the connection's a little weak. We're trying to just punch it up, Al, if you would. Hey, Chris, tell me what you're doing. What are you doing on this Family Feud thing live on stage?
Yeah, I am. I'm going on tour for a couple weeks, yeah.
Oh, well, that's kind of fun.
Group.
Oh, man, I heard about this from the legendary guy putting it together, Steve Levine from over, I believe he's at ICM. So tell us, what are you doing? Are you doing casinos?
I don't know. I think so. I think we're doing a couple casinos, I believe. Yeah, we're going throughout going across America, basically. We're starting back east and then spreading out and, going to do some flying and doing some great bus, getting on a bus, one of those fancy buses, and we're going to make a lot of people happy. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, well, that'll be cool, man. Now, you know what? The whole everybody's talking about Dancing with the Stars. You were on Dancing with the Stars, weren't you? Did you do that show, man?
I did, yes. We don't need to talk about that, though.
No, let's please. No. You know what's
Well, I mean, I had a great experience, though. I was like the first to go, though. But it was a great experience, you know.
I know. Hey, listen, I did. What did I do? I did wife swap. So listen, I can't say nothing. No, I can't say nothing.
Oh, really?
Man. Oh, don't even talk about that, please. Don't even talk about that. All fake. Fake news. Come on, give me a break. Hey, so this is great. Now you're going to be. I have to tell you, Chris Kataan's going to be a former Saturday Night Live cast member. You know, one of the stars of this Family Feud Celebrity Edition, which I'm hip to because one of my favorite people in Hollywood, Steve Levine, put this whole thing together. And this is going to be fun. It's going to be at the Mayo Performing Arts Center. I'm seeing right here, Chris. That's October 23rd. That's Morristown, New Jersey, baby. That's home, man. That's Jersey.
Yeah, that's a great place. We're going to start off there, and yeah, I can't wait. You know, I did a Celebrity Family Feud, you know, on television. I haven't done the tour yet, and I had a blast doing that. So I guess they like what I did. I know the rules, obviously, but I don't know. For that, when I played that game with Steve Harvey and stuff, I was, and I played with my family, the Kataan family.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't listen to the rules. There's only a few rules.
Chris.
So.
That's my main fear, man. Is that I'm not going to understand the game because when I watch it,
right.
I don't understand what the rules are either, man. So you kind of got to dance around it. Whatever it was, it worked. Hey, Chris, I got to ask you before we let you go. Chris Kataan, Celebrity Family Feud, October 23rd, Mayo Performing Arts Center, great theater. I was just over there. I saw Gavin DeGraw over there. It's a great theater in Morristown, New Jersey. So the whole world, we're talking about the Middle East. You know, we talk a lot about politics on the show. And I read your father actually grew up in Iraq. Is that true?
No, not my father. No, my grandfather did. My father was born in Chicago. My grandfather was actually a letter carrier for Lawrence of Arabia, believe it or not.
What?
History there. Yeah, he was.
He was a letter carrier for Lawrence of Arabia? That was like back in the day. How did he come over to America?
Well, he's an immigrant. I guess by boat.
I was going to say by boat or by camel or something like that he came over.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the camel. Although they can go for a while, I know.
Could be.
Maybe not on the water.
All right. Hey, Chris Kataan, we're going to check out Family Feud Celebrity Edition, and that is at the Mayo Performing Arts Center, Morristown, New Jersey, baby, on October 23rd. We'll get a chance. We're going to come over and see you, man, and all the very best with that whole thing.
Okay. That was a great political conversation we just had, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. You really got into something.
That was it. You and your grandfather in Iraq. I love it. I absolutely love it. Hey, Chris, thanks, man. We'll talk to you soon. And thank you so much, my friend. Chris Kataan.
Right,
thank you. Take care. That's I got to tell you, full disclosure right now. It's 9:16. So I'm out. What are we doing? Booked the Perillo tour, and I locked into it. So I get a call from Steve Levine. Steve Levine's like a super agent in L.A. I have immense respect for Steve Levine. He's like Joe, you want to do Celebrity Family Feud? I go, what does that mean? Steve, he goes, you go live, you go casino to casino, you go to showroom to showroom, theater to theater. And then they told me between us, and I love you, so I got to be honest with you, so forgive me. I just talk to you like your family. They kind of made me a nice deal, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. Then they go, hey, you want to? So now I go, oh, what are the dates? It's the whole time I'm in Italy.
Oh,
the whole time. I know.
Well, maybe next time when they do it.
Yeah, maybe next time we could do it. But you
know?
go in. So I was going to do the radio show in the morning,
right.
and then bless you, Frank. We're going to do the radio in the morning, and then we're going to do like the thing on stage. What would it take, an hour, and then my ex-wife would be so happy with all the money I could send her. I mean, you know what I mean?
Would she be one? No. You'd have 5 people there. I
don't know. I don't even know how the game works.
Well, there are 5 people.
Yeah.
Against another family of 5 people. So would your ex-wives be the other 3?
No. I was the host. boom, and I had it all done. And,
Oh,
and
you're
then,
the host. I thought you were going to actually
But you see,
be
I have to tell you,
participating.
too, when you listen to these shows, they offer you these shows sometimes. And you go, now, why would I do that? Then you think, it's like, how much did you say? Yeah, and you have to, you're making a living. You're a working actor.
Yes, yes.
It's like wife swap. They said to me,
Yeah.
you want to do wife swap? I said, absolutely not. I said to my agent, how could you even ask me? How could you even ask me to do that? How much are they offering me? And so they pay you too much money. You give to the family. You take care of your family. You do it. They change it. It gets out of your control.
Right.
It turns into what it turns into. But the fact of the matter is, you're making money. You're taking care of your family. But sometimes you do these things for indeed that, and they don't always turn out like. But this Celebrity Family Feud thing sounds like a lot of fun on stage
yeah.
live.
Oh, so it would have been a host position.
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't be Steve Harvey. You'd be taking his place.
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
if it's just live, not on the TV
live
show.
one.
Not
Yeah,
on
that's fun though.
It would be the
That's fun.
Richard Dawson. Giving
It
everybody
sounds
a
like a
kiss
blast.
on the
Yeah.
cheek. Yeah, it would have been
I would
great.
go.
I bet you next time it's going to happen.
What did I tell? Well, before we break, now this is the honest hour. Remember, I told you. Did I not get offered to host that show?
You did. Well, you got offered both to host the TV show back in the day, which is amazing, and the live version of this show.
But they told me back in the
You're
day.
destined.
Did I tell you the money they were going to pay?
I remember it was more than I can
Smack
conceive.
me now. Smack me now.
By the
Because
way-
back then I went, oh, I can't do a game show like that. Oh, yes, I can.
I was thinking the game show. I'd love to host a game show.
Pat
At that funny? Oh.
Scream at people about impeachment for 4 hours.
Pat said,
Be great.
Pat Sajak works 6 weeks out of the year. They
Wow.
tape 5 to 6 shows a day.
Wow.
So if you ever watch the old game shows, like the Match Game is on Amazon, like they have the first season on Amazon, you'll know when they've taped the Friday show or the whatever, night show, whatever, because they were drinking throughout. So you knew how drunk they were.
Oh, is that
depending on
right?
what
Is
they
that
did,
right?
Because they just kept imbibing through the studio audience. But they tape like 5 to 6 shows a day. It's why Alex Trebek is talking about how he's probably going to step down from hosting Jeopardy because now the treatment that he's getting for his cancer is affecting his voice, and he can't say certain words properly and stuff. So he's probably going to have to step down. And this is what they do: they tape these shows in like a 2-month span.
That's what they
for an
told
entire
me.
season.
What was I thinking? This had to be 10 years ago, and I'm thinking, and they offered me so much money. What? And then I remember talking to Eddie because Eddie's intrinsically smart. Eddie Murphy, he's just smart. He was so much smarter than I was. He just got the business, understood it, and he goes, "Television, man, yeah, you should do a series on television."
Yeah.
And I go, "Nah, I don't want to."
He's in the midst of a big comeback.
I'm
by the
telling
way.
you.
Everybody is talking about this new movie that he's done. And he's doing a sequel to Coming to America. He's got this new stand-up special on Netflix. He's hosting Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger say yesterday that they're doing a sequel to Twins with him, Danny DeVito, and Eddie Murphy as their third brother.
That
Can
could
you
be fun.
imagine? That's going to be great.
I think so. But the Dolomite film, that character that he does, and
from the 70s.
He would do that when we would be hanging out. And
that's good.
I would be. You couldn't talk. You were laughing so hard. Yeah, he would start
I'm
doing the
looking forward to
character.
seeing
You're in a car. He's talking, driving, and then he would do that character that he would do.
Right.
I don't even want to try it because it was so funny. It's funny as funny. Could
I will
be,
say though, Joe. Speaking of money, Rachel and I, my wife, Rachel and I, we spent the better part of last night opening all of our wedding gifts, and everybody in the studio gave a very, very generous wedding gift. Although Al had a very unique inscription on his card, which I'll share with you later with his permission. But
You can do it
I
right
must
now.
say, we were both absolutely blown away at the level of generosity in your gift. Beyond our wildest expectations.
Oh, you're welcome.
Seriously, I'm blown away. First of all, I thought you coming to the wedding and doing a song was your gift. Seriously, two songs. Seriously, and bringing Carol Law and paying for chauffeur service for Carol Law. I thought that was kind of it, but then we were blown away. So from both of you'll get a formal. All three of you will get a formal thank you card from us with our photograph on it. But really, that was to say it's generous and kind would be a dramatic understatement.
Frank, you're most welcome. I appreciate all the hard work you do, and I wanted to somehow show respect. And
Nice.
I better call that Celebrity Family Feud and get to work.
That's for sure.
Make that.
But hey, Mr. Piscopo, what did you? How much? Your ex-wife is calling.
No, I said to my current wife, I said, I don't know. I said,
Not the substitute.
I think Joe's doing a lot better than I think he is because this is extraordinary.
Oh my gosh, but you're welcome. That was with
Yes,
love,
thank you very
with
much.
love and respect,
Very
man.
nice.
Hey, 22.
It made me want to be a better radio producer. I'm sorry that I'm not. To be a radio producer that earns that
on the
amount
island.
of generosity.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody's on the island. Staten Island.
Thank you.
922. Joe, Nick Langworthy, you're going to join us. And your phone calls at 877-970-2999. We'll get to them this hour for sure on our Balance of Nature phone line. Joe on the radio. And right now, Debbie Duham is right next to me. She has traffic for you on AM 970, The Answer.
Thanks, Joe. We're going to take a ride over to the LIE westbound. You're slowing down at Queens Boulevard. It's an accident in the process of being cleared, so watch out for some delays there. We're still seeing a lot of stop-and-go traffic this morning on the eastbound side of the BQE, getting up and out toward the Brooklyn Bridge. Watch for some volume here across the board at the Hudson River crossing. Still seeing delays of about 30 minutes in over at the Holland Tunnel. The inbound side of the Lincoln Tunnel, that's 30. GWB, that's down to a 10-minute delay. Major problems continue on the New Jersey Turnpike. The New Jersey Turnpike southbound, getting down toward exit 9. Looks like this accident investigation still going on. It's an overturned tanker truck. It happened early this morning, and you still have 2 lanes blocked in the car lanes and truck lanes. Garden State Parkway southbound, getting down past 136. It's an accident being cleared. Partly cloudy today with a high of 68. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Dennis Prager sees the poisoning of America.
There is no institution the left doesn't poison. Universities, high schools, elementary schools, orchestras, art museums, late night television, football. There is nothing the left doesn't poison. Liberals actually still believe their enemy is the right, not the left. They'll learn, unfortunately. If the left comes to power, they'll be squashed along with the conservatives.
The Dennis Prager Show. Weekdays at 1, right before Sebastian Gorka at 3 on AM 970. The Answer.
Buy one, get one free offer today for MyPillows at MyPillow.com or call 800-651-0798. Order now. Use promo code AM970.
Fall is here, and with the leaves changing and holidays just around the corner, it may be tough to get to any lingering home projects you missed over the summer. Luckily, Home Advisor is here to give you a hand. From minor repairs to major remodels, Home Advisor will connect you with top-rated pros in your area. The pros have been reviewed by your neighbors, so you can see what others thought of their work. And if you're not quite sure how much your project should cost, you'll get multiple quotes from the pros and use Home Advisor's project cost guide to see what others paid for similar projects. And to top it all off, you can book appointments online. No more phone tag. Home Advisor makes it beyond easy to get your home projects done. So don't wait. Get your projects done now before the holiday rush. To find the right pro at a fair price, just ask Home Advisor. Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free award-winning Home Advisor app today. You'll be a customer, a satisfied one like I am. Go to homeadvisor.com today, homeadvisor.com.
Position available as a program manager at Kuna and Nagalink in Jersey City, New Jersey. Job duties include being responsible for account management, operational and analytical support related to the ISC service offering for assigned accounts and facilitating, monitoring, and integrating the ISC service offering both internally and externally in order to optimize service delivery, customer value/satisfaction, and to drive continuous improvement. Send resume to Joanne Leahy, Kuna and Nagalink, 10 Exchange Place, 19th floor, Jersey City, New Jersey, 07302.
Hey, Joe on the radio, telling about Balance of Nature at 9:25. I just took my Balance of Nature, my fruits. I take the fruits in the morning. I double up on that, and then I'll take the vegetables later. I've upped my dosage, if you will, of Balance of Nature because I was, we were outside at Yankee Stadium. I was with my little Charlie. She wanted me out there. Charlie had a cold of colds, and I want to still hug my little girl, so I knew I would catch that cold. So, but you don't want to tell your kid, don't come near me because you have a cold. So I hug my daughter.
Why, that's not acceptable? I do that to my son.
You can't. You can't. Coughing. Cover your mouth, honey. Cover your mouth. Please don't cough in Daddy's face, okay? Thank you. As soon as my kid was there, I had the Balance of Nature bottle next to me.
Dad, I want to... No! Balance of Nature.
Daddy. I took that bottle. I was guzzling down Balance of Nature. Fruits and vegetables in capsule form. Go ahead, honey. Come next to Daddy. Hold on a second. Let me just take some more Balance of Nature. You think I'm kidding. It's antioxidants, fruits and vegetables. By the way, I keep telling you, a daily dose of Balance of Nature capsules has 10 servings of 31 different fruits and vegetables. You're not going to find that anywhere. And when do you have your fruits and vegetables? Please. Well, I never, ever have enough. Ever. And so I rely on Balance of Nature, and I feel great. Frankie feels great. Al feels great. Debbie feels great. The whole morning team is on the Balance of Nature train, and we want you to be on that train with us. Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. So you can call or go online now and become a preferred customer, which gives you our best pricing and free shipping, and will take off an additional $25 on your first order. It's a limited order, so please don't wait. 800-2468-751. 800-2468-751. Or just start here, please. Balanceofnature.com. But don't forget the discount code, The Answer.
Does Joe Piscopo really have a suit on? See him live now on Facebook or YouTube. AM970theanswer.com.
Portions of this show sponsored by Route 22 Nissan.
My goodness gracious, what a show. Thanks for staying with us. It's 9:28 right now. Nick Langworthy is the chairman. Yeah, he's chairman of the Republican Party in New York, the New York State Republican Party, calling in from upstate New York. Nick, you live in actual New York, upstate New York, not in the city, and that's where the real people are, apparently, huh?
Well, I'm in Manhattan today, but I'm from Buffalo, and certainly I'm proud of that fact. But it's a big state for sure, Joe.
Well, it's so funny because I'm being facetious, of course, but people come to New York, they vote, they will vote Democrat. They don't even think about it. People could be destroying the city. They're going to vote Democrat if they come to Manhattan. And then when you go up to upstate, Nick, it is so beautiful up there. And it's such a different mindset up there. How could you get that mindset and bring it down to Manhattan, brother?
Well, we just got to have common sense make a comeback in the state of New York. And I think that what you've seen this mayor do to this city and what you're seeing this governor and the socialists he elected to the state senate do to our state, something's got to give. And our way of life, even if you live in this city, is about to change drastically. You get rid of cash bail. You get all these criminal justice reforms. Yes. Our quality of life's going to suffer. It's going to suffer greatly. On top of the fact that we're being taxed to death at every level. And the biggest crisis we face in New York is the out-migration and losing our citizens. Even New York City lost population last year. I mean, this is just going to continue unless we have a drastic change in this state.
Yeah, you're right. I think we beat in Jersey, though. I think there's more people leaving Jersey, but it's very, very similar. Same exact thing is happening because when these progressive socialists get into office and they take on that national agenda of progressive socialism, all it hurts is the middle class, and everybody just runs. Like congestion pricing. I keep saying that over and over again. Nick, what is congestion pricing? It hurts the folks kind enough to listen to us this morning as we speak, driving their cars. These hired drivers, they pay a fortune every day because of this is the way the Democrats try to make their money like that. So tell me, and also I had a great chat with Nicole Maliotakis, who we love, and Max Rose, who we invite on the show, but he doesn't come on the show. So of course he does. But he's on board with I was so disappointed, by the way, to hear that Max Rose is on the impeachment train now, huh?
Yesterday, I kicked off a statewide tour, and I was out there with a whole bunch of patriots out in front of Max Rose's government office on Staten Island. And we are taking the fight to these members of Congress that are out there trying to have this political impeachment of our president. They're trying to derail all the good work our president's done. The economy is on fire, and they want to they can't handle the fact that they didn't win the 2016 election. They want to nullify that, with this political impeachment. There's no way they'll ever remove this president from office. They know that this is just to try to sully him before the 2020 elections. They know, you even heard that one member of Congress come out and say, we have to impeach him because he might get reelected.
Yeah.
And Max Rose,
Al Green said that. Yeah.
One of these guys that was trying to masquerade as a moderate. He knows his district was won by President Trump by 11 percentage points. And Max Rose said that it was bad for the country to have an impeachment at this time. Within 12 hours of one of these AOC wannabes threatening to primary him, and his funding got threatened, he turned tail and ran, folded like a cheap suit, and there he was. He's one of the lemmings in the crowd supporting impeachment. And you know what? He is going to face the wrath of those voters next year in the election. And Nicole Maliotakis is going to Congress.
Wow. Nick Langworthy, chairman of the New York State Republican Party. Hey, Nick, let me ask you about the other side of the state. I see that Congressman Chris Collins has resigned, and there will be a special election. Who do you see the Republicans backing for that seat?
we have an embarrassment of riches, a lot of great candidates. I mean, Chris Collins first got indicted back last summer, a year ago, and we were trying to replace him on the ballot before the 2018 election. So, the local political leaders have to figure out who would be ultimately the candidate. But, I think the biggest problem with that seat is we have a governor that wants to slap that special election onto the presidential primary day. Well, Donald Trump has just one little nuisance, primary. The Democrats are going to be fighting to the death, and this is Governor Cuomo's way of trying to fix that special election. So, we're going to be fighting that tooth and nail to make sure that those people in Western New York in a dark red Republican seat have representation earlier than April of next year. It's a shame. I mean, we've got people impeaching our president, yet one of the best districts for Republicans in the state doesn't have a member of Congress sitting in it.
Yeah, right on the money, Nick. Well, listen, you got to fight, man. We appreciate you fighting, and keep us posted, Nick Langworthy, and good luck on the tour out there across New York State, and we'll talk to you real soon on the radio, my friend.
Sounds good. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Nick. Nick Langworthy, a nice young guy, chairman of the New York State Republican Party. Yes, there is a Republican Party in New York State. Thank you. You know what? The calls are I love when you call, and I apologize. We don't get there quick enough. Can I go to Matt in Jersey if I can? Matt, good morning. Thanks for calling. What's on your mind this morning?
Good morning, Joe. I just wanted to inform you. I didn't know if you guys had known, but the Mother Cabrini Shrine up in the Cloisters is a beautiful place to go. Mother Cabrini is enshrined there. And my grandfather, an Italian immigrant, did all of the stained glass, all of the mosaics. And it's really beautiful. And I highly recommend it to you to go up there. 2 years ago was a rededication. Cardinal Dolan was there. My whole family was there. And it was just absolutely beautiful, and you should definitely go, and it's totally worth it.
Oh, that's great. We appreciate that very much, Matt. Thanks so much. Let me go to, you know what? I got to go to Mario. We haven't talked to Mario in a while. Mario, listener from day one. Good morning, Mario. How you doing, my friend?
Joey, how are you? I want to compliment Chazz Palminteri on defending Italian America. Joey, this is why you can't give these people an inch, Joe. Bill de Blasio's wife, she said that her exact quote was, well, she doesn't fit the modern democratic narrative of what women are today. She started 67 charities. She saved thousands of people, and she's an Italian American. And you know who she is, Joe? She's our Martin Luther King. We want a statue of Mother Cabrini right next to Martin Luther King.
There it is.
Shut her up once and for all.
All right.
Shut her up once and for all.
Mario, thanks. I got to go. Oh, gosh, let me go to Tommy in Staten Island, 9:35 with Joe on the radio, and we appreciate you calling, trying to get on our Balance of Nature phone line. Tommy, good morning. What's on your mind, my friend?
Good morning, Mr. Piscopo. How are you?
Very well. Thanks for calling. You can call me Joe, Tommy, but thanks for calling. What's on your mind?
I ran into you at the Tunnel to Towers run. We just basically shook hands for a second as I was running past you.
Did you run in the race?
Yes, I did.
Oh, where did we meet? On the Brooklyn side or the Manhattan side?
On the Brooklyn side.
Yeah, okay. That's great, man. Yeah, I think you shook my hand. You know what? Thank you for running in the race. Thanks for supporting Tunnel to Towers. A great organization.
It is a great charity. I just wanted to congratulate Frankie. I haven't seen Frankie since he was probably 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
I remember that. That was
there.
I remember that as much as Joe remembers meeting you at the Tunnel to Towers run, actually. But thank you very much.
Frankie, my parents are Joe and Isabel.
Oh, okay. They were my babysitters.
Oh,
I do remember. I do remember Tommy.
This is
good.
great.
How you been?
This is good.
I'm good. I'm the middle son.
Right. I remember.
Tommy, thank you.
Tell your sister Donna.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you for calling, and thanks, Frank, for not running off with the babysitter. 9:36 with Joe on the radio. Al Gattulo has the headline.
Anybody want to call in for me? We can have a conversation.
Yes.
Met Joe, whatever. I mean, really? I mean, honestly.
I haven't changed that much, though.
Joe, I met you the other. Yeah, he meets a million people.
No. Listen, we appreciate it.
He's a nice guy. I do remember.
I remember. I remember.
The chair is shrinking.
Am I going down?
Yeah, you are.
Hi.
Like an elevator.
Hello. It's me. I'm on the chair, and it's stinking down. What's it?
So,
Hi.
My name is Gerald Nadler. I'd like to impeach somebody, please. Hi.
Oh, boy.
This is a new chance we have. We're just trying to cut our budget at the station. So we'll be doing the morning show from down here from now on. Hi. Oh, there we go. There's the microphone. So we're going to go to Al. I think Al has the news. And then we're going to get some... Wait, let me look up. I have to get a ladder. Look at this chair. Look at this. Welcome to the show. Al's got the news now on AM 970. The Answer. I'll be down here. If you need me, I'll be down here.
Opinion, passion. This is AM 970. The Answer.
58 degrees at 9:37. I'm Al Gattulo with local news first. Here's what's going on. The governor's office is establishing a panel to make sure the decommissioning of the Oyster Creek nuclear generating station is done properly. By way of an administrative order signed by the Commissioner of the State Department of Environmental Protection, the Oyster Creek Safety Advisory Panel will now provide oversight of the decommissioning process. The station ceased operation in September of last year. The panel will be tasked with making sure the dismantling process meets regulatory requirements. Governor Murphy says this will provide the public with a chance to participate and offer input. Jupiter may be the largest planet in the solar system, but Saturn has the most moons for now. Astronomers say they've recently discovered 20 previously unknown moons around the ringed planet. They're all small, about 5 kilometers in diameter. Scott Shepard, who led the team of astronomers, said the discovery can provide insights into conditions at the time Saturn formed. The new find brings the known number of Saturn's moons to 82, beating out the 79 moons of Jupiter we know about. The team plans to hold a public contest to name the new moons. In sports, Yankees headed to the American League Championship Series. They swept the Twins, a 5-1 win in Game 3 of their American League Division Series in Minnesota. Gleyber Torres, Cameron Maybin hitting solo homers for the Bombers. And as you heard here on The Answer last night, Nationals beating the Dodgers 6-1 in D.C. to force a winner-take-all Game 5 in the NLDS. That game takes place tomorrow night in Los Angeles. Stuck in traffic? Debbie Duhame's got the answer.
And good morning, Al. Thanks a lot. 78 East, exit 43, getting out toward Berkeley Heights. An accident. They're still working on this accident over on the southbound side of the New Jersey Turnpike, getting down toward exit 9. It's an accident involving an overturned tanker truck. It is affecting the car and truck lanes. 2 lanes blocked in both the car and truck lanes. It's an ongoing investigation there. So it looks like miles and miles worth of traffic. 20 minutes in at the Lincoln, 20 at the Holland. Still moving okay at the GWB this morning. Stop and go on the LIE. The LIE is moving slowly as you head westbound right into Queens Boulevard. It's a collision blocking 1 lane, and we're still seeing a lot of volume on the eastbound side of the BQE, getting up and out toward the Brooklyn Bridge. Starting to build at the Queens Midtown Tunnel, 15 to 20 minutes getting into town. Partly cloudy today, high of 68. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Sponsored by Napa. At Napa, get $20 back when you buy oil, air, and cabin filters at participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care Centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household. While supplies last, offer ends 10/31/19.
Save big every week at Modell's. Visit your local store for special unadvertised deals. Shop all kinds of styles from brands you love like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Champion, Unipro, and much more. Are you an athlete and gearing up for the season? We've got you covered for every sport. Whether it's your first time playing or you're a seasoned veteran, Modell's is the place to go. But wait, what about professional sports? Don't worry, we've got that too. Whether you're the casual or die-hard sports fan, we've got jerseys, tees, hats, and much more. You gotta go to Moe's.
You want your teeth to be taken care of right from the start. You want that beautiful and healthy smile for you and your loved ones. So, you'll want to call Aesthetic Smiles of New Jersey in nearby Morristown, New Jersey. For veneers, implants, crowns, and family dentistry, the amazing and exceptional team at Aesthetic Smiles of New Jersey will care for you like family. Call today, 973-285-5480. That's 973-285-5480 for your appointment.
I'm excited to share the good news about Relief Factor with so many people. For years now, I've partnered with Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son team behind Relief Factor. If you're struggling with back pain or neck pain or shoulder, hip, or knee pain, do you know, I've told you this before, 70% of people who order the 3-week quick start at my recommendation order more. That's because it works. It really does work. And if it doesn't work, Pete and Seth say people often don't give it a legitimate try. Maybe they took 1 packet a day for a few days, then skipped a day or two. You got to do what they tell you to do. The doctors who created Relief Factor recommend 3 packets a day for a full week, then 2 packets a day for the next 2 weeks. Give it a try. ReliefFactor.com. ReliefFactor.com, or call 800-500-8384. 800-500-8384. Take the 3-week quick start. If after 3 weeks it isn't working for you, notify them you're only out $19.95. What do you have to lose except the pain? ReliefFactor.com.
Thank you, Mike Gallagher. 10:05, the Mike Gallagher Show. You don't want to miss it. Keep that radio right where it is. That smartphone right there on AM 970, The Answer. Hey, telling you about Route 22 Toyota. Love Route 22 Toyota. Now we're going to give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes. First 5 callers, next 5 minutes, you get a free multi-point inspection, free oil change, and a free filter from Route 22 Toyota. 855-621-9949. 855-621-9949. Largest indoor automobile showroom in the great state of New Jersey. Brand spanking new, by the way. Brand new customer lounge. State-of-the-art service center on North Broad Street in Hillside, New Jersey. And first 5 callers, next 5 minutes, get you there because you'll get a free multi-point inspection, free oil change, and a free filter if you call 855-621-9949. All European models are excluded. Check out Alex Kinsella, Carmelo, and Iggy himself will be there. Alex can offer you the 0% APR financing up to 72 months for qualified buyers. We love Route 22 Toyota. And look, I'll just give you a right to $950. Just I heard you on Joe, and he said he's going to give me a couple extra minutes. This is what you can tell Route 22 Toyota, and you get a free multi-point inspection, oil change, and filter. You'll love Route 22 Toyota. Here's the number. Please try to remember this: 855-621-9949. Route 22 Toyota. It's right there on Route 22 West in Hillside, New Jersey, or at route22toyota.com.
Watch the Joe Piscopo live stream Tuesday mornings 6 to 10. Available on Facebook, YouTube, and AM970theanswer.com.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
You better not cry, better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. How great is that arrangement?
Love it.
Is that right?
Love it.
Making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. That cuckoo Santa's coming to town. So I'm going with Dave Damiani. After this, Debbie said, where are you going today? That's where I'm going. He puts together this great, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
He put together he's got the best musicians, and so we're going to do a Christmas song, and we recorded.
Can I put that in the Christmas rotation during Christmas time?
Sure, yeah, and you can play it as many times as you want.
Really? Yes. And you won't yell at me for find another song. He yells at me about Frank Sinatra's songs.
Wait a second. Can we replace a Burl Ives song with this?
Sure. There's plenty of Burl Ives Christmas songs to choose from.
A Robert Goulet song as well.
No.
I
gotta have my Goulet. But he gets all adamant with me last week while you were away on your honeymoon, Frank. He wants new Frank Sinatra songs. I said Frank Sinatra's been dead since
1998.
Okay. He hasn't done any new songs, and the family hasn't released anything new, so I can't put anything new out.
But the plethora.
But he only wrote and sang a plethora of happy, upbeat songs.
No.
A lot of them are very down.
There are a lot of Sinatra songs.
No, but
everyone I seem to play doesn't seem to hit the mark. So give me the ones that you want.
Well, our favorites are Fly Me to the Moon.
Right, which we play over and over. And then you go, new music. We're going to have a meeting. New music. We're digging him up. That's it. He's going to sing a song. Yeah, look.
Excuse me. I'd like to protest. Excuse me.
Can I please have... Let me my glasses. I'm like this.
Excuse me. Can I please have some music, Mr. Gattulo? Will you please change the music, please?
Thank you, Mr. Man. You're a nice man, but I just need some more music. With the glasses, I put these glasses in my headphones, and I end up like this. Hi, Joe Piscopo.
My face is starting from laughing.
All right, so Joe, do you want to know what Al wrote in my?
Yes,
I'm dying to know, but I didn't want to break confidences on the air.
Okay, no.
So this is what Al gave you in a card.
Yes,
okay.
It was a very nice gift. And thank you to you and Jennifer and to Debbie. But
Oh.
Al finishes this card with, this is Al Gattulo, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't go to bed angry.
It's true. But it's true.
Go to bed angry. This guy wakes up angry.
No, I don't.
He goes to bed angry. Stays awake angry.
I do not.
I almost thought. I had to show it to my wife. I said, he's joking around with me, isn't it?
That's the truth.
He's the only person that wrote that. A lot of people have said that over the years.
Actually, I meant to write.
The only person
I'm sorry.
that
I
said,
meant to
don't
write-
go to bed angry is the angriest, the last angry man.
I'm sorry, I screwed up. I meant to write, don't go to bed hungry. That's what I meant to write.
I can see.
And, it came out angry. I'm sorry.
I can see.
I was hungry and angry. And,
But Al, though, to the point that
But it's
Frank
the
is
truth.
making. So after you going off all day because the crock pot doesn't work or whatever happens in your life,
I don't go to bed angry.
You don't. With
Like my
Jennifer.
wife was upset with me 2 weeks ago because I didn't come home until
Yeah, because
midnight
you
or
were
whatever
two
it was.
blonde girls. I mean, out all night. But aside from
But
that,
if they were redheads, it'd be all right. I don't understand. But my point was, I didn't go to bed angry. She was already asleep. So what am I getting angry about? There's nothing to be angry about.
Pins and needles.
Needles and pins. A happy man is a man who grins. I mean, come on.
What am I mad about? They raised the rent. Get out!
Get out! No, but seriously, don't go to bed angry. Whatever issue that you and my wife and I, look, everybody argues in a relationship. I don't care
Do they?
what.
I wouldn't
I don't
know
care.
that.
You're together 40 years. You're together 10 years. Whatever. You're gonna have disagreements. The bottom line is, when you go to sleep at night, don't go to bed angry. It doesn't help.
What if you're tired?
What if you're Al Gattulo?
Stay awake and get happy.
I do not
Stay
go to
awake,
bed
get
angry.
happy, and
My life. What if you're Al?
My life.
I don't believe that. That's great though. So you and Rachel are going. No, seriously.
Yeah,
That's
right.
no
This
joke.
is-
No, you know what they did? They both looked at it. They went, they ripped up the car. That's probably what they did.
Oh man! So you
Trying to be
waited
nice, trying
You
to
waited
impart
till you
knowledge.
come home to check out the
Well,
the
last
cash,
night was
the cash cow.
literally the first moment that we've had free
Yeah,
since
yeah,
the wedding.
yeah.
Because we left pretty much right afterwards, and then
16 after parties later.
Exactly.
Exactly. Honeymoon.
Man,
Parties
you
were great.
you went
Oh,
down.
wow.
That was great. What time did you go to bed on wedding night? Do you think?
I
You guys
left
got home.
earlier
Do you
than everybody
remember?
else. Yeah, I left the tobacco after party at 9:30 or so. So not.
Wait a minute.
not
Wait a
too
minute.
late.
Wait a minute. You left at 9:30.
But Arthur
Rachel
Idala
was
left
still
at
at the
11:30.
party.
No, she wasn't. She was with me. That's the only reason I left. Is she made me leave.
Good way to start a marriage. I'm going home, honey.
Peeled I forget it. I don't want to get the other party in
No,
trouble.
Arthur, he didn't leave until about 11:30. I don't
Right.
think. I mean, I don't want to
Yeah.
get him in trouble.
Yeah.
By the way, Arthur's mentor, one of his mentors, Angelo Morelli, passed away, and he was a real legendary prosecutor in the Brooklyn DA's office, and they're having a wake for him, I think, in Staten Island, in Eltingville, either today or tomorrow. And I met him once. Arthur let me crash a lunch that all the Charlie Hines alumni have all the time at Forlini's, and Arthur paid, which was great. But this guy, Joe, this was your type of guy. This is a macho guy who would fly up from Florida just to reconnect with all his colleagues in the DA's office, and he would go to lunch with Charlie Hines on his birthday every year, and they had this lunch in Hines' honor this past year on his birthday, and unfortunately he passed away at the age of 86. But you could tell, Joe, even though he's 86, that just shaking this guy's hand, this guy is tough.
I love it.
So he was a real law enforcement legend, and thoughts and prayers to all his family and to everybody that worked with him for 40 years.
I believe it's Scalia Funeral Home.
Scalia Funeral Home on Eltingville, yes.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Five Boroughs. I want to talk about the president blocked the testimony today of the ambassador from the European Union, correct?
Yeah,
to the Schiff fiasco.
That's
there.
correct.
All
Yes.
right,
so Adam Schiff is commenting on this. Spoiler alert: he's not pleased.
Gosh, he just waits for that camera to come on.
That's true.
Hey, Joe on the radio, 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. Debbie Duhame is right here, alive and in person. Yay, Debbie.
Hey,
Traffic-wise
fun.
on AM 970, The Answer.
Thanks, Joe. We're going to head to Sunrise Highway eastbound as you get out toward William Floyd. They still have a lane blocked because of that earlier car fire in the area. Northern State westbound, that's going to be stop and go into New Hyde Park Road. Looks like a stalled vehicle in the way over there. We're still seeing some volume along the LIE westbound right into Queens Boulevard with an accident still being cleaned up. We're seeing volume at the Queens Midtown Tunnel, about 15 minutes getting into town there. Traffic is still moving slowly on the eastbound side of the Gowanus, getting up through the Prospect. A lot of stop-and-go traffic eastbound BQE up by the Williamsburg Bridge. Problems continue on the southbound New Jersey Turnpike. The car and truck lanes, 2 lanes blocked in the car and truck lanes by exit 9. It's all due to this overturned tanker truck. Happened early this morning. Crews are still at the scene. It's an ongoing investigation with a fatality involved in that one as well. So definitely avoid the New Jersey Turnpike South getting down toward exit 9. It's going to cost you miles and miles worth of traffic there. You now know where not to go. I'm Debbie Duhame with Joe Piscopo, AM 970, The Answer.
Dennis Prager sees the poisoning of America.
There is no institution the left doesn't poison. Universities, high schools, elementary schools, orchestras, art museums. Late-night television, football, there is nothing the left doesn't poison. Liberals actually still believe their enemy is the right, not the left. They'll learn, unfortunately. If the left comes to power, they'll be squashed, along with the conservatives.
The Dennis Prager Show, weekdays at 1, right before Sebastian Gorka at 3 on AM 970. The Answer.
Buy one, get one free offer today for MyPillows at MyPillow.com or call 800-651-0798. Order now. Use promo code AM970.
Received a letter from the IRS, bank account being levied, paycheck garnished. The fear factor here is worse than getting caught with your hand in the cookie jar. The clock is ticking, and it's not going to get better if you wait. You need to call the pros at Rush Tax Resolution. I trust these guys. They know how to deal with the IRS, settle cases, and win. One client owed over $75,000. Rush Tax settled with the IRS for $100. Rush Tax can protect your assets and fight to get you the lowest payment possible. They've had bank levies and wage garnishments released in one day. You're crazy to call anyone else. A+ rating with the BBB and a 0 complaint history. They'll only take your case if they know they can help. Call now and find out, upfront and for free, if they can help you. Here's the number. Write it down. 855-IRS-CALL. 855-477-2255 or rushtaxresolution.com.
How can a fully stocked restroom improve your image? How can serviced fire extinguishers or a first aid cabinet make your employees more prepared? How can comfortable work apparel make your business more productive? For over 1 million customers, the answer is simple. Cintas. Cintas delivers everything you need to open your doors with confidence. Because helping keep businesses well-equipped, clean, and looking their best, that's our business.
Oh, I'm ready!
Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
Here's your AM 970 weather answer forecast.
It'll be damp this morning with areas of fog, a little bit of rain and drizzle around as well. Then clouds giving way to some sunshine this afternoon, the high 68. Breezy and becoming chilly for tonight. We'll see rain moving into the city later on tonight, the low 54. For tomorrow, windy and chilly with occasional rain and drizzle, a high just 58. Then for Thursday, still cloudy, windy and chilly with more rain and drizzle at times, the high on Thursday, again, just 58. AM 970, The Answer.
Joe on the radio, not...
Don't. See? We're almost at the end. Why do you do that? Why do you do that?
What's his name?
It's terrible. It's terrible.
You know, now, Rhino Shield. I love Rhino Shield. Debbie, you got to try Rhino Shield. Okay. Everybody says, cousin Paulie goes, what's Rhino Shield? My cousin Brett, my nephew Brett, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Great kid.
Mm-hmm.
Carol's kid. Uncle Joe, what's Rhino Shield? We're at my house. I said, come on now, I'll show you. So I'm showing him Rhino Shield.
That's great.
Everybody wants to see Rhino Shield.
Yeah.
Everybody asks, and then I have businessmen come up to me and say, oh, Joe, what's this Rhino Shield situation?
Yeah.
That's right. I said, you just got to call Susan for a free estimate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ceramic coating that goes on your house and makes it look like it's freshly painted.
Mm.
And it lasts for 25 years. And you get a guarantee for 25 years. What more else do I got to tell you?
It's amazing.
I'm telling you, it really is spectacular. And Susan's so much fun to work with, She's great. You met her on the cruise,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
very nice.
She's so sweet, and
Mm-hmm.
she's so great, just so nice to my kids. And we all decided what color you're going to make the house. You can do the same thing for your business. Here's the number for Susan. Just for all the folks that ask what is Rhino Shield, call Susan at 877-744-6608. Just like that, 877-744-6608. You can also go to rhinoshieldofny.com. Check it out. It's guaranteed for 25 years to never chip, peel, or mold. That's I need that for my face.
Keep telling Susan, you Rhino
You're
Shield.
not going to get any mold or
Can you
chips. You don't have to worry about that, Joe.
Can you Rhino Shield my face, Susan, please? I want my face never to chip, peel, or mold. Lord knows I'm getting old enough where that does happen to you. Rhino Shield, will you just call, please? Because you know what? You got to, at least you'll get a computer graphic of what your house or your business looks like and what color you want. So she gives you that. And it's so quick. It was done so. And Arthur Idala did it to his beach house as well. 877-744-6608. We love Susan. We love Rhino Shield, and you will too. You can go to rhinoshieldofny.com. Rhino Shield is a proud Gold Shield member. Rhino Shield, it's not paint.
Portions of this show sponsored by Route 22 Toyota.
Mike Gallagher is next on AM 970. The Answer.
Hey, Big Julie. I got to go to Big Julie for a couple seconds. Big Julie, good morning. Thanks for calling, buddy. What's on your mind this morning?
Listen, it's Mother Cabrini thing. Let me tell you something, Joe. I ran a make on those 5 babes that they're going to stand up in the park. Life for them at Disgraziado. Let me tell you, Mother Cabrini is too good to stand up in the same park with those people. Let's keep it to ourselves and keep us strong. That's all I got to say,
all right.
Joe.
Thanks, Big Julie. Thanks for listening to me, brother. We're talking about Mother Cabrini. We got to put a statue up. We will put a statue up. I have to tell you, and Debbie, with you next to me, our faith is unwavering. It really is. And my commitment to my faith is unwavering. And I make no apologies for that. But I just don't drive it home. I'd like to joke about it and like to tease Al about Jesus and everything. But it's unwavering. So, and Mother Cabrini, as a person, what she did for mankind is nothing short of magnificent and truly saintly. And for this progressive left movement to just try to disregard that, I have to tell you, and let me put your heart at ease, they're not going to take it away. Will you want the Columbus statue will stay up in New York? And Mother Cabrini will as well. And with all the progressive socialism taking over New York and New Jersey right now, you and I will stand fast against that assault on the Western culture. Because it's our parents, it's our grandparents, it's who we are. It's the sovereignty and the character and the texture of who we are. And we're not going anywhere. So thanks for all that you do and all who you are, Debbie Duane. We love you.
Thanks,
and
Joe, Frank, and Al.
Thank you for being here. Frankie Five Bros, love you. And love you too, Albert. And we love you for listening. Would you do me a big favor? Make it the best day ever. Because you deserve it.
News, opinion, passion. This is AM 970. The Answer.
58 degrees at 9:59. I'm Al Gattulo with local news first. Here's what's going on. Numerous facilities won't be upgraded in the South Huntington School District. Neither will the air conditioning. Voters decided not to pass either part of the proposal yesterday that was worth $115 million. Proposition 1 would have paid for the many upgrades, but it received the most no votes out of the two. And Frank Morano's going to like this story. A London bar is offering a novel way to drink whiskey. The Glenlivet has developed cocktail capsules made from edible seaweed with all the ingredients inside. Simply bite
thing in the
and
world.
release the liquor into your mouth with no need for a glass. They look like little tied detergent pods, which drew some laughs on social media. In sports, Yankees headed to the American League Championship Series. They swept the Twins with a 5-1 win in Game 3 of their ALDS. You now know what's going on. Have a great day, everyone. I'm Al Gattulo, AM 970, The Answer.
From the studios of AM 970, The Answer, on Broadway and Wall Street in Manhattan, this is WNYM, Hackensack, New Jersey, New York City.
Breaking news this hour from